What up? What's good, people? What is up? What is that? They went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's Meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these pants on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Woo, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was going to start. I thought Lil Bird was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Bird was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Uncle Cliff, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Iyanla Vanzant's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup, clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. Like, you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. And Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see. Can I see? Get me up in my DMs. I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue, jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy. Yes, I am here. Never fear. Listen, y'all. It's hot as hell outside. Like it got up in the 90s today, right? Mind you, today is June 20th. It's the summer solstice. Between today and tomorrow, we're going to have the longest days in the year. And it feels like Satan's nutsack outside. Like it was in the 90s. Like it's dipped down to a brisk and cool 87. It was 91 about an hour or two ago. I was like, you know what? Just a mess. Just a damn mess. What's going on, y'all? It is Friday. We are live and we are crushing it. We are doing what we do. Do what you do when you're doing it. Okay? Cha. We here. Do what you do when you're doing it. We here. Let me say hey to y'all. Hey, Demetria. Demetria say she got to miss the live. She said, Demetria, you better go celebrate our niece, okay? We don't play about our niece. We do not play about our niece. So you better go over there and you better make sure that our niece have a great birthday, okay? You better make sure our niece have a great birthday. I'm just saying. Grr. Grr. Our niece need to have a great birthday. I'm just saying. Lord. So yes, please go celebrate our niece. We love her. Give her a kiss from us. You can go ahead and catch the replay. We'll be here, and Silly Saturday will be tomorrow. Hey, L Love, my love, how are you, sweetheart? Beautiful one. Hey, DPG. DPG, I got your email. I am looking into that story, see if I can have it for you for uh 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 um Silly Saturday on tomorrow. So I am looking into. I did get your email. Hey, little baby. Mm-hmm. Hey, Cams. Listen, let me cut to the. Y'all know it's Friday. I'm not gonna be up here by myself. Yeah, listen, it's Friday. We got a lot to do. Okay, I'm not gonna be up here by myself. I could be producing Silly Saturday, which is gonna take a whole lot of my time. So y'all might as well go ahead and go ahead and get yourself in order now. The link is already posted. Y'all know y'all gotta come up here and keep me company. Hey, Uncle Jay, Ravine, what's going on? Magical Mermaid, how are you? Ticks meet ha chow. Chow. Ticks meet ha. Hey, Xavier, what's going on, Xavier? What's going on? Xavier, you know to go ahead and click the link. Stop playing with me. I see you in the back, little baby. Hey, Brittany, Janae. Hey, Janae. The Inform. What are you doing, The Inform? You might as well go ahead and click the link and hop up on this good chat, The Inform, and stop playing with me, sir. Hey, Savon, what's going on? Child. Uh, listen, that heat outside ain't nothing. Paul, go ahead and hit the link and stop playing, Paul. Stop playing. Hey, Cassandra. Hey, Chef Don Don. Chef Don Don, you already know. Go ahead and call my shit ghetto, whatever you want to call it. Just make sure you do what you're supposed to do. It's a cool 90 here in Sin City. Ooh, child. Hey, Terrence, what's good, bro? You at work? It's 83 in Minneapolis. However, the next 2 days are 95 and 94. Child, I'm not here for it. Child, I'm gonna be inside all weekend. I'm not playing with y'all. Hey, Lock Queen. Hey, Tracy W. How you doing, boo? Um, hey, Janae. Child, Janae, make sure you take the pictures and send it to us in the members only chat. Montrez, what's good, bro? It's gonna be 99 in New York City. Oh, Jesus God. It's I always enjoy your clean, colorful well, I appreciate it. I do the best I can. Hey Amber, what's up? Okay, my people are here. Here's my girl, little baby. She's here. Let me move myself to the side and make myself smaller. You know, we fancy
Can
now.
you
We can
hear
kinda
me?
I can hear you. We,
Okay.
we fancy
I
now.
don't
We
know
can
what's
kind of
going
move
on my
stuff around.
end. I'm
Huh?
trying to change my avatar.
Oh, we're a little fancy around here now. We can kind of move stuff around and move people around and stuff. Anyway, y'all, I did watch Noah's Ark, the movie. That was the
It's
first
out.
watch.
Oh yeah, it is the 20th. Okay.
That was the first watch. I am going to do a review. So for those of you all who's been begging me to get back into my reviewing bug, I will do a review. It probably won't get uploaded until after Silly Saturday because I know it's going to take some time between production for Silly Saturday. And to do a review, I'm going to have to watch it at least twice. I'm gonna have to watch it the second time so I can take my initial notes, and then the third time so I can take my notes for whatever I missed. But I already saw the first time. I can give some preliminary thoughts without giving up any of the plot. Um, So yes. What happened,
Was it
Tracy?
good?
Yes, but I do have some good and bads overall that I do want to say.
I already
Please
have
pray for
one
my
bad, and it's
family.
Ricky's face.
But
Oh,
We can talk about that too. We are laying my cousin uncle to the rest. Okay, well, we praying for you, Tracy W. Right, I remember you telling us, Tracy. Well, we praying for you. You have our deepest prayers and condolences. Hopefully, we can give you a laugh or two, help you make it through the weekend. But we certainly are praying for you and your family. Kiss the loved ones for us. Hug them tight. Let them know we love y'all. Hmm. I mean, I don't know what Ricky did to his face. I mean, I don't know if it's fillers,
and it was
Botox.
so bad because he used to be the best. He was the second best looking.
I mean, too much fillers, Botox, whatever. I mean, it does not look good at all. At all.
so here's my beef
Um,
with Paramount. So of course, you can like link your Amazon account with Paramount. So I have
mhm.
Amazon, but why do I need to pay an extra amount to use Paramount?
Because you're
Because
paying for
it's an
the channel.
add-on.
It's like cable. You're paying. It's like
But they say if you have a Walmart account, you get it for free.
you
I don't have a
do,
Walmart account.
Oh, they say if you have something about if you have a Walmart account, you
I
get
got a Sam's
Paramount.
Club account.
Maybe that too. I don't know. I would venture to guess Sam's Club account will get you it quicker than a Walmart account. I ain't symmetry. I like that new avatar,
I'm gonna have
boo.
to ask my mom because I've been paying for. Well, actually, no, I haven't been paying. I'm on a 3 month trial until August. But
I would venture to tell you, Lil Baby, if you have a Sam's Club account, you probably do get access to it. Because everybody who I know said, "Oh, well, you get Paramount Plus if you have a Walmart account and you pay you actually pay for a Sam's Club." So that would
Yeah.
make sense. But here's my positives and negatives. My positives are um yes, I'm so glad to see them back. I love the storytelling, but the fact that I love the storytelling is a part of my negatives. My negative is for me, Patrick wrote this. The writing is to me writing for
The ghetto,
a
honey.
what what he always be trying to talk about my stuff. um he wrote it like he was writing it for the sitcom, and to me some of it seemed a bit rushed because there are a lot of storylines here, and I feel like it could really like it is something that I could be like, okay, you could flush this out over a whole season with the storylines that you have there, but because it's just a movie, it's an hour and 24 minutes. Excuse me, it kind of seems rushed, and I want it more flushed out.
well, that was the problem with the first movie, right? The first movie sort of had that
Jumping the
problem.
broom or
Jump in the broom. It sort of had that problem where it's like everything was rushed and everything just was like they put a lot of stuff in and then it was all quickly resolved.
and and the thing about it is, I can't say that that's a trait of Patrick because Patrick has written movies and his movies are great. They have great writing. Everything's flushed out. Everything connects and makes sense.
But it's
With
different
his
when you're writing for a
movies,
series.
right? And writing for us, and so these characters and the way they interact, and the way some of the some of the storylines are, I really needed to be um flushed out over a season. And that I won't give up any more than that. Um, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna let everybody watch it. I am absolutely gonna review it. So hey, lovely 31 blueprint. I'm absolutely gonna review it. So some of y'all been begging me to get back into my reviewing, and I will be reviewing it. So sometime this weekend, if not tomorrow night, sometime on Sunday, that review will be up. Look at Chef Don Don. His stuff's so ghetto. If he
No, no,
had
no,
a
no, no,
ghetto,
no, no, no,
if he
no,
had
no,
a
no, no,
ghetto
no.
phone and that ghetto computer, he
Let's understand, honey. I'm using a different phone today, so it is the ghetto around here. Look, baby, I want to say
Yeah.
this. So you can get Walmart. You can get the Walmart for free for 30 days,
Okay.
and
but
then
I
you
feel
can
like if she have Sam's Club, she should get it because Sam's Club is a part of Walmart, and you
I mean,
pay
that's
more
true. I
money.
did see them in Walmart advertising the Sam's Club thing, so you may have it.
Yeah, you probably because you got to literally pay for Sam's
I'm
Club,
finna look right now.
Yeah, we already paying. We got the good stuff.
right? Them the people with a little bit of change. Hey, Felicia.
We
Hey,
got that premium
Sharice.
account. We get to shop at 8 a.m., not at 10 with the rest of the commoners.
Mm. Oh.
Uh-uh.
Mm. Not with you common folk. Mm.
Y'all Sam Club people think y'all so high and mighty. Y'all are so effy white coated.
We
Listen,
love
Mm.
Effie White. Wait a minute. We're not gonna have no Effie White slander around these
I'm
parts.
not even gonna go down that road because
Now
y'all
we're
already know
not
how
gonna
I
go
feel
down
about effy
that
white.
road. We will fight you by Effie.
Why? Effie was mean. Effie was
Now
mean.
you're lying, you're lying. I never been so thin. Ow!
You're right. She's never been thin. That's the point.
listen,
Don't
it
do
feels so
Effie.
good to pull up
Don't
to
do
that
her.
pump and pay for the cheapest gas in town. It just does.
Y'all see what I got to y'all see what I got to deal with Xavier around here?
I'm just saying, Effie was doing a lot,
Let me move some stuff around and
and
move
she was
some more
mean to the
people in
girls.
And
here.
move all this ghetto stuff around,
Uh,
She was rightfully so mean.
No, she wasn't.
honey.
Ain't no reason to be mean.
that
Effie was
skank
rude.
ass Dina stole that woman's man.
Stole that
That's
woman
because Effie
man.
was
That
Right
lady
talking
from
to her
man.
crazy.
underneath
Yeah, I'm
her.
gonna do that when
Fucking
she talk to
Her
me
whole
crazy.
husband.
home wrecking ass hussy.
It's not a home. They weren't even living together. It's not a home. They weren't. They didn't even go together like that. That is like a
That's how
situation
whores
ship.
justify whorish behavior.
You
Oh,
exactly. Exactly.
If y'all are not together, what am I breaking up?
A
An
happy
It was a
home.
apartment.
happy home. They had a whole
It wasn't.
child.
They were not happy. That's why he left her. They weren't happy. Like
So blame the woman because he cheated on her. That's what
No,
it
it
is.
was because Dina was laying it low and spreading it wide.
Right. She was a whole ass hussy.
first of all, there's
First
no
of all, what?
evidence.
She was a
There's no
whore.
evidence. There's no evidence that she was sleeping with Curtis, but at the same time he was sleeping with Effie.
Curtis was
Oh,
supposed to
child.
love me.
You're right.
That's
There's
what he
just
was
no
supposed to
evidence.
do.
Really, a city.
There's nothing in the play that says that they were commingling.
I mean,
If
well, media
anything, it
literacy
was
is a
the
thing.
if
So,
anything, the play implies that it was the other girl, the girl that replaced Effie.
It was Dina.
It
Stop
was
playing.
Dina.
It was Dina. She was a whole ass whore.
A light skin one at that.
Yeah. Well, at least
I'm
in the
talking
movie,
about the
not in the
play. I'm
play.
talking about the
Not
Yeah,
play.
in the
I'm
right.
talking
play.
about the
In the
play.
movie,
The
right.
play.
The play,
The
she was
movie is
dark
something
skinned.
different. The movie, yeah, Dina stole that man, but the play, Dina did not steal that man.
Yes, she did.
No, that's not what it's implied. There's nothing in the text.
That's not what you interpreted.
Right. Exactly. Now, I
Your
didn't see the play.
interpretation was askew.
Uh, can you recall a scene where Dina and Curtis were alone before the whole "I'm not going"? Do we
But
ever have a scene with them
it was
together?
always inferred, Xavier. We knew that.
We knew. I didn't know nothing. I don't know nothing.
Yeah,
That was the whole setup.
that was the whole where she said, when they saying I'm not going, that's when it all came out.
But no,
Actually,
Effie.
it all came out on Heavy. That's when it first came out when they sang Heavy.
heavy, heavy.
Heavy. Right into the mic.
Excuse me.
Heavy, heavy.
Okay, y'all. So I'm figuring out y'all don't get that with your Sam's membership. So y'all go around there to Walmart and get just one for 30 days for free, honey.
Okay.
It's Green Girl. Hey, Green Girl says um Paramount Plus is free with a Walmart Plus subscription. Oh, can we
Is
get a
it free
drag queen version,
forever?
or did we already get it? A drag queen version of what?
If I'm not
Dream
telling you,
girl.
if I'm not
Of
going.
Dream Girls? That's been done
That's
several
been done and
thousand
done over
times.
Times
A
10.
million times.
Have they done it
Before
on
the movie
RuPaul
even
though?
came out.
That's that is every drag queen's
Right. Bef- Before they
fantasy.
did the movie in 2006, that thing had been done 863 million times by drag queens all across America.
But have they done it on Drag Race?
I'm
Maybe
just
like
saying.
some
You know what?
version of it
I
on
don't need
Drag
them to
Race or
ruin anything
something.
else on Drag Race.
It would be, yeah, it would be ruined if it was on Drag
They
Race. It would be horrible. It
they
would be horrible.
oh my god, they
A
cannot
mockery.
do well with certain things that are seasoned is how I will phrase it.
RuPaul don't do good with nothing that's, unequivocally black. Let's just call it what it is.
No, y'all do. Y'all giving Mother Rue a lot. Y'all giving her. You gave her a
You talking
lot
about the
yesterday, and
fracking?
y'all.
You talk about the RuPaul that really don't want nothing to do with black people, but use our culture to make money amongst white people where she's the token. You mean that
While
one?
Mm.
while sleeping with a white man.
They're in an over
Mother Rue
marriage,
has
so
trauma.
Well,
You have to understand.
She has
Ru
white
what?
gets up.
men.
You talking
She
about the same Mother Rue that went out there before she got really big and was trying to make money off of unsolicited and unwarranted documentaries on the girls on the stroll. She would go and film the girls on the stroll against their wishes and knowledge and try to make fun of them and sell it to white people so that they can see how bad it was on the whole. This is what your girl Mama Rue was doing back in the day.
okay. I
It's
didn't
all
know all that,
documented.
but
Oh, it's
You
all well
ate that,
documented.
El Teddy.
I didn't know all that. The lore
Yeah,
is deep,
she don't want you to know all of that. That's why.
mm.
but
The
she has a
same one
lot
who
of
say she'll
trauma.
need no black people on her staff because she's all the black that's needed on her staff of dozens of people.
And that's why her
We
wigs
have
Oh
be
to
looking
be.
wow.
like that.
We have to be. Can we give grace sometimes? You have to understand. She came up from a different time and era. Mother Rue was there when dinosaurs first roamed the earth. Like she just got civil rights. Like
No, 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 no.
What?
Let's not try to make it like RuPaul was the only drag queen, black drag queen alive at that time. Matter of fact, RuPaul might have been one of the only ones over in the white clubs, but there was a whole black community.
and don't you think she experienced a lot in those clubs that may have warped her mind?
Xavier, let it go. You
Xavier,
like
I just feel like you're
Drewski.
giving
That
some
explains
excuses.
everything we need to
Wait
know.
a minute, y'all just can't keep on bringing that up. It has nothing to do with the topic of conversation. We need to give grace to each other. We have to be more compassionate. That's the one thing that they've always said about us as the alphabets, that we are the least compassionate people.
Okay, so if I may interject here, where's the accountability that comes in?
I'm not saying we don't hold her
I
accountable,
don't have a
but
problem with giving grace. Where's the accountability?
Oh,
well, we can't make her take accountability. She has to do that on her own.
So she will
she's
continue
never
to get
going
drugged.
to.
Got it. Okay, cool.
She's never going to. That's why her lip looked like that
Oh my
outside of
god.
makeup. It's
Oh
just
wow.
going and going. Like you'll notice that the last couple of years, like one side of her lip like drooped down. I think her
I'm
face is falling apart.
This dude is
well,
crazy.
that's true, but she doesn't. I think it's the makeup she uses. I think she'd be having allergic reactions.
Mm-hmm.
Because you ever notice she's gone like as she's gone older, the melanin has sort of dried out. She's looking more dry. It's
And
giving it's.
you notice that arm get lower and lower where she says, "May the best drag queen win." It used to be win, and now it's win.
I think the
You ever
joint.
That
notice
arthritis that
that
kicked in.
over the years, like the first couple of seasons, may the best. It used to be made the best woman win, and now it's win.
You have to understand. I told y'all, Mother Rue was there with the dinosaurs. She's an old lady. She's somebody's great grandmother. Like
What does that have to do with anything?
we have to give grace to the
No, we
old
don't.
folks.
We don't
We
forget
do
what
not.
you've done because you get old. Don't erase away your fuck shit.
Correct.
I'm sorry. If that's the case, then your president is around the same age as Rue, and
He
should we forgive
is.
him and all his fuck shit?
Well, no, because he's still continuing his.
Still continues with her fuck shit too.
Especially on this damn All Star season. It's a bunch of fuck
Oh,
shit.
I ain't even watched this season at all, so I already
It's
knew.
I literally stopped. It's just pissing me off at this point. It's not enjoyable.
And Xavier, this is no slight on you, but one of my contentions with a lot of the younger black gay community is they don't know the history and they willfully don't want to learn. And so they want to be willfully ignorant on certain things. And when you try to tell them, they go like this and they don't want to hear. And then when they become a victim of that person's history or past or their repeated bad behavior, then they want everybody to rally behind them. And we're like, no, bitch, we tried to tell you that already. You didn't want to listen.
Well, see, I understand that because we're dealing with the whole DL whisperer right now, and he don't want to listen to nobody. But
The DL harasser,
Is that the
that
dude
little,
on TikTok?
cause they ain't
I
doing
don't be
nothing
over
but
there.
I feel
filing
like
charges against
that
that
is.
man.
I feel like we're literally watching that young man dig a grave, and I feel so bad.
I don't. Mm-mm. Xavier, I saw these pictures you put in here of all this Astroglide from that's a lot of damn Astroglide.
I
Who
know.
needs that many cases?
I
These
didn't
It
know
was
it was too many
900.
cases.
Yeah, it was 900 bottles they found, and it was total 200 bottles of baby oil they found.
what the
Baby oil.
And
baby
Astroglide
oil.
ain't even that good.
Right. That's the cheap
Water,
shit.
and it's
That's the
water
cheap
based.
shit.
That's the whole bag shit. I told you.
Yeah.
Astroglide
So
is
when
in
I
the whole
heard the
bag.
numbers out, and when I think they confiscated like 19 cases or something like that. So I was trying to figure out what size bottle he was getting in the boxes. The most I found in those boxes that size were like individual Astroglide packets.
No.
But then
If
they
you
Hmm.
look at
also
what
have like
Xavier put right
gallon
here,
sizes of Astroglide too.
these look like the I don't know if it's the size that's like this big, but it
Those are
looked like
two
the
point
size
I
that's
five.
think it
about
Those
is.
this
are the
big.
2.5 ounces.
Yeah,
So
the,
it's
the
the
travel
travel.
sizes.
It's the travel size, not the bigger one.
No,
Yeah,
those are
it's a
Yeah.
two
little
point
travel
five,
size
and it's
bottle.
water based too. And
But
then what the?
still, you only need that much
You got
lube.
to get the
That's what I'm
Astroglide
saying.
X
But
for the
then I
silicone.
thought about it. If you water based does dry out fast, and he said he was going down for marathons, so I'm thinking he probably used it all
Baby,
pretty quick.
listen. Baby,
They
listen.
I mean, that's a
You
slippery
got
room.
enough Astroglide there for whole states. Do you hear me? Like
Yeah.
you got enough lube there for a whole state full of people.
I'm
Lube.
telling you, he was buying them off the supply line. Like that wasn't no
Them
Amazon
came
He
straight from the
shipment.
is single.
factory.
He is single-handedly keeping them hoes in business because people
Hmm.
don't be buying Astroglide like that.
Not like that. That's for when you first starting.
Right. He
Let
is
me
single-handedly keeping them hoes in business. I mean,
let me
wet
see
platinum ain't want none of that
what
since
the
we going
cases are.
old
So he
school.
probably got them off eBay because I couldn't find the cases. He got them off eBay and maybe American Farmer Wholesale because those are the only places where I found where
He
you
had
get
to be
that
calling the
size bottle
Astroglide people
package of
himself.
Astroglide.
That's what he did. He got those straight up off
He had a
the
standing order with
chain.
them.
Yeah, he
He
probably
got
went
them
through
off
one
the
of his
truck.
companies, went through what, so it was like a wholesale company exchange type deal, and baby got it for cheap, and keeping them alive and keeping them in business by himself. Girl, I
That's just
can't listen.
nasty.
I wouldn't even go through a whole case of Astroglide. I don't even know if my entire life I've gone through a whole case of Astroglide. I mean, that's because I don't have those issues down there.
A
Some of us
case. Who buys
self-motivated.
cases?
We
I
don't
don't
have
think
those
nobody has
type of
ever bought a
issues.
case.
Well, we got to be using that much lube, right, Chef Don? Don? Oh,
I'm
now he quiet.
saved, y'all.
Now he quiet. Mhm.
I'm
Not
saved.
saved. You know what
Saved,
I'm talking about.
sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost and the mighty burning fire. That's
Holy
what you
Ghost
needed the most.
filled, honey.
That's what you needed the most in church, because them freaks up in there.
I
Baby,
don't do
Don't
no
listen.
even
church
want you
freaks.
with it. They
Mm-mm.
just want you. They want to ram it in just like that. Just want
Oh no.
I don't do church
Damn.
freak.
Wow. That's very vigorous.
I'm when I say I'm saved, I'm really saved, like really really saved.
Hmm.
But I got a question, y'all. And y'all, it's probably some teen twirls up here, y'all. Why can't you postpone her thing talking about due to the overwhelming response? Girl, how you know? How
Overwhelming
you know
response for
due to the
what?
overwhelming response? Ain't the people ain't had to buy no ticket. How you know, can you?
For what? Overwhelming response for what?
For her pop-up shop where she can be selling all her dresses and stuff like that.
Oh,
What?
girl. You po as hell. It wasn't no overwhelming. People were going
I,
there to pick at you and
how,
take
but how
pictures.
she know
That's
it
what
ain't
they
Why
like
is
going
she
she
to
told the
do.
selling
people to
clothes?
RSVP or nothing? How she know?
Couldn't she go through a consignment shop or something?
Why is she selling clothes?
Shit,
What?
this
What?
Because she
post say
po.
due to the overwhelming response from all of the fans, we are postponing the pop-up shop event tomorrow. Numerous fans requested online access to purchase any of the one-of-a-kind pieces and luxury goods. Girl, girl,
What is this? Kenya's clothes?
yes, girl,
Like
Kenya's
clothes that
tripping.
she's worn?
Ravine, I know you are Team Twirl, but honey,
She's
Kenya
having an
is
estate
tripping.
sale.
Kenya,
She did like Karen
you
did
postponed it the
last
day
year. Remember
before.
Karen was
Goodbye.
selling all her ugly ass dresses, hats,
Mm-hmm.
and shit. At least Karen had a consignment shop and was online and shit.
That's what it sound like she about to do.
That's what you're supposed to do anyway.
That
That's what
whole
most
pole.
people do.
She can't afford to pay the. She don't want to pay the extra cost for the consignment shop. She want all that money herself. She did. She told us
Mm-hmm.
on the show she spent all her daughter's college fund on that damn shop and shit, and
I'm
then
really
you
mad she said that.
And now the shop closing, ain't it?
No,
and
it's
she
still
fucked
open.
up the opening of that shit trying to
Now it's
put porn
open,
up
but
and
she
shit.
did say she in a dispute with her landlords.
And you done pissed
Mm.
off Bravo. Maybe they'll bring you back. I
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
bringing
know.
I
sh-
think
they're bringing
That's
I
your
Kenya
think
only
back.
they'll bring
job.
her back.
I think she coming back.
Yeah,
I
You
mean,
know
they
she
ain't
coming
got no
back.
choice.
ma'am, you have no other job nowhere in America. I mean, you need that job.
Well, she has her YouTube, and
The
she can get
She
job
can
need
do.
publicity.
She can
her.
do. She can do twice
This
seven.
season is terrible. The job
Not
need
twice
her.
seven.
Shit, that season is terrible. It's boring. Ain't
Yeah,
nobody
this is
watching
a
that
horrible
shit.
season. It's horrible.
It's
Season. I thought
terrible.
this season was good for what it
No,
was.
no, no,
It was
no.
Hey, baby, do
decent,
you
but
just have low
it
standards? Do you
wasn't
just
what
accept anything? Let's talk about this.
What
I need an
screen?
intervention. Cause friend, I'm worried. I'm concerned.
We're gonna have an intervention for you, Xavier.
But
Let's start
but
off with
but
Drewski. It's no. It's a no. Okay.
OMG.
he's good
I'm
looking.
just saying.
But think, what did y'all want from them? What did y'all want from them?
Not that. Not what they gave us. How about that?
But what else were they gonna give us? They didn't already done like Atlanta. Atlanta's heyday has passed. We need to accept the new.
It pretty much as it's been stated across many platforms in many ways. This housewives formula has ran its course. That's pretty much what we're dealing with here.
Exactly, and we have to, you know, we need
All
to
we're gonna
adjust to the
Yeah,
Undertaker
all we're gonna get
seasons.
now, we're gonna get more Mia Thorntons. We're gonna get more Bang Bang Edie's. That's what we're gonna get.
The new girls are boring, but Ravine Angela is entertaining. I like Angela. She's my favorite on the show.
I can't stand Angela. I
I
really
do think
cannot
Angela
stand
was a
that
good
broad.
addition. Like her or
But you
not,
know what?
I think she is the epitome of a housewife. So I think she fit the
But
description well.
now I'm gonna tell y'all who I like, and y'all gonna be like, really irritated because y'all don't like her. I
Drew,
like Shamia.
Why?
oh
And,
I like
child,
and
Shamia. I just
people
think
don't see
Shamia
it
can
for
be very
Shamia. I
extra.
don't have no
Shamina,
problem with Shamia.
I had to leave just because he heard that nonsense. 'Cause what? Why?
Shamia,
I don't have a
she's
problem with
back.
Shamia. She don't bother me like she bother y'all.
She's
She and
Y'all
her
back.
let that
bad
woman get on
fashion
y'all
don't
last
bother
good
you.
nerve.
The fact that she looks
See,
tacky
Cam,
every
it's
time she.
ghetto. It say you offline, child. This is ghetto, honey.
You see what I'm saying? Why my shit got to be ghetto? I'm not gonna
It
have all of this slander about
it say
my
he
platform.
offline, child.
She's so dead
Lord.
tacky, and she's weak.
Who is you talking about?
Shamina,
Xavier? Shamia?
They
Oh,
call her Shamina.
um, Mm.
Shamia fine. I
She a
don't.
punk.
Mm.
Yeah, she real corny. It's
I'm not, but see, I never expected Shamia to be one of the main girls giving me the drop. So to me, Shamia is more like a modern Cynthia. Just sit
What?
your ass there, go along with the flow, add a little bit here and there. You really
No,
don't have a
But that
no.
ain't what
storyline.
Shamia do. Shamia
You
don't
Shamia be
do add no
talking
little
and
bit here
talking
and a little bit
nonsense,
there. Shamia do a lot. And I like
and she
Shamia.
dressed
But
ugly.
Shamia
Why
do a
did you
lot.
compare her to
She do
Cynthia?
a lot of unnecessary stuff. Yeah.
she's actually worse than Cynthia because at least Cynthia brought along Peter, and Peter was entertaining as hell. Gerald ain't on
Patricia,
camera to bring us that kind of
Yeah, he ain't
entertainment.
on camera. That's because he ugly as hell. So
Oh
don't
my
say
God.
that. He's not
he
that bad
is.
looking. He's
Well,
not.
that pocket, it wouldn't matter, honey.
Right. You know, you got to
I
do
Exactly.
what you
fuck
got
your
to
ugly ass
do.
every day, honey.
What
Yes,
Jay
I
Z
watched
said,
the
no
show,
such thing as an
Ravine.
ugly billionaire. I'm cute. Yeah.
I
Ravine,
watched the show, Ravine.
Ravine, we right there together. I don't believe it either.
You don't believe I watched the show? Matter of
I
fact,
believe you
me,
watch clips.
no, me, Darren, and Medusa, we review the show.
Y'all ain't
How
talked about
about
that
that?
show in months.
Mm.
We
That don't
haven't,
mean
but
you
that's
watch
not
it
my
now.
fault. That's not my fault. That's on Medusa. I watch every week, unfortunately.
How you feel about Kelly and her titties?
Cam's it's ghetto. That's why. That's what the problems you having. He said he don't know what's going on with this little
She
setup.
broke too. Kelly and her titties
I
broke
mean,
too.
her little, well, she
Is
got
she
the
broke or is
restaurant,
she
so I
just
don't
going
think
through
she
things?
broke.
I don't think she's like broke. She can't like pay her bills. I think she's like poor and like housewife poor, but like I
Yeah.
think she's
I
middle
mean, she had an
class.
eviction notice on one of her restaurants.
Oh, well, then there's that.
But it's well,
To me, Shamia, not Shamia, I'm saying Shamia, Kelly, Kelly, I think this is above her head in terms of the caliber of people.
I
And
can
so
agree.
I think that she does a lot of stuff to try to fit in, or
I
she's
agree.
doing everything she can to keep her head above water. So she'll
Yep.
be messy when she need to be messy. She'll try to glam it. But I think this
Kelly
is
is another Sheree.
it's she. Yeah, I agree with that. I can agree with that because I think Housewives was above Sheree as well. It
well, see,
was.
the
She
problem with
Mm-mm.
Sheree is that Sheree thought she was bigger than the program. She thought she was gonna come in, win this big lawsuit from with Bob, and live well off of his money. And then she realized she had to work, and then she didn't know what else to do with that. She realized she had to get a job, and she's not built for working. Sheree is very much built for laying in a house, making babies, minding children, spending somebody else's
Making
money.
babies. No, she's good for laying on that surgery table. That's what she's
Oh,
good for.
But
oh,
y'all think her body's not natural?
oh, Kelly,
No, Sheree's.
Sheree.
Fix that face. That face is done with, honey.
I
Meaning
think she
like
got something done with her boobs.
I think she done had some work. She works out, but I think
Yeah,
she done had some work.
yeah, she's gone
Did she get
gone
her
under the
titties
knife.
done or something like
I
that back in
think
the day?
so.
I feel
I
like
think
her
so.
things have remained the same because they're not big like Portia's.
But no, I thought she got her tits done back in the. I don't know. I could
They're
be
not
wrong.
big, but how you tell is how they sit up. Like normal breasts don't sit up high in your eye. They
I just
there
thought that's
is
a
a little
good
bit of
bra.
hang time there.
I just thought she had a good bra, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I know her face has been jacked all
Yeah,
the way
now
to
she
hell,
touched her face, and I wish
but
she had.
she's another Vivica Fox where it was just you were so much prettier before you did all that. I don't know.
Oh my God, Vivica is such a tragedy. I used to think Vivica was one of the prettiest black women around, and then she went and touched her face. I'm like, why?
Because
And
she
now she,
started getting wrinkles.
It
but
wasn't what wrinkles.
And
but
it
now
was
she has
bad
all this
stuff too.
excess fat on her face. It just looks like it's holding her
She went.
down.
She went to the dollar store plastic surgery. She didn't go to the good one.
Mm-mm.
She went to the same one the actor that plays Ricky went to.
And them polyester wigs she be wearing don't help.
Mm.
And it's hard for her
Did
to
you
be
see her new
acting when
ass?
she does it.
She went and got a BBL, y'all. It looks
Who?
so bad.
It's
Vivica.
terrible.
Oh, it's so bad. Oh, it's so
It's
bad.
so bad.
I
I've
can't
seen
believe we're
it.
talking about this. I really want to have a conversation about this. Why
Cam's
are
is crazy.
regular people
I just
getting
want to
BBLs?
hug her when I see her.
Why are
Who?
regular people getting BBLs?
Vivica. I just want to hug her.
Oh yeah.
I,
I feel
I
so
don't
bad for
BBLs
her.
understand.
are supposed to be for like prostitutes and strippers. Why are you,
Well, my
Vivica
thing
Fox?
about it
I feel like
is,
she got a good auntie hug though.
but no, my thing about it is, I don't know why a lot of young black women get BBLs because if you know how black women are made, it's going to come. You don't,
Absolutely.
you don't
Yeah, it
have to.
will.
It'll
You just
come.
need to wait. You
But
Yep.
just
see,
trying to
you're
get it too early. Trust
but
me, it's going to come. And when it comes, and you have all of that extra
You'll be
mess
mad
on
you
top
got
of
it.
It's
it,
not gonna be cute no
it's
more.
not gonna be cute, and you're gonna have to get that
but
junk removed.
there's
That's what happened to K. Michelle.
but the problem is a
Everyone
lot of
who's
these young
gotten
girls
one
are
have all
selling
had the same
ass.
complaints. Even Tammy Roan was like, I hate I got it.
Yeah, you're trying to get it too early. Just wait. Trust me, it's gonna come naturally, and you're gonna be
Early.
like, "Girl, I don't want all this," and you're gonna be real mad. And so, if you got all that extra stuff, now that's for white women. There's never coming. So maybe white
Mm-hmm.
women can go and get that, but a black woman is the shit is gonna come naturally. I don't know what
And
you
But they
then
need the
get that
money
for.
fast, I'll tell you. They can't wait. These women are selling ass. That's what I'm trying to tell you. These women are not like
I believe Mariah and Vivica went to the same doctor.
no. Don't do Mariah. Don't
Huck,
do Mariah.
Mariah
Mariah, how
Huck.
much?
No, not Mariah Hook.
Mariah
Mariah, the,
Carey.
the the one that was just after what's his name? Y'all know Mariah.
The Mariah the scientist.
No, the one that threatened to sue what that boy name is that used to that played basketball. She was
Oh,
just in
you
the
talking
news a
about
couple weeks
Mariah,
ago.
the porn
oh, the
star,
whore.
Mariah, your girl, El Teddy.
Huh.
Who? Mariah
They went to the
Mills.
same doctor. I know they did.
Mariah who?
The whore,
Oh,
Mills.
the one
Mariah Mills.
talking that
Mariah Mills. Got you.
yeah.
Oh, huh.
Mm.
Our girl. Ow.
Yeah.
Mariah Mills. You know, we've been fought. You should have just said Zion. And I would have knew.
It didn't come to my mind quick enough.
Speaking of Zion, has
Ah.
there been an update on his court case?
I haven't heard anything. You know, if
That
anything
shit came and went.
significant had happened, we would have heard something. Kev, just holler when you get your microphone and stuff in order. And okay, somebody just dropped with that. Oh, that's Chef Don Don and his ghetto stuff. Y'all stuff be ghetto as hell. If y'all didn't have these ghetto phones and these ghetto computers, it will work properly for y'all. I can't help what y'all got. I got nothing to do with that. Anyway. But Mariah Mill, yeah, her ass looks nasty.
It looks like it hurts.
It looks like she can't wash it properly. Like it looks like it literally.
Like how you spread that shit?
It doesn't spread. I really feel like she just lets water
Mm,
run down and hopes for the best.
But can I
mm.
say this?
You have to use a
I was
pressure washer
always
on
one
it.
of those people, even though yeah, it's nice to have aesthetically, but functionally, people who naturally have big asses, they will tell you that's like one of their assets that they wish they did not have. Because just finding basic clothes is difficult to find. They have to go up maybe like 2 or 3 sizes in jeans and pants just so they can get the pants around their waist. But the leg part is real baggy, so they don't look great in clothes. It's very hard to shop.
That's why
Um,
you get sweatpants.
but see,
But you can't
when
wear
you have
sweatpants
certain
everywhere.
jobs, right, you can't wear sweatpants everywhere. You got to be able to put on
But
a pink.
prostitutes, you're not this like BBLs aren't meant to be for like the regular average working woman. They're supposed to be meant for
But the
women
regular
of
average working woman are the ones who are going to the doctors and getting them.
Well, then there's that.
problem. You're doing things that weren't meant for you. And now you're looking back. Trying to work in a doctor's office with that big old ass.
And then also, again, going back to the functional part, people who naturally have them, they also complain about lower back problems. I remember Melissa
Mm.
Ford talking about how she has back issues and how she has to sleep a certain way because of her ass. So it's not all it's cracked up to be.
That's because she was getting that ass turned every which way except
Oh,
loose.
well, then there's that.
Don't do Miss Melissa like that. We love Miss
We weren't
Melissa.
doing her, but everybody else was.
That's not nice. That's not nice.
I'm back.
Hey,
That's
Hey,
Cam.
Melissa Ford. I
Hello, hello,
I really
hello.
want her to stop going on the Joe Budden show, but I know she's not because she needs the money. But
Joe
she need to
Button's
check.
name alone make my ass itch.
that entire show is just stupidity, stupidity, stupidity.
Well,
Like
there's
it's
Mark.
the
I don't know why
okay.
my frat brother went over that. That was stupid.
I don't know
Because
why he wanted
somebody
to do
has
that.
to be the
No,
intelligent
we
one.
don't. No, you don't.
You need to
It's
check.
not worth it. It's not
Well,
worth
see,
it.
it's an easy check. Like it's not like he's not. It's not like a rigorous debate. It's with people you know are using like 1% of their brain cells,
Yeah,
But
if they
I will
have that
say
much.
it is light work mentally. However, you shouldn't argue with idiots because they drag you down to their level and they beat you in
absolutely.
extreme.
Exactly. And then you'll start saying stupidity too. Because it'll be one thing they say that makes sense. And then you're like, well, maybe they got right about other things. No, they're not. They just got really lucky that really
When
one
they was
day.
talking about the earth being flat, I was just like, I don't get
I
arguing.
can't do
Make
Child,
a
we
flat
had the
earther.
broadcasting
same
equipment more
conversation.
expensive. Put
I
tariffs
can't do
on
a flat earther.
microphones.
Like,
Please. Bless you.
excuse me. That's
Bless you.
just like there was a guy I can't think of. They had a really big YouTube channel at couple million subscribers, and he was a flat earther, one of the big flat
Spoken
earthers.
reasons.
Right, and remember he flew his ass down there, and he was like, "Yeah," because I know. And on live, he was like, "Oh shit,
Like,
oh
and then
shit."
and then we never saw him again. Like, what?
Never. Because the thing was, he was like, I just don't believe that it's always daylight down there because that's how you know it's no such thing as round. It's a flat earth. And he went his ass down there to Antarctica, flew all the way down there, show paid for it and all.
Mm.
And then got embarrassed on live because
And
you're a
never lived
fucking
it
idiot.
down. Another one I can't stand was Sherry Shepherd, but I feel like she's done changed her ways. But
You don't
I
hold
think
nothing that happened 25 years ago against her.
Against
I
Sherry Shepherd.
Yes.
You know why they put her on Wendy's show? Because both of them built like the letter P. Both of them bad
Oh my
body
god.
built ass bitches.
no,
Sherry
I don't
fixed her
think
titties.
But they dressed
I
very
think
nicely for them.
I think Sherry is built better than
Wendy
Wendy.
never dressed
But
nicely. Wendy
I,
never
I
dressed
like some of
nicely.
Wendy's outfits.
Never.
I like some Wendy's outfits on other people.
I like when she had that Statue of Liberty costume on and she passed her ass out
Cut
and
it out.
got
I
the
knew where
crust
you were going
falling
with
out on the
this.
floor.
No, no.
I
Cut
love
it
that
She did
out.
look
outfit.
good. She
It was
did
a
look good.
beautiful outfit. Don't do that.
And
Great
her
Beautiful
makeup
gowns.
was good
You
too.
Great
She
clowning.
looked real
gowns.
good.
Beautiful gowns.
Beautiful. The gown was beautiful.
Beautiful
Thank you,
gowns.
Cam. It was a beautiful gown. Beautiful gown. We love you, Wendy,
Mm-mm.
and your Statue of Liberty, but you passed the fuck out off of all of the crack cocaine, meth, and the myriad of other illicit drugs you had combing through your system, you fucking cokehead.
I thought you were gonna use my favorite word.
What, Basa? She's a
Beza.
base. Why
I
is
don't
this
know why I
up
love that word.
Why is Chef God God? This is what we got going on.
You know what? Seeing that girl's picture reminds me. Sherry's a deadbeat.
Sherry Shepherd ain't shit. That's why you was in that raggedy ass Tyler Perry movie. Ain't shit ass motherfuckers end up in Tyler Perry movies because you
It's
can't get
Not,
not
that.
really
hey,
that
don't
bad.
do that. It wasn't that.
We
Her
the
performance
we
wasn't
blowing
bad. The
me.
script
No,
was
she
horrible.
did really well. So did Taraji, but Taraji can't get a job nowhere in America. Nowhere in America, so she had to go to Tyler. She said that.
Yeah, because she was
Oh
talking too
wow.
damn much on the Color Purple run.
That's
Well,
why.
no,
Yep.
but think of
Nope. I believe when they heard her, well, what Oprah did. And she tried to clean it up afterwards and walk it back. Baby, it was too late.
Yeah.
but Taraji is a great actress. She's led. She Let's be clear. She saved Empire for the last 4 seasons because the last 4 seasons of Empire, people only tuned in to see Taraji P Henson. So she's a star. I just think that it just doesn't translate well with her trying
I
to
was not
be in movies.
tuning in to see Taraji. I really wasn't.
Who was you tuning in to see then?
I'm ashamed to say.
Go ahead.
Are you talking about
Who?
Andre?
No, because he a whole baser and a crackhead now.
Who,
Ew.
Tiana?
No,
No.
Kimi was my boo. I like Bryce
What?
Hill was my
No,
boo
no,
back then.
no, no.
Oh
And
my
and,
god.
and you want to judge me. Bashir
I mean,
always looks
I
like
mean,
listen,
me, Drewski, yeah, we still judging your ass.
yeah, we're gonna always judge you
I'm
for
just
that.
Did
saying.
you talk about him this week?
Who, Drewski?
Brashear.
Bashir
Oh, we did
getting
talk
We
about him and
did
arrested.
the
talk about,
fact
yeah.
that they was taping the OnlyFans. They don't want to admit that they was taping OnlyFans content down to the Homewood Suites. And
Mm-hmm.
he wanted to cut out on the bill. Bro, we know what that was. Stop playing with us. The girls know.
He
For
need.
that Just for Fans account.
Is it just for fans?
No, he got
See, that's even.
OnlyFans.
See, when you know they're on just for fans, you know that when they're just really like bottom of the barrel.
I just
But
don't get.
Bottom
Right.
of the
I
barrel.
don't get the appeal of Rush.
me either. He looks like a kid. It looks wrong. It looks wrong.
No, he just looks like he was AI generated. I don't know how to describe it.
His
It
face
just
is
looks
weird.
like
Oh, you mean
he looks
well
uncanny valley a little bit to me, and I don't know how to describe it.
he was an NPC on TikTok before he started doing this.
Mm.
He was part of that whole NPC craze. He would just wave and smile, looking. Yeah,
Who would do that?
I
I
don't like
don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know
like
these
him alone.
people. I don't know. All I know is
and he was the
um
ugliest man on the show. Why were you tuning in to
how is
see
no
it?
Jussie no actually Terrence Howard was the ugliest man on the show. Let's be
It
clear.
was
Absolutely.
Andre, Jesse, Terrence, then Brashear.
Terrence Howard, it has never been cute to me ever. There's
Never been
never been a
attractive.
time he's been cute
And
to
it
me.
didn't
Hey,
help that he
Harold.
wore
The
that
baby said
crazy
that
on
with
his
her
feet.
full chest. Never. Oh,
He's never been
Never.
attractive to me. People just went up for
Ever.
him because he was light skinned and had light eyes, and I was like, he's not even
So
cute.
Exactly.
so
look,
so
is he
even the
cute or is
best
he just
man.
light
That's
skinned?
facts.
Is he cute or is he light skinned?
He's
That's
just
the
He
light
question.
just
skinned,
like
that's
me.
it. Not you coming in kicking the dough down, Terry. Hey, Terry. Hey, Harold.
And it didn't I don't know how nobody else didn't see it. I saw the crazy in that fool's eyes. So when it came out
He
that he
did
beat the
crazy.
brakes
He
off
ain't
his
just
wife,
got, he is not
that was no
just got
shock to me.
problematic. He's always been problematic. And I thought it was way too easy to play that character on Empire because he was just channeling his inner self. I ain't shit
Absolutely.
ass motherfucker. It was real easy for him.
You talking about lying ass Lucius?
Mm, mm.
That first season of Empire was so good,
It
but
was very good the first season, and then it.
you know what happened? You know what changed it? When they threw the white woman down them people's stairs. Ever since they
And
threw her
not
down the stairs,
and you know what? What I don't like, I got to give Lee Daniels fuck ass a little bit too.
oh
I
no, not
hate
Miss Lee.
I hate when our people go bottom of the barrel and get these homophobes and pay them and put these homophobes up and make them millions of dollars when you do nothing but give them more bravado. You give them more, clout than they need to get. People like Terrence Howard do not need to see the light of day. Terrence Howard ain't just got like this. Terrence Howard been like this.
Well,
And
maybe
Lee
Terrence
Daniels,
acted different
you
because remember
think
he was
different what?
maybe he was acting different with Lee. I don't know because
No, Terrence
No.
Howard been like this.
I
Before you
don't
were
know because
born, Xavier, he was
I
like
know
this.
no, but I know he's always been like this because I remember when they had rumors about him beating up his wife. But
No, he do like everybody else. He got his money. He needed the money at the time. He got
Mm-hmm.
it, and now he's in a position where he can say "f you."
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's what I think. Because let's be honest, Lee sort of revived Terrence's career. Because after
Because wasn't
he got
nobody
fired,
checking for Terrence.
after he got fired by Marvel, nobody was touching him. Lee was who brought him in back into the fold and made him a millionaire. Because before he was just a regular old actor, but now he's like the Terrence Howard, millionaire extraordinaire.
I don't even think he got that money anymore.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
He
because
ain't
No.
got that many acting gigs coming in like that.
I mean not
Mm-mm.
new acting gigs, but being on
And I
television for that long, and the fact that
No.
Empire is
That
but
on.
money is not
but
like
yeah,
that.
it ain't like that. And Empire ain't on syndication like that.
Yes, it is. It's on Tubi. Tubi is on. It's on Tubi, and Tubi has commercials. Those
I
commercials pay.
understand what you're saying, but Tubi ain't paying like network television.
Probably not.
So the
Probably not.
residuals ain't residuing.
No.
No.
Well, maybe he has
That's
good
why if you're
investments.
an actor, you have to keep working unless you get behind the camera and you start directing and doing other production things where you become producer and things like that. You got to keep working.
Well,
Plus,
yeah.
when he talking about when he beefing with Paramount not too long ago about residuals.
Well, those from residuals from Hustle and Flow.
I'm just saying. So the money ain't money, and
And he ain't in that many movies like that.
Well, he said he retired. Remember when he was
Mm,
in
okay.
his ASCAR? He said he made his money and he wanted to retire. Then he
Okay.
was going to become an astrophysicist, and he was making up math.
Mm,
I don't know. It was a lot.
okay.
And how
Let me
long
know
did
how that.
that last?
Well,
It
it's
costs
lasting
money to go
still.
to school,
I don't. Well, I don't think he's like
especially when
going to
you're trying
school. I
to
think he's
acquire higher degrees.
not going to school. He's just making shit up. Like he was the one that's saying that 1 + 1 doesn't equal one. Like 1 + 1 equals
To be
one.
fair, when I took Calc 2, my Calc 2 teacher did do a whole 5 chalkboards full of an equation that proved that 1 + 1 was closer to 3 than it was to 2. And I just was like, I'm done.
Yeah, I didn't.
What?
I don't like
I
calculus.
was
I've
I
already
can
heard
do
that. I've heard that
trigonometry.
before.
Do not give me calculus.
Have you heard the imaginary numbers? 1i plus 2i.
well, that's common in mathematics now.
What?
That's not like a new phenomenon. That's been around for a
Not
long time.
no. The imaginary number.
Yes.
1i is common. You're
Mm,
not solving
it's
for
been in
I.
math for a long time. That's been around in math for a before all us was born.
That is
Mhm.
stupidness.
I
What
mean,
is
if
them?
you get to a certain level of math, you start to incorporate that into equations and stuff like that.
Very bad part of math. I just need to know 1 + 1 equals 2.
Again, the highest part of math I'm gonna go to is trigonometry. That
Oh,
shit
I
is
couldn't.
repetitive and it's very easy to catch on. All it is
Oh, I
pattern.
could never get into trig. Trig
Trig
whooped
is
my
easy.
ass.
Trig is a cakewalk. It's
I
easy.
hated trig because it was too much learning all of these stupid
Sin,
formulas. Because
cosine, tan, all that
when I
nonsense.
took trig in high school, our trigonometry teacher would not let us use a formula sheet or anything. So you had to have everything in your head for every exam, which bothered my spirit. Differential equations wasn't bad.
Yeah, those are easy.
Multivariate calculus was bad.
So
DE
45,
wasn't bad for me.
45, 90, 30, 60, 90, 60, 30, 90.
fuck
So,
math. That's where I'm at with it.
mm,
Fuck math. I ain't never like that shit.
But aren't you an
I
engineer,
did.
Terrence?
I work in cybersecurity. It does not require math. I
Oh,
I deal in like I quantify risk, but like no, it doesn't require. No. Once they stopped using numbers and started using letters and shit, they missed me. Because what the
Mm,
fuck are we talking about?
I liked math until that day I told y'all about in Calc 2. And at that point, I had to take some of those other math courses, and I was forever turned off at that point.
I like stats. Stats made sense to me.
I
Oh
hated stats.
oh,
no,
stats was
That's
no,
the
bullshit.
worst
Made
class
it.
on
Because you're
earth.
no.
telling me I'm solving for something that
But
you don't even know
Oh,
yet,
because statistics, there's no right or wrong answer, is frustrating.
oh, I
but there
hated
is a right
that.
answer on the test, and they're gonna take your grade off if you get the wrong answer on the test. But in real life, that wouldn't matter because it could equally be that. You're trying to tell me
The only
I
thing I
hate
didn't like
stats.
about stats was multiple regression. That was just annoying
what
to
is
have.
that?
It's multiple independent variables and the how it impacts one dependent variable.
Ravine, you love statistics.
Ravine
Ravine?
say she love math.
Oh
Come
my
on, Janae.
God.
Look, kindred spirits. Fuck math. Just give me the money.
But no, I could do trig. I could honestly, I could go into architecture if I could. If I could.
Symmetry say she likes stats too. Harold, why you in the chat, Harold? You
Harold.
a whole
Y'all
ass
must
hall
do good with
monitor, Harold. What
data
are you doing in the
analytics.
chat?
I'm good with AI. I'm not, I don't do none of that shit anymore. I'm good with data
I
visualization.
just go to, you know what, is this bad? So I just go to new AI apps to see how far they let me go with porn and not safe for work stuff. That's all I'm here for. That's all I need you for,
You
AI.
want it in
Let me
Y'all
see
bitches.
how
going to
far we
hell.
can go.
You want it in
Y'all
bitches.
going to hell. Y'all are going to hell. Because why would you do that? Now you got
I
no
mean, let's test the limits of this shit. That's a part of the human spectrum.
girl.
Sex.
And that's why they have AI ethics and AI governance because of people like you.
Because what
Just
the hell?
saying.
See,
I
Ravine,
dropped economics after the second class.
I'm not a
Oh,
banker, but
economics is the worst.
I said,
Now
"Oh, this is some bullshit."
that I didn't like
Hated it.
economics in high school. I didn't like that shit in high school. So
I
I
don't.
knew I didn't want no parts of that shit.
I think that
Mm-mm.
was uh um. I don't think that was when I needed to graduate, so I didn't take it. But
Oh, we needed it to graduate, and it was 12th grade. 12th grade, you had to take in Florida. You had to take government for one semester and economics for another semester. 12th grade, and my econ teacher was the worst. Oh my God. Miss Fisher. Oh, she was a bitch. Nobody liked Miss Fisher. And Miss Fisher, you had to go and get the Miami Herald business section every morning and come to class with it every day so that you could look at all of the stocks and everything. And she would have us highlighting and shit. Oh, girl. Why, ma'am?
see, by the
and
time
then
I got to high school, we didn't have that stuff. And honestly, they should have taught us that, and maybe I would have planned my life a little better.
Child.
I what since wait since we have econ majors in the house, is the barter economy really a myth?
Yes. hmm
I just thought it was stupid because it assumes that people are rational.
Uh, um, it was a little of both. They didn't make you pick between micro or macro unless you were taking AP. And now, if you took AP, then they made you choose between micro or macro.
So wait, then how did okay? Then my question is, then how did people? So we're going to talk about like ancient civilizations before the advent of money and capitalism. How were they able to? How were how was the marketplace? How did they do marketplace exchanges? How did they do trade? How did they collect taxes without a barter economy?
You said without a barter economy.
Yeah, yeah, without a barter system, how would they be able to do that?
Via
You
special.
got to go talk to economists. That shit, I ain't even got that type of energy to go down that road. Mm-mm.
I can only just think that it was a slave economy. When you go back to ancient civilizations, most civilizations had slavery as their
But
base.
they had yeah, but they had slavery, but they didn't have. But like for example, in ancient Egypt, um they had slavery, but they didn't. But slavery weren't. But they weren't. But slaves were a household thing. They weren't a. We're gonna mass produce slaves to build and farm because the farmers were the peasants
You
and the.
said Egypt, was it?
Yeah, ancient Egypt wasn't. They were not a slave society.
Egypt did not have mass slavery.
No, that's a myth perpetuated by the Bible and biblical scholars. That's not. It's not. They didn't have like mass slavery in the sense that they were like slaves didn't build the pyramids. They didn't
But
build
they
the
had a
temple.
whole system of slavery. And now you could call it indentured servitude, but
No,
there
they
was
had
slavery
slaves.
en masse.
They had slaves, but I'm saying like the way we think of slavery, like where how like how black people in America were the foundation of the
You mean like
economy.
chattel slavery?
Yeah, they didn't have that. Like they were not the. They were mainly used for household items or for quarrying outside of Egypt, but they were not part of like the bread and butter of Egyptian society the way we were here in America,
Well, that's because white people are lazy. So
because they needed the peasants to work. They needed the free peasants to work, so they couldn't give the jobs to the slaves.
That's that's not the whole story of Egypt though. That slaves were a intricate part of Egyptian culture, but it wasn't chattel slavery. It was a little different, but it was an essential part of what they did. Hell, they enslaved themselves. So it was a little different.
Enslaved
It
themselves is
was an
kind of a
essential part
different
of what
thing.
they did.
I do have a question regarding the barter economy. Since prostitution is the oldest profession in the
Mm,
world, how was they bartering for the cooch?
mm.
I'm thinking they were doing it for like home and
That would
like
literally
bread
be.
and
If
stuff.
I go back to school, that would be my
I
thesis.
mean,
That would be my thesis.
sucky sucky for a chicken, for a cow,
But then
baby.
how do you But
I
then
got
how
to
you
get up in them
differentiate
guts.
between what a good hoe is and what like a streetwalker is?
If I want a cow, if you want a cow, you gonna have to let me get in them guts.
Deep off
But
in them goods.
Hmm.
I'll let you for a chicken. We can go with some sucky sucky.
No, hand job for a chicken. Just a hand job.
No, it's still meat. I mean, for a hand job, all I'm gonna let you get is some broccoli, okay?
Out of all things, you're gonna say some broccoli.
Well, broccoli is
You
is is a
look,
Did
man-made
Ravine.
thing. It's
Y'all,
not
did they
y'all.
have
natural.
broccoli back then? I thought broccoli
Broccoli
was
is
like
not natural, so it depends on what time period you're talking about. Hell, chicken isn't even a natural animal. So that depends on what time period you're talking
Nothing's natural anymore. All this
about. Either
microplastics and
chicken,
everything.
was derived from the pecking
yeah, you need
fowl.
a yeah. Or
So
what is it? Pheasant. I've never tried pheasant, but I know that people like to eat it a
It's
lot in
much
Europe.
ado about nothing.
Oh,
it's not that extravagant.
oh, okay.
Maybe it was the restaurant I went to too, because they was doing too much.
I want to try antelope, but I don't want to
El Cid
kill.
said there was standard pricing. Like the hoes had it worked out. Okay,
I mean,
they
literally
knew.
though, I would do a like I would do a little dissertation on that.
Now, Harold, back in the
Yes.
backwoods of Alabama, don't they still have a little bit of bartering back there?
Here this motherfucker go talking about Alabama. Here he go.
Bartering.
I know they do in some rural parts of Florida. I already know that. Them backwood ass white people. Oh, I know they backwood asses have it in Florida. You going on around there to Madison County, places like that.
Explain to
Listen,
me
I
what that
can't even
is.
front. My daddy will trade some of my mama's strawberry fig preserves in exchange for some fish.
Oh wow.
I'm telling
Ooh,
you,
what kind of
backwood
fish?
ass Florida will do it. I ain't
Brim,
gonna hold you to it.
Do they do that in Gaston County?
Can you
most
explain to me
like
what that is?
Gadsden, probably, but that's over there with Quincy, the Quincy queers,
oh,
as we like to
absolutely.
call them. It's real country, yeah. I could see
I have to
Gadsden
go
County doing
there
it.
in a couple of months. I have to go to Quincy.
Oh, you gonna
Child,
be a Gaston?
you're not gonna be
Why?
that far from little baby.
I'm not trying
Yeah,
to go. I'm really trying to get the fuck off this project, but that's just me.
It's real country and backwoods now, but
ain't number woods there. The
let me
closest
know.
city
I
is
got some good
Tallahassee.
friends. Listen, just holler at me, Cams. I got some friends that'll throw it back, and they got some good over there down to the Gadsden County. I'll let you. I'll
Once
get you that
again,
information.
I am celibate.
If you sell a bit, we'll buy a bit.
What?
Oh my, you sound like this man.
Speaking of bartering,
You sound like this man I just found on.
Can someone explain to me what that is, please?
Bartering?
Yes.
Trading.
An exchange of goods or services, but you don't use
yeah,
money.
no money.
There's no
Yeah,
So
money
no money is
involved.
no
involved.
money exchange. So I say, here go this chicken, and you say, okay, here go this rabbit for the chicken. Too feisty. I ain't lying about the people over there in Gadsden County. that all went to Shanks High School. All the black people went to Shanks. They do have that other one school. I can't think of the name of it. But if you of a certain age and you black, oh, you went to Shanks. And you can't even act like you didn't.
Elsie, I ain't selling nothing. I'm abstaining
Hey
from
D.
sexual relations.
Mm. Child, little baby, no, I ain't lying about Shanks High School if you was in Gadsden County.
I was about to say, why can't I see the chat? What I see it now. Sorry.
Hey, my hero, how you doing?
Hey, Cams, how you doing?
Meridian C.
Gotta go back to Alabama pretty soon.
Oh, really?
I'm not happy
What
about
part of Alabama?
Hey
Tuscaloosa.
Harold,
You're
Hey,
gonna be in
Jay,
the
how you
north.
doing?
I'm all right.
Back to them. Place, baby.
Hey, Teddy, how you doing? Because your face was real balled up a few minutes ago.
It was getting a
Okay.
little scrunched up, won't it?
Like he's sucking on a lemon or
Or
some
sucking
I
on
dank
mean,
something
beans.
else.
I need to fix the drink. Hold on, let me go get my wine glass. I'm gonna be a little
We get
classy.
some up for a drink.
I'm not gonna get too drunk. I still gotta produce Silly Saturday, y'all. So I can't get too toe down with y'all.
Look,
But I could drink me some wine.
I was told Wednesday.
I'm gonna let y'all decide. Should I do wine or should I just have some of my gin?
What's gonna get
Jen.
you
I
fucked up?
mean,
What's
it
gonna get
Wine
you
or
fucked up
who?
on
both
the
to do the
live?
job.
What's gonna get you fucked up? That's what we need to focus on.
Don't do that. I gotta produce Silly Saturday for
Well,
tomorrow.
drink the wine, El Teddy.
The
If
wine will
you don't
get you
want to,
fucked
if you
up,
don't want
and
to
then
get too
take two
toe up.
shots of gin.
Look, I'll help you. I'll help you backstage with the production.
Jesus.
Get fucked up. It's Friday.
It
Shit.
Right?
is Friday.
Like I was looking
It's
forward
Black
to this
People
little live.
Weekend.
Are y'all gonna drink with me? Bitch, I ain't gonna be up here drinking by myself and you olds around here like, oh girl, let's just watch him drink.
I
I
want
ain't
to have
got nothing.
cigarette
I ain't been to no
something.
liquor store.
Oh girl.
You ain't
I
got no
don't drink liquor.
liquor?
I'm safe.
I
I
wish
got
I
some
Mm-mm.
Jack
did.
Daniels, honey.
Now Harold.
I was
Harold.
gonna make a drink
Real
at
girls
work.
do real things, Harold. You never don't have no liquor in the
Girl,
house.
I don't
That
have
is
a
a
bar in my
lie.
house like that. I don't do that.
I ain't said you keep a whole bar, but you keep a bottle. And when that bottle get down to like the last quarter, you say, girl, let me go get another bottle before this shit be gone. And I don't have nothing. I'm just saying. D, is you coming up here to drink with us and show all your skins and stuff?
I was wondering where Tracy was.
She was in
I
the
I
think
thought
members only
Tracy was
chat.
in here when we first came on. I
I
don't know
thought
where
so
Tracy is.
too.
I swore Tracy was in here when we first came on.
I need my
Let me
trace.
go back up in the chat and see. Hold on. I swear I thought I saw Tracy. Hmm.
Air hoses are
Oh
right
my
there.
God, I will move.
Oh,
It's
that
a
made
good
it to the
song.
you know that made it to the I did get the video breakdown videos done. That's one of the video breakdown moments. I will abort
For
For
Donald
Donald.
Trump.
for Donald Trump.
But ain't no cha-cha and salsa dancing going on now.
Listen, and you can't sing it with a V. You got to sing it like the Hispanic people where it sound like it's BOTE. I will abort.
I will vote for
That's what they
Donald
teach you
Trump.
when you learn Spanish. They say the V and the B are interchangeable. They sound pretty much the same. Hmm. I'm just saying.
I just be watching TikTok when they show that little song performance and then they cut the people crying on the news.
That's what we got.
Well,
Like, well,
Oh,
ma'am, I don't know what you want us to
did
do
y'all
now.
hear about
the
that
consequences of my
feminist on
actions.
TikTok that they discovered voted for Donald Trump, and now she's mad. She was out here giving people relationship advice and everything, talking about how they need to decenter men and misogyny. But then she said she
Mm,
voted for Donald Trump because um the world wouldn't respect a female leader, and that would cause the U.S. to go to war.
mm.
And look at what's going on
And
right
here we are. I will abort.
now. And here the fuck we are.
Oh, wait. I was home last month, right? So I was home and I was hanging out with my cousins. You know, if y'all think I'm a mess, my damn my cousins and shit and my brothers and sisters, they are way worse than I could ever dream to be. So bitch, we went in this Cuban stove. We went in this Cuban stove, right? So
Oh
tell
my
me
goodness.
why my cousin is in this Cuban stove singing, talk about
Jesus.
some I will boy. I said, girl, you about to get us kicked out of here. Oh, we got our favorite couple here. I think y'all got me in the background. Turn it down in the background. Y'all got to turn me down in the background. All right, there you go.
Oh, what's up, cousins?
I think y'all listening to me on the computer. Yeah, just turn the computer off and then just be on here.
Just
How
mute
y'all
that tab.
how y'all doing? Can y'all hear us? We'll wait for them to come. But yeah, my cousin was. I said, you about to get our
I
ass.
can't hear you guys. Oh no.
Can you hear us now?
Testing. 1 2 3.
Testing. Can you hear us? We can hear you. We
Tony,
can hear you.
We can also see
Are
the
you on your
you might want
phone?
to type in now. No, we can't hear. I can't hear you. I can hear you on my TV,
Oh,
I don't know what it is. When I was on my phone trying to talk on
and
this
it's late.
thing and trying to talk to you, I could not hear at all. But on my computer, it works just fine.
yeah.
I had to
On
get off my phone too,
I'm
but
on my
babe,
phone
I had to
now.
get off my phone. It just was not working.
the phone doesn't work good, but on the computer it works beautifully.
I
I
don't
don't know.
know. Mine
I'm on my
It
phone
it
now.
wouldn't
We're on
requires
my
No,
it
tablet.
wouldn't
strong.
allow
yeah.
me to connect
So
my
I don't know about beautiful.
headphones. What was it on? What
Hang
was it
on,
on
she got my
Thursday?
tablet.
Yes.
Xavier said if you connect your headphones, it works good too. That's what Xavier said. But we can't trust him. He like Drewski, so
Y'all need to stop
I'm
that.
gonna be
The
honest. That
man.
that kind of threw me for a loop, Xavier. I was like, why him of all people?
I like a
Some
size
some some
difference.
folks that have a big thing for big boys, you know. It just
that ain't no.
Yeah.
It ain't even about being a big boy. It's just him. Like
Because some of the
Drewski.
bigger guys, they have
So
very nice, they have very nice faces. They do.
so Xavier, what
But he's
about
not
finesse
one.
two times?
Correct, Uncle
I
Jake.
put
What
him
about
in the
who?
chat. Finesse two times. I put him in the chat and you ain't respond.
Who
Oh,
finesse?
Yeah.
Girl, no,
Who?
Oh, no, 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 no. Let's delve into this. Why is Vanessa no?
because he's ugly.
And Juice,
let me go get my cup and my ice, cause y'all are clouded. Let me go get my cup and my
but
ice.
Drewski is.
It's not like
So, do you think
he's
Drewski's like cute, fine, sexy? What
rugged
is the
handsome,
descriptor for
rugged
Drewski?
handsome.
Rugged.
Rugged handsome?
Oh, baby, delusion. It got company tonight.
He has a face that only a mother could love.
I wouldn't go that far. I just don't look at him in that way.
Mm-mm.
I
I,
do.
I don't
Ever
see.
since I saw him on the boat, he was
I
on the
think
boat,
he's hilarious, but I just don't see the.
and I like the laughter. I like to laugh, so I could see it. And
You know
then
what? I'm gonna
when
give
he
you
was humping
mine.
the stage
Make
on
sure y'all checking the settings on the thing for your audio to be connected properly from your device.
if you ever seen praise this on Peacock, yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really watch anything anymore.
I do.
They
I've been
they're
trying
not
to do
gonna
better.
they're not gonna nickel and dime me with all this bullshit, all these damn streaming
Oh,
services.
see, that's why.
Yep,
But see, that's
got
why I
to.
have Streamio. I have Streamio. They're not nickel and diming me. I'm
They're
getting
not
my
gonna
stuff for
nickel and
free.
dime me off some subpar entertainment.
I think. Well, see, if I can't find it, I know somebody has a password. Like I only pay for I think Disney Plus right now, and that's because it has Hulu and what else?
Did we get Terrence and Did we
And
get Terrence and Janae on
Stars.
yet?
They
They're
working on.
still
They're
working on
working
it.
on it.
Okay.
Yeah. They're on
Mm-hmm.
the tablet.
So,
The
Elfreda,
house
what
is
you
not cute
drinking?
though.
Come on now. You don't have to ask me. I decided to go with the hard stuff. So I'm back to my Empress.
Empress. Okay, I just needed to know the
Come
brand.
on now. You know me. I mean, not
I
Terry.
thought you was
Damn.
gonna do the botanist. Shit, I don't know.
Well, I thought you was thinking I was gonna do the damn wine. You knew I wasn't gonna do that wine.
Hell no, I didn't.
I think I still got some champagne, and maybe
You
I'll mix it with the
chin
botanist.
slut. Look,
Ooh, I've never had champagne in the botanist. Is that good, little baby?
I don't know. I was thinking about trying it. That just
Let
popped
me
in my head
know.
because I heard about it.
Let me know how that goes. Cause that
I actually
sounds
went to a
cute.
speakeasy, El Teddy, and they specialize in gin cocktails.
Well, um, Tracy was telling me there's a bar, one of the bars on the ship got a bunch of white liquor and a bunch of gins on there. She said that's what we gonna be.
Can I
Look,
say this?
it's gonna be February already.
This is my second alumni conference I've been to, and in both of them, none of them contain gin. It's been nothing but dark liquor and vodka.
Cause this is FAMU alumni. You know them hoes drink nothing but fucking Hennessy. Fucking,
Yeah,
like,
well, it was that and Tito's.
yep, Hennessy and Tito's. That's it. If you got Hennessy and Tito's for them fuckers, that's all they the fuck need. You know how it is. Oh, I didn't even see you back there, D. You should have said something.
I just got here. I told you I was on the
Oh,
phone.
ow. You over here showing the people got to get the people got to get them what they want. Ah, ow. Oh, I like that hat. We matching today with our pank. With our pank.
Pank. Hey, everybody on the panel. What's up?
Hey,
Hey,
speaking
how
of
are
pank,
you?
when is
Hello.
that? When is it coming back? When is P
I
Valley
don't know.
supposed to
I
be
gotta
coming
I
back?
gotta ask that
Sure, I forgot about P
the
Valley.
lady I interviewed what's going on with that.
Brandy, what's the name?
They said it's supposed to be
No, I
coming
interviewed
soon.
Patrice.
Harriet D. Foy.
You did. You did.
Yeah. Oh, such a great interview. Like she's such a treat.
I remember that one
She
too.
she was very grateful because she said because of her character, a lot of people don't ask her for interviews. They ask like the main people. But I wanted her because she's the best actress. Like
She really
she
is.
can act down. I said, I want you. Your character is amazing. And she was so kind. So kind.
Thank you,
She's a
L Love.
natural
You know, I've been
comedian,
trying to
right?
spruce up
She's
the
a
place.
professional comedian.
No, she's an actress. She's done Broadway. She's a Broadway
Okay,
She's
I knew
been
it
on
was something
Broadway.
where
They
her
they
She's
always got
act,
the best actors.
her
I've
mannerisms were very animated.
She was on
Does she?
Orange is the New Black. She's been on a lot of things, but she
Can she
said
sing?
because of her character on that, she said not a lot of people ask her for interviews, but she seems very humble. So to see that she could play that character, and then when we was backstage, even her to be so humble, one day I just shoot my shot. I said, "Hey, I want to interview you," and she
But
she
you know
said, "Yeah."
what? A lot of actors and actresses, they if you reach out to them, they will. For example, Nate
hmm
McIntyre, he and I still talk on IG right now. Who was if you remember, he was on David Makes a Man
Maybe
season
make
one
sense. Hmm.
Oh,
and
I never
He's
season
on
watched
All
two,
it.
American now.
and now he's the main character on All American. You know, got that big role,
Mhm.
and to this day, we still talk all the time. Hell, me and Dr. Monica still talk from
Who's Dr.
Camp
Monica?
Getaway.
Oh,
Hmm. All the
I
time.
can see that if you're getting in on the ground floor before they blow up and get all those people and all that red tape around, you don't have to
Hmm.
go through all of that, all those channels to get an interview.
can
It's it's not easy to get, and they be having a inflated sense of self-worth. The people who be on these reality shows a lot of time.
Oh,
That's why I was
absolutely.
surprised
I don't
by Dr.
understand. They do
Monica.
too
But
much to me. I
they
rather
you got to go
interview
through too
actors.
many bells and whistles and hoops.
Clock
Girl,
it.
it's not that serious.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Get you a good old
October?
singer or somebody that's like an actor. They're the best interviewers.
October is a long time from now. I mean, damn, y'all could have filmed
for
3 seasons
for
by
three
now if this was
years.
Tyler Perry.
For
October, November, that's holiday
And watch it
season.
not come out then.
Listen,
they're supposed to, if it's a, P Valley was a summer show. I don't know where we went wrong.
not
I
necessarily.
think that's more so on the
I
network's end
mean,
because they
I
I
just
don't.
not
mean, the
filming.
pandemic been over for how many years now?
But
5.
no, that's what I'm saying. I think that's more so on the network's end because they've been done filming.
Post
Two
production don't take
years.
that goddamn long.
Well, they took a long time to renew the show.
Hey,
They took
They
like
Catherine
did.
almost
Powell.
There was a
9
delay
months.
with the renewal, but then like filming didn't even take that long. So it's like post production is not
I
a
think
year
it
and
was
a half
Nikki Gilbert's lawsuit and
But
made
that
them.
lawsuit been over for a minute now. For
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
about
like
a
a
what I'm saying.
year,
year.
ain't it?
I think
Well,
it's
oh,
more
who's
so
Nikki
Didn't it
for.
end
Gilbert?
in 23?
Who's
I think
Nikki
it's
Gilbert?
Nikki
From
Gilbert from Blackstone.
Brownstone.
I mean, yeah, Brownstone.
Brownstone.
Mm-hmm.
The one that's
The Brownstones in
Rita
Brooklyn.
Johnson said.
I
Five
heard it through the
miles empty.
grapevine.
5
Oh,
You
miles running.
girl, please,
hope that you feel much better.
girl, please.
Yes,
Next,
I
He said,
do.
in the world of Galinda, thank you. Next, please, please.
Well, you know, she said Katori Hall stole that show from her. That she stole the plot of P
She
Valley
did.
from her.
And
Yeah,
they said, and the
Um,
court
P
said
Valley
nope.
been around since P Valley was a play in 2005. So when did she create her thing?
Oh, she said she had receipts that she had it well before then.
She said she had
Okay.
She
it in
said she created
1999.
the.
That's
Yeah.
what she said.
yeah. The kitten
Whatever Katori Hall said, she said she had it in 1999, 2000,
Soul
and
Kittens
she
Cabaret,
stole it from her.
and they
That
did
show
go
is nothing
through
like
line
P
by
Valley.
line and character by character. That those
But that's
two,
stupid though. If
P
that's what
Valley
you
and the play, are very, 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 very similar.
They're similar in like premise, but tonality they're different. Because Soul Cans is more of a comedy, and the characters are like they have your they're not fleshed out like the way they are in P Valley.
I get that, but even like, but see, from my understanding with the courts, they didn't even do that argument. When Nikki made her argument about Uncle Clifford and her character and the characters in Soul Kittens being the same, what they argued in court was Uncle Clifford wasn't gay like it was in the play. Instead, Uncle Clifford was non-binary. But non-binary is one of those newer gender terms that wasn't
it's not
around then.
new. It has
So
been around. It's just that we never experienced it. It has been around, but it's mostly been around. One, if it in America, we never had a name for it. But if you go back to a lot of the Native Americans, they had gender nonconformity. They
Hmm.
have two spirited.
Two
So that's
spirited,
been
yeah.
around. It's just that
Hmm.
we don't exercise. That's a good word actually. We don't exercise that wording. Same thing with cisgender. That's been
but
around for
that's
decades,
but
but we
that's
don't
her
exercise
point.
that word.
That's her point. That term wasn't used then. It wasn't formed when the Soul Kittens Cabaret came about. But when
But it
P
wasn't
Valley
new.
came about, now it's here.
Because
And so
at that time he would have just been a gay man. To most
exactly.
people, it would have been
Exactly,
said he's a
Exactly.
gay man back then.
but he's not.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
that was her point.
like we've been saying for centuries, sexuality is a concept. Is a what is it? Sexuality
Social
is it a form?
construct.
Is one of them things.
It's
I'm
on a
sorry.
spectrum.
But that's
It's
what
on
they
a spectrum.
use. But again, that's what they use to go around saying that, well, Uncle Clifford
Mhm.
isn't a gay man, he's non-binary, but
I mean,
we know what it is.
you can be, but you can be a gay man and non-binary at the same time. There are some people that are non-binary. Like for instance, sometimes I
That
will consider
argument wasn't
myself
used in
gender
court.
non-conforming, but my part of gender non-conforming may be different from somebody else's.
But that argument was not used in court. That's the point. It they pretty much they did a lot of sidestepping in court.
Well, they need to sidestep next to stars because I'm ready to see it because nothing on stars
Okay,
is good.
that's my thing.
I cancel my stars because I listen
We'll get it back when it come time. We'll pay when it come time. But
because
I'm not. That's just
I
like
don't
I
watch.
got rid of AMC, and I said I'll pay for it again when Interview with the Vampire come back. But right
When
now I ain't
Dragula
watching
comes
none on
back,
AMC.
I'll bring back AMC when Dragula comes back, which is really good, so good.
What's that?
Dragula is think RuPaul's Drag Race, but very Halloween.
Oh, I've never heard that. I might.
It's
Well, let me
very
get my.
it's so good. It's the if you think this drama on Drag Race, you need to watch Dragula.
Ooh,
There is a
oh,
lot of drama on Dragula,
well,
and
maybe I need to go
it's
and see
getting
that
better.
then. I haven't
It's
had
really good.
AMC since last year. What is
Me
Interview with the
too.
Vampire coming back?
I fell out of that because y'all killed off Claudia.
Well,
And
she
they're
was
supposed to
meant to
bring
die.
Akasha in season 3. If they bring Akasha, they better do it right.
Who is your perfect Akasha? Because I have somebody in mind.
Um,
If you say Leah, I'm just dropping you from the screen. If you say
you
Aaliyah, I'm
saying
going
who?
to Aaliyah. I'll
If
drop
I'm
you from
saying who,
Why
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah can't play Akasha? She dead.
I
No,
didn't
I
say.
thought you said who was the best Akasha. I
No,
was about to
no.
say
Who would you want to play Akasha in Interview with a Vampire? Because I would want
Aaliyah
Logan
wasn't
Brown
bad. I
interview.
mean, she was barely in the movie. Aaliyah was barely in that movie.
Yeah, she was
Who
good.
would
she
I
was
want?
not
I don't
good
know
in
if you
that
guys
movie.
ever seen. I don't know how she would do, but aesthetic wise, I don't know if you guys ever seen Black Lightning.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
The older daughter, I would love to see what they would do with her. I think she
she.
would play if a nicer. I'm thinking right. I'm thinking back how she was acting, but physically
I
wise,
like the
I think
older daughter. I like the older daughter.
yeah,
You
She's a
know,
good
because
actress though.
she was
she
good on
is.
Black Lightning,
Is her
and
name
I
What
like
has
that.
she done lately?
Nafisa?
I like that
Nafisa
she's a
No,
dark
right,
skinned
her.
woman
She's
too.
gorgeous.
I like
She's
that
Nafisa
she's a
gorgeous.
Williams?
dark
I think that's
skinned
her
woman
name.
too.
And Anne Rice said she wanted a dark skinned woman to play Akasha. So Anne
Oh,
Rice was for a black. She wrote it for a black Egyptian person to play um Akasha because she said when they were showing her a lot of white actors, she said no, that's not how I envision Akasha. She's African in my eyes. Well, shout out to you, Anne Rice. You passed away, but shout outs to you for
R.I.P.
that interview.
You
She
know what they
wanted a
should also redo? They should make a remake of Feast of All Saints.
of what?
The Feast of All Saints. It was another Anne Rice novel. It focused on a multiracial family that
Mm.
lived. I don't was it I don't think it was during slavery, but I think it was like right after slavery. It's about these mulatto families who are like trying to marry into white society, or not marry into white society, gain white sponsors.
Mm.
They had a. It was on was it Lifetime or Hallmark? There was the first movie on Lifetime or Hallmark with Drusilla Winters in it, but I think it's hard to find. But it was a good movie and it was a good book, and I think they should remake it.
I
I
don't
feel like
watch
that's her.
Lifetime. I don't watch nothing on Lifetime or
Li-
Hallmark.
Lifetime be having
Mm-mm.
some good stuff. They have
Only
Flowers
thing
in the
on
Attic.
Lifetime and Hallmark is the Golden Girls, and I don't need them to watch the Golden Girls. So yeah,
You don't watch.
They
You
they
didn't
they
watch
have
Flowers in the Attic.
some cute thrillers on Lifetime.
really be
Yeah,
love
the
them
thrillers
I
Lifetime
never.
are
and
good.
Hallmark movies.
I can't stand the titles alone be so weird. Help me, my father is a rapist. Like I don't.
And those be the best ones.
They
Those
do.
be too much dramaticness.
There was the what? There was the murdered at 17, accused at 17.
See, look, that
Yeah,
sound
them,
like books
them
in the young adult section.
you have to watch it because you'll fall down a rabbit hole because like I said they have some good thrillers on Lifetime.
I'm good. I don't like stuff like that. It's you got to entertain
They're
me. I
they're
need something to do.
campy. They're campy, but like I said, you'll fall down a rabbit hole watching them because
I'm
what like
I
trying to figure out what's gonna happen.
myself. I'm enough camp for the whole world, so I don't need to watch that.
Can't. They just need more nudity.
I'm fine. I don't necessarily need to see sex and everything. No
I
shade or
do.
curse
I
or
think we
anything.
should. We need more
I
of it.
never liked Lifetime ever, except during their Little Women Atlantis period. But outside of
Oh my God, Little Women. I used to love Little Women, New York, L.A., and Atlanta. Yes and no.
R.I.P. Miss Minnie. Miss Minnie
Yeah.
was the show. Miss Minnie was the show.
The other one. The what's her name? The crazy
Juicy,
Not
one
Miss
that
Juicy.
Juicy's hilarious. I can't. She a
Oh
mess, but
no,
she's funny.
no.
Miss Juicy, baby.
Miss Juicy couldn't carry that show.
That's
That's
her.
why it got canceled right after Minnie died.
All
Mm.
She
got
was
canceled. All of them got kids. I used to
But I
watch
like
them.
Minnie. I like the twins. What's the other girl? The
Twins were weird. They were strippers, right?
at one
No,
point.
they were dancers.
I couldn't watch them because they gave me little kids. I couldn't do it.
They
No,
weren't
no.
they weren't bright, especially that one with that boy who was in and out of prison.
But well, see,
Then
I
they
was
have like
okay with the
like
twins.
a lot of kids or something. Like I don't know. When I
You
see like
remember
It
the
little
was,
dancers or little strippers, I feel
it was,
you
weird.
remember
it
the
was the
I
other
Gremlin
can't look
one.
at
twins?
you in porn.
The
Tanya was the
Gremlin
dumb
twins
one.
when
I
they
can't
popped
do it.
up. Oh my God.
Not the green.
I
Who was the
never
gremlin?
watched this Little Women mess.
Oh, it is amazing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Especially that first
They used to
season.
fight. I used to change the channel because I'm like, I'm going to laugh, and I don't think I need to be laughing watching little people fight physically. It looks funny.
But no, the best one was
It was funny.
when Minnie's mama, Miss Tammy, fought Juicy.
Like I used to
Then
see
she
it
look
on
like
some.
Kamala Man. She look like Tamala Man.
She threw the chicken at her.
She used to look like Tamala Man. I said Tamala Man is family.
You mean
She
Tamala?
Yeah, Tamala, but she was giving Tamala.
You know
She
what?
was Tamala Man,
I'm hollering. She was
not
giving
Tamala.
I
She
was
Tamala.
was
really trying to
Tamala.
tell you.
I was
She
letting
was
you
giving
get it
Tamala.
out.
Oh, I
She
can't
absolutely was.
stand you.
She was Tamala Man. She was, you know how they had like
Oh, I
alternate
can't stand
universes,
you.
She was
huh?
giving Tamala.
OMG.
Was giving Tamala.
Tamala
She,
Man.
oh, you know who she looked like? She looked like a
Mm-mm.
mixture between Tamala, Tamala Man, and Stacey Lane Matthews from Drag Race. Remember her? Did she look like Stacey Lane Matthews from Drag Race? Y'all
I
know
I'm
what
gotta.
gonna
Stacey
I'm,
What's
Lane
it?
Matthews look like.
I'm gonna have to look that up. Let me see.
Look up Stacey Lane Matthews. Not the typing.
Mm. I'm done with Tamala Man. I don't even need to look up nothing else because I was done after Tamala. I was
Oh
done
my
after that.
God.
That's all I
Yes.
needed.
Especially
Oh
with
no,
that short
that
blonde
you ain't right.
hair.
She
You ain't
looked like
right.
Stacey Lane Matthews.
Now y'all gonna make me look. Why y'all got me looking these people
Oh
eye?
no,
You know,
especially with this blonde hair. But she looks good in the black hair with this curly wig with this brownish with the.
I hate y'all. I
Henny,
really hate y'all. I
Henny.
just really hate y'all.
Is she white?
She's mixed white, black, and Native American. She mixed.
Oh,
Now, Stacey
She
Lane Matthews looked like a light skinned version of what's her name? You know our girl who fell. That
Kimberell.
used the
oh my
fucking
God! Not
sharpie.
Scarlet takes the tumble.
No, from Drag
Oh,
Race. Who? Oh God, who used to do the
Stacey Lane
permanent
Matthews
markers
from
for her
Drag Race.
drag?
Miss
Silky,
Rocky.
Silky.
Not Silky.
She looked like a light skinned Silky.
Not no. Listen. Well, rumor has it Silky coming back to Drag Race next season, and I'm here for it. I love me some Silky. You
Coming
could bring
back
back
for
Silky
what? To
every
compete?
season. Yeah,
I
I
guess.
like. Listen, I don't care if y'all could bring back Ginger Minge. Y'all could bring back Silky.
I mean, on a regular season or on an All Stars or something like
All
that.
Stars. This is like
Oh,
her
okay. I
fourth
thought you said
time.
like
That's
for
what
a
they
regular season. That's why
allegedly.
I was looking like that for a regular season.
Nah, cause she been on regular season All Star 6 where she was doing that lip sync thing that was funny.
Now that I got a
And then
bunch of y'all up here, little baby, you got to give us this moment. Do y'all believe those abuse rumors about Raheem?
No.
who's I didn't watch them and I you know what I would
I don't follow them
I
Why?
folks
would
like that.
What are we? Because listen, I'm in this generation. We use abuse too lightly. People are starting to say stuff like
but at the
reactive
same
abuse.
time Raheem why you dating a man that's 19 years younger than you?
Mm.
Because
Is it 9
Raheem's
or
a
19?
hoe.
I don't think Elijah was that much younger than him, was
Because
he?
he was in his mid 20s,
Well, then he probably was then.
Cuz Raheem
and
is in his 40s.
Raheem is like 44, 45, somewhere around there.
Mhm.
he is.
Mm-hmm.
You
Y'all need to
sure?
stop looking for y'all need to stop looking at these young little kids.
And
What they going to
I
do to
think
you?
Elijah's what, like
He's
26?
mid 20.
He's
He got to be
26,
26,
27.
27, but that face
Mhm.
is giving 66.
Yeah, that face is giving like 66,
It's
67.
giving
Well,
elderly
Elijah was,
now.
Yeah.
He's not.
well,
He's
you see,
not
But
Elijah
cute.
was never cute. He was never
when
cute.
you a whole ass bass head and you a whole ass cokehead fucking baser, that happens to you. Drugs will age you like that. You know,
But he was never cute though. He was never like,
he was over the before he got with Raheem, when he used to be doing his own point, he didn't look like he looked now.
he was
He
still
didn't look
never
like
cute.
he like them years that he did with Raheem was like a decade for each year.
But
I'm
he was,
serious. I'm
but
serious.
he was always gonna look like that. He was never like.
With the coke, the meth, the crack, all of that he was
You think
baby
they
listen.
party? You think they party?
Yes, look at
Yes,
them.
absolutely. And you know who
90%
is
of them
another
do that.
you know who is another basehead and cokehead? That's why he been losing weight. That fuck bitch who I can't stand, Nico. I cannot stand him. Oh,
Oh,
I can't. He gets on my last
he
nerve.
hasn't
He
been
does
losing
not.
Now,
He
weight
why
does.
don't
though.
you like Nico?
Nico get on my last. I cannot
Nico is
stand her.
annoying. He is, but he's good at what he does
He
besides
you
YouTube.
know I no he's not good at what he
I
does.
like his
You
little
want to know why?
videos.
Me
His
too.
his porn is trash, but his little YouTubes
Oh
are
no, I
good.
think
You talking about
no,
Mr.
I think
No.
Aesthetic?
Let me tell you why his YouTube I don't like. I hate his YouTube because he comes off very condescending, very
He
self
He
does.
righteous,
does.
and he's
He does.
not objective.
never,
If he does
never.
That's
not
true.
like if he does not like you, he has an axe to grind. The people come out and put out receipts to say, "Bitch, that shit was wrong. You were not true." He's not gonna go walk it back.
Oh, he
He's
never
not gonna go.
retracts. He never does a
And
part
when
two.
he zeroes on somebody and doesn't like them, he's gonna go way overboard. I, and then for example, I lost respect for him when he first started because I was following his YouTube channel when he only had like 1,500 subscribers. He was cool. He would drag the porn skanks. Back then, Kim Jim was still around. Still around, and he did he was where everybody went for their porn.
Him Jim came
Literally.
back, didn't he?
He came back.
I think. Hold
Why?
on. Let me see, because I think I watch him now.
Let me
Hold
know.
on.
Send me the link if he did,
Is he
because I
on Twitter?
love Kim Jim. But when Kim Jim, Nico blew up because Kim Jim's channel
Hold
got
on.
struck, and
Oh,
then he would still be dragging porn skanks, and then you started doing porn, and I was like, now wait a minute.
well, I like Nico, but I lost respect for him after the whole Jacoby thing. That really was like, why would you even start that? Because he was really the main one running with that
Hmm.
whole rumor.
Jacoby is annoying though. No shade.
But he tried to
He
say
isn't,
Jacoby raped Castro.
and we all saw the video and knew
And,
that wasn't
and he
true.
did not. And if you know Castro, that's how
No,
he
no.
is. He's always like that.
There's somebody else. But I've gotta watch the this little thing about Elijah and
And the thing is, I don't even
I
know
could
what
believe
he,
it. No shade.
but
I
he
could
didn't
believe
even
it.
say anything. He just said
But I can
he
also say that Elijah probably put in could be
20
lying
on
too.
10 because he's mad that
Hmm.
Raheem broke up with him and probably moved on to something new,
But
fresher,
remember, they
No,
said they
hotter.
had
he
got back
didn't.
together for a little bit.
They got back together for the awards, then they broke up again. It was weird.
They need to stay broken up.
Why? Well, no, I know why, but
You know. I've made
I
my
just,
faith very clear on the matter.
I just think that it was a lot because I feel like, right, even though I don't think you did it, Elijah, a lot of people think you stole him. So
He did
for you
steal.
to
He
come
did.
back,
He did. He stole. Right. We all saw it in real time. He stole that man from Leon. Stop playing.
Who's Leon?
Leon, light skin, who that's the only reason
Leon
we know
Red,
who Raheem
Leon,
is.
who I believe is the more attractive of
He is
Raheem.
yes,
Leon is way more attractive than Elijah. Let's be clear.
Yeah,
but
because Elijah's. Mm.
he would never like y'all be saying like Raheem made him age like that. Like he was always gonna look like that. He was not a cute person.
KMBN.
But I just feel like it's weird that you now saying that he abused you when the real person who should be calling abuse is Leon. If we're going by what
Oh,
Teddy
him.
said,
I don't know if
That was
Leon
a
can say he was abused. I don't think.
if you
Perhaps
invite somebody into my
financially.
bed and then
yeah, that pussy abuse.
oh well yeah that too, but if you invite somebody into our bedroom and then kick me out and y'all get to live
But
in a
that's
new
not
white
abuse.
man kicking somebody out of their home,
That's not abuse.
kicking somebody out of their home isn't
It's
abuse.
not abuse. You need me to do it in sign
Well, if it's
language?
not
Then what?
abuse, can you give us what it is? Because I feel like y'all gonna keep doing this bit.
Not that Raheem messed with Jussie. I thought Jussie was getting
Probably
his back blown out by the Osendero brothers, and then it
everybody.
went
Well,
awry.
Jussie was a free for all. Let's be honest. He was.
You know, they said Jussie had community pussy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but they
I
also
heard
said he
that.
was a. They said he was verse. So I don't know if he was.
I heard the word
Verse where?
big, but
They said he was topping the Osandario brothers.
No, God, no. I ain't heard nobody say that.
I
Who's the
have.
Nobody.
old Dario brothers?
Xavier, you the
Juicy
only one that
verse?
heard that.
I just I
Yeah,
don't see Juicy being verse.
Juicy ain't verse nowhere.
Yeah,
Juicy?
that's why they call him Juicy.
That
He
is a
ain't verse
pillow
nowhere.
princess.
See, that's why they call him Juicy.
Mama
I'm
ain't
just telling
verse
you.
nowhere.
I'm
Jesse
just telling you
Smollett.
what the
Hee-hoo.
streets.
Absolutely
I'm just
not.
saying what the
I had a little
streets are
crush on
telling
him
y'all.
before he went off the damn deep end.
Listen, I still do. I think Jussie is.
Getting late night subs and shit.
His
Listen,
younger
I
brother
believe.
on that show over there
I
doing the
think
most too.
Xavier, you want him to be versatile so he can blow your back out, but he's not. I'm sorry.
You're not gonna mess up my dreams and hopes.
He's
But
I
not.
mean,
I'm
maybe
sorry,
him and Xavier
Xavier.
could have some good side play.
You like soft top, Xavier?
not really. But Jussie is very.
I was just about
He's
to say
very
that thing.
soft.
I could see him giving soft top.
I can't.
I
Nowhere.
can.
Yeah.
Jussie,
A soft
Yeah.
top, yeah.
He ain't a
I
lady.
can't see him giving soft top at all. I can't
He's
see
not
him
a
giving
he's
no
not a
parts
lady.
of top.
He don't
There's
give
nothing
lady.
wrong.
He gets soft top the same way Drake does.
Mm-mm. The same way who does?
The same way who does?
Drake.
Drake is a bottom girl.
Girl, Drake
Don't bring
does
him
eat some
over here.
crap.
Let him stay with the
Yeah.
straights. I don't want him over
Yeah, he can
here.
stay with the straights. We don't need him.
But
Wheelchair
even then,
Jimmy can stay right over there with
You
the
see all
straights. We
that
do not need
ass?
him.
Y'all don't want to claim
No.
BBL Drizzy?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
BBL
Straight-
Drizzy.
Nah.
Listen, Wheelchair
BBL
Jimmy can stay. Lil Baby, y'all got him. Lil Baby, don't ask her. Y'all got him.
Y'all-
Lil Baby, he's all y'all's. We don't want him.
y'all know him and Odell
I can't
went
believe you
together
fronting
like
on
this.
Justin. Yeah.
They went together like this, and I don't see Odell bottoming. So
Now, if that's true, the informed, that's what they do in the straight porn. The straight porn actors, that's what they do. They, take the little
Oh my
stuff and
God.
inject it in their penis,
Yeah, they
and that's
gotta
how they
keep it
stay
up.
hard.
What the hell? What
Yeah,
the
it's a
hell?
whole
regular.
thing in the porn industry.
What,
That
I
that
mean,
is a
What the
real
hell?
thing.
really, indeed.
what the
Because
hell he on?
is that
Well,
why
I'm not.
What the hell?
I'm not
these
He-
people be in the
surprised. What the hell?
ER with their appendages falling off?
But the thing is, Raheem
Well, no,
content
in,
doesn't
in the
warrant all
porn
that.
industry, male porn actors, they will tell you they're this medication they inject it into their penis. It keeps their penis hard for
Mhm.
hours and hours and hours, and it allows them to shoot.
Okay, money long.
Brian Pumper. He was famous for using that.
Y'all can keep him too.
I just
And then they wonder when they get older why their dick fall off.
Oh,
Where they
wow.
did they dick wasn't workable as it was.
But
Hmm.
I'm surprised Raheem is using that because his content doesn't require all that. He doesn't need
That's
to
why
be
Castro's dick can't get up.
Well, then there's that
nah, it
Clock,
option
can't get
too.
up
clock
because
it,
he's a power
clock it.
bottom.
he's a
Castro like an alley cat.
Whenever Castro's bottoming, rock hard every time.
Oh,
Let's just be for real.
why
I
did he
mean,
transfer to becoming a top? What
no,
happened?
well, if he can
Well,
actually
let
take
me
it,
say
because
let
when
me say
him
it
and
like
oh
this:
boy
not
did
all
that
the time.
scene back in the day, he was doing all that squirming and ooh and
It's
ahhing, child
someone
bye.
someone who's from Miami and have observed Castro at events in action, doing the do.
What events?
He has been soft both fucking and getting fucked, he'll go to the corner, do his meth, do his coke, do his crack, come back, still be strung out on his mind, out of his mind, and that thing be soft and flopping around and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least that's what I've been told. I'll say that's what I've been told.
You know who reminds me of Castro, but he stays hard? Yardy.
I don't
I
like
don't enjoy
Yardy.
his
I
content.
do not
I
like him
don't
at all.
enjoy. And somebody
I
on
like to
TikTok
watch. I
said that
just
he
wouldn't want
smelled.
to. I just wouldn't want to be. He just couldn't get on top of me. But I like to watch sometimes because it's just like really,
It doesn't look. It
I gotta
doesn't
find
look
it.
it
like
I gotta
me.
find a video
expands
on
your
TikTok.
mind.
It doesn't
It
look
expands.
enjoyable. It looks like
Somebody
it's.
said he smells during the scenes. He does
Is
not
that
smell good.
Malik the psychopath that likes to shoot
Yeah,
his
Malik
that
is
assassin?
that
lying,
boy,
but
and he
no,
just he just came back and
I don't
apologized.
believe nothing Malik says. That bitch is a fucking liar. He's a stunt
Mm-hmm.
queen.
And a
That's
and a
all Malik
killer.
I
Joseph is.
love a stunt queen.
That bitch is a fucking stunt queen.
Life
I
is
can't
so bored
stand
without
her.
some drama, and a stunt queen is
Oh,
going to
but
bring the
she's
drama.
She
lying.
gonna give you drama, honey.
A
She
stunt queen
lies,
gonna
she
shake some
cheats,
shit
and she
up. They gonna
kills.
shake the table.
She's a stunt queen. Oh,
I mean, whether
girl.
it's true or not, I didn't ask up for all that.
And like who she just admitted to lying on.
She admitted to lying on PRK. She admitted to
Yardy.
lying. She admitted to lying on Yardy. She admitted to lying on Knockout.
No, it was the recent one. She just lied about Elijah. Which Elijah? I forget his last name, but
The
it's
bitch
Elijah.
just wanted some clout
And it's
and
and his
was
videos
making
are
shit up. She's a whole ass stunt queen.
and his videos aren't like going viral. I feel
I
like
mean,
he's.
people don't check for Malik Joseph like that. Let's be clear. You are not that girl.
I
Because
think he
real
was
girls do what? Real
real
things.
thing.
Real
But
girls
the
do real
thing, but
things.
but you see, what was Malik's sort of shtick? He was he could turn straight man for some reason.
No, he's not turning straight man.
That's what he said. They called him
He's
I
turn
just
not.
straight.
think that that's delusion speaking, but that's
Yeah.
just me.
Y'all need to leave them trades alone.
But they're not trade either. So, but
Right.
that's a whole different conversation.
Not
Most
when
of
your
them
whole
are
not when your whole
hobosexuals
booty
or
hole winking
homeless
at me.
sexuals. That's what they
Not
are.
when not when your whole booty hole is winking at me. Okay, girl.
Like
You
Miss
know when I
Grandy.
came, you know the old school girls. When I came up, the old school girls used to teach you. They used to say, if a bitch claim he a top, and when he fucking his ass spread open, he get fucked. And I've learned it's never been wrong.
And I'm not against that. I just don't want to see it on camera because some of y'all are not good bottoms, and that's okay. Not everybody can do it. Okay, not everybody can do it, Mr. Bolden.
Mm.
Not everybody can do it.
Oh, he could do it. That bitch be getting his back blown out.
I don't want to. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look
Tony.
enjoyable. Um,
I bet
who
that ain't
else?
the case when he go to them Republican.
Republican sex party, Republican
Okay,
Party sex parties
they
First
First
of
of
they
all,
they,
all,
they say he's slaying all the girls in them.
with Lady
I'm sure he
G and all
letting
of
some of
them.
them old white men top him and calling him a nigger.
Raphael
it's
Cruz,
it's
Lady
how you
G and the
said it.
girls.
Wow, it's giving
Mm.
hardcore
who
race play
else?
right there. Wow.
I heard Josh Hawley be over there. I did. Did.
Who?
I'm trying to think of who is on the Republican side in Congress that is even approaching conventionally attractive.
Not right.
Okay.
I don't think
In
it's not about
Congress,
attraction to the face. It's about attraction to that dollar.
but no,
Baby,
but in
I
Congress,
just
like
have some self
Hell,
respect.
You
all of
know,
them.
Mama Tim Scott is like a cum dump at that thing. Baby,
You
she
talking about
sit in the
Senator
corner.
Gums?
Baby, listen,
All
mush mouth be in the corner, face down, ass up, like whatever. Go do as you please.
hell,
is
everybody
he?
over there 100 years old.
I don't think he was in the. He's no longer in the Senate, but I do think what's the dude from Florida that went to school with y'all. Um,
Matt Gates.
yeah, him. I think he.
He was never in the Senate. Matt Gates was
He was
in
in
the
the house.
house.
He's in the house.
I thought that's why I said
Matt Gates is
Congress.
That's an
not gay.
ugly motherfucker too. I'ma just say it. That's an
Now,
ugly
Matt Gates
motherfucker.
is not gay. At least from all everything I know, he's not.
Then what
He
is
too
this
busy
thing
messing with
about
little
him
girls.
adopting that little boy? That strange little thing with the little boy that he adopted from some third world country.
I haven't heard nothing about him and the little boy. Not Matt Gates.
It was a
We know
young.
he's
It was
messing
a
with little
teen.
girls.
It
He
was a
messing with
team
little
that was messing with
girls.
him.
Remember, he's sex trafficking little girls,
And
not
sending
little
them
boys.
But there
sending them
was this little boy that he
yeah.
adopted that he was taking to these parties.
You covered it,
I,
El Teddy.
Yeah, we
You,
talked about it.
you covered it. It was some Hispanic boy.
It was a
yeah,
Hispanic boy.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Maybe I did. I just don't remember.
Nestor.
I
With Matt
cover a lot of
Gates.
stories.
Look, yeah,
Yeah,
a young
a
man named
little
Nestor.
a little
Yes, it
brown
was.
boy. I think he's from like what was it?
I don't remember that.
Me either.
El Teddy, I recall it.
Y'all, I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying I don't remember that. I even remember Matt Gates went to school with me,
I
and so I
know
know
that's
Matt
how,
Gates from college.
and he never
He,
gave
he's
that.
he's Cuban.
It's always a Cuban.
You know them Cubans
I
ain't
remember.
shit. Don't be coming over here talking about us. The
Into the
ghetto.
ghetto.
Talking about the
Ghetto,
ghetto.
ghetto
The
love.
ghetto. That was a good song back in the day. The ghetto.
See, Ronnie
Oh,
remember. Nestor. Yep.
I'm sure we talked about it over here. You know, we don't miss much. I'm
But
thinking
him,
about what I'm finna eat tonight. I done got
I don't
hungry
know about
again.
the little boys, but I
Are
do know
you
about the little
are you trying
girls.
to eat or are you trying to get ate tonight?
I am trying to eat food, okay?
Mm.
I'm
oh, so
not
you
bringing
can't get
nobody's
eight.
coming over here tonight. I have production work to do
Four
tonight.
for four.
I have to produce Silly Saturday, okay? It's a Friday night. I don't let 4 for 4 come on Fridays. I'm just being honest with you.
Oh,
I ain't gonna lie. I might be hoeing on Sunday, so I don't know yet.
I'm just saying.
I'm working on Sunday.
weekend is for crabs.
But El Teddy,
Crap.
does 4 for 4 have a single straight friend?
I'll ask him.
Hopefully with
He
a large
do
appendage.
now I know he got some boys. Um, some of them are gay, some of them are straight. He has a mix, like he has a friend group. It's about 5 of them, 5 or 6 of them. I done been around them. Him and 2 others of them are gay. I think it's 5 of them. Yeah, 3 of them are gay, 2 of them are straight, and one of them is gay claims to be bisexual. I told him he's we went to brunch and I was like, you claim to be bi, you just really gay. And the other
How
two
you gonna
straight
tell him what he
dudes,
is?
no. The other 2 straight dudes that's been knowing him since they were in elementary school said he's kind of right.
Ah,
Well, you
I
don't
just
know.
feel like
Maybe he
when
likes
people say
y'all,
they're
you.
when
y'all.
when some people say they're bi, they're just soft launching into gay.
Hmm.
I think
Hmm.
that's sometimes. Well, it depends on the gender.
Because
Because
they're like, oh,
women,
I'm bisexual. When was the last time you had a girlfriend? When was the last time you
That
had sex
was
with a
my
woman?
question.
Quickly.
If you're
But
trying to
that
Quickly.
count
no,
high school,
that
but
doesn't
that's
mean
what they said.
anything.
They've been knowing each other since elementary, and they were like,
Oh,
because the first thing
he
they
ain't dated
said,
a girl since high
"Nigga,
oh,
you
school.
never even had a girlfriend. We
oh.
never
That is
even seen you talk to nobody." And one of them was like, "We was roommates. You never brought a girl over to fuck."
that
Oh,
Well,
doesn't mean
there's
And
that.
I said,
that doesn't mean anything. That just means that girls didn't want him.
he didn't want no girl. He's not. No, he's not an ugly man. Now I would say
It
Well,
doesn't have to
only
that.
be
one of his
ugly,
Well,
but
that's
women have are very
only
particular.
one of his friends is ugly, and it is one of the straight ones.
oh
But
man.
all
of
his
course.
friends,
Not all, man. Ah,
all his friends is fine as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, oh.
How
When I
ugly
went,
is
I
the
was
ugly
like,
one?
oh.
is it
Is it
medium
walkable
ugly?
ugly? Can
Because
he
medium
dress?
ugly with some money. I mean, that's
Well,
a little
no,
different.
he's the ugly that you'll be like, we can date
So like
Okay.
because
Drewski.
he's one of them skinny, ugly men that you could tell got a big, long dick,
Oh,
and all of
skinny.
them are
Oh
very
Lord.
professional, got long money and shit. And you know he blow. I could tell he blows backs out. So he's that ugly, cute kind. You know what I'm saying? You know the ugly, cute kind. You be like, you ugly, but you cute, and I'll let you get it. That's how he is.
Does he dress
So
really, really well? Like if
Oh
I
yeah.
see him,
Oh
I'll be
yeah.
like, oh my
Yeah,
God,
because
mm,
he's
that
cute.
is
Okay.
important. That's
is he
Okay.
Yeah.
important.
smoking?
No.
So that
Shoe game
definitely.
is on point.
Oh my God.
Teeth
Okay.
is on
So those are
point.
points. Those are
You
points.
know what I'm saying? Always and got a good job. Good
Okay.
job.
A lot of
He's
Smell
points.
good.
Do
how
any of
good?
them do any of them like the thickies?
Huh?
Do any of them like the thickies, the fatties?
Well, this one is straight, but all
No,
of the girl
I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about the
he's
straight one. I'm
divorced
talking
though.
about.
He's divorced and he like big women though. He don't like small women.
No, I'm not
And
talking about
he'll
the straight
tell
one.
you, he said, I like to make the number 10. If you ain't helping
Oh
me
Oh,
make
wow.
the number 10, I can't help you.
Oh,
oh,
okay.
oh.
He
Well,
sounds
Abby,
like my
you got a
brother.
man. Abby, if you listening,
He be
It,
like, if you ain't helping me make the number 10, I can't do nothing with you.
okay, I can do that.
He's
I can do
straight.
that.
That
No,
don't
Hello.
mean
I
nothing.
just said I wasn't talking about the straight ones.
Oh. Not the gay ones, they both got boyfriends.
Oh
They
hell.
both talk about cheating on their boyfriends. They
Mm.
never bring their boyfriend. Like all the times I done
Oh, this
went.
Ooh,
terrible
so they're
people.
cheaters. Those are no. This is my
No,
Oh,
type.
they're
all the
terrible
times that I done
people.
hung out with his
Oh.
friends, they ain't never brought their boyfriends.
So they're
Ooh.
rich cheaters.
Mm-mm.
That sounds just right.
And they've
That sounds
all
just
talked
for me.
and they've talked about and so I've told him like when we get in the car to leave, I said that's not cute. I mean, them your friends. You be if we was to be together, because I say we not together. You do what you want, but if we was together, you'd be with them cheating and shit.
Right?
Nah, I ain't know that.
I,
Them just my boys.
I'm
He
make me
said,
go.
them just my boys, and I look like,
Birds of a feather flock together.
Make me go ahead and get my pistol.
child, I don't
Yeah,
do the
you so
cheating.
damn cuss. Ha ha.
I'm just saying. I don't do that.
I mean, cheating.
It depends.
I'm gonna get my lick back. That's just how I feel, and then I'm gonna walk away.
It really does depend because it also depends on who you cheat with.
Yeah, so like if they fuck my friend, I have to fuck one of their siblings. Like that's just how it
Yeah.
is.
Or if they like go back to
Well,
their
I would
ex,
say
or they like go.
it depends on who you cheat with.
I've
Like
I
already
fucked
fucked your
somebody's daddy
daddy.
before.
I know
I
that
don't do
right,
the
I
cheating.
Ken.
don't
I fucked
date,
somebody's daddy before.
I don't date bisexual
Oh,
men anymore because I can't deal with you cheating on me with a girl. Nope.
But
That's why I don't date
Cody, if you
bisexual
date
men no more.
trade,
I can't
but if
deal
you
with it.
date,
Nope. Nope. Nope.
but
Nope.
if you
Nope.
date trade, you're going
Mm-mm.
to end up dating a
I don't
bi.
date trade. I stopped that in my 20s. Trade is cute when you in your 20s. After your 20s, trade and bisexual, that shit gets old and played out. Baby,
So
I'm
when
not
you
gonna have you
never
going over there
dated
cheating on me
trade,
with
what does
with a
that mean?
woman. Sorry.
I mean, I actually like the bisexual men because sometimes they, they
I
homegirls,
like them.
they want to lay and play too. So that I mean that's a fun time for me. But
Yeah, that's
oh.
cool. But it's the it's. I just don't want you leaving me for a woman because I just can't handle that.
I
And I
can't
also don't
share
want.
my man because if
I
we in the
just feel
bed
like
with
y'all shouldn't
somebody
Oh,
else,
internalize
that's
that.
fine.
I
if
mean, I
we in
just
the
feel like
bed
you never
with
internalize.
somebody else and you have one extra moan that's louder or more intense than you had with me, bitch, I'm stabbing
Oh,
you in your heart
and I'm not
immediately.
gonna. And also I don't want to.
You
I don't want
got
to deal with the
one
whole.
time to curl your
This is
toes harder,
crazy.
to have an extra hard moan, to do something with that bitch you ain't never did with me. And bitch, I'ma stab you in your heart right then and there.
And also
It's
I don't
gonna be
like
a
the
whole
whole.
bloody situation.
I don't want to ever be like the woman in the confessions video talking about she's pregnant and she keeping it. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that.
I've dealt with that when I used to deal with bisexual men. One of my boyfriends when I was in my 20s was bisexual, and I dealt with that. And it was a whole situation. It was a whole situation. I might have to tell that story on the members only.
So you had a sister wife?
No, but I'll
No,
tell
she
that story on
stole
the
his
members
man and
only.
tried to have a baby. That's what I
No,
can't
that's not how
do.
it went either, Xavier. No.
So you got an
But Sheree,
Elijah pulled on you?
No, I did not have an Elijah pulled on me.
wait a minute, what happened?
That's reserved for members only.
You be promised to
Well,
keep members
let's make
only,
this a
then you
members
never
only so you can
come.
tell it.
Yeah, gonna make it members only now.
Let,
Because
Let's
let's
I
say
don't
go.
let's do members only
Let's
understand.
go and
now.
make this a members only so you can
If she
tell
didn't
it.
see it, wait, so y'all was still together while she was still having the baby?
You really want the answers to your question, don't you?
Yeah, that's why I said
Yes.
let's
Hey, you
make
better
this a
type
members
this shit
only
in
so
the
you can
members
go on and
only
tell it.
chat. We need to know. The people demand answers.
The
I
people
need
are in the
rising
chat are
action
not demanding
climax.
answers. The people in the chat are not demanding answers. So I that's not true.
Chat, demand answers, please and thank you.
I want answers to what Sherelle was doing down there when she was down there with Chad, bringing all sorts of havoc into his life.
Sherelle, who?
You Sherelle from Wags to riches. You promised us a lot,
Oh,
Hush.
girl, that woman. Oh,
Miss
girl.
Baything agrees with me, LT. Come on, spit it out.
Well, let's go on and convert over.
Spit it out.
Members only.
Give the people what they requesting.
Tell the truth. Shame the devil.
The
You
devil has
might as well.
already
It's
been
Friday
shamed.
night. You might as well.
Cut
And I
up.
feel
Look at
alright.
look at Ronald. All the people who ain't clicked nobody's link talk about what I need to be telling.
You tell all your other damn
Well,
business.
all of us up here are saying the
I
same
really
thing.
don't.
So we
Now,
speaking for
I'll
them.
say like this. As a YouTuber, that's something people tell me all the time. I really don't share a lot of my business.
Oh,
Well,
that's
Absolutely.
well,
good.
well, well let's convert over and share.
Well,
Why
you
don't
know
you
that's part of
share?
the Capricorn way. We don't
Yeah,
talk
we don't
about
be,
our business like that. We
Capricorn. We
don't do
don't be
that.
giving
I,
people
I
our
give
business
We
like
don't
people
do
that.
that.
shit I don't care about. I get them that all day, but things
Now,
that I want to hold
the
close to my
fact that
chest,
I
no.
am 20 years removed from this is okay.
Yeah, that's when we'll tell it. Like
Look
years
at this
later,
whore.
like that
Look
on
at
our
this whore.
deathbed.
Look at this whore. Talk about what I
First
need
of
to
all,
share.
don't
Don't
get
do
your
done
gun
done
down
like
like
that.
that.
I'm talking about whore.
Look, cause my mama
We're all
moving out,
whores.
so
We're
I need
all
somebody
little
to take
whores.
care of.
Not
I'm
me.
a great whore.
Not me.
Harold,
I am
Don't
truly not a
don't
whore.
don't do me.
I am not a
Harold,
whore.
Don't
we
don't even
know
do
your
me.
story.
Don't even do me. I'm not a
If
whore.
them backwoods and trees in Alabama could talk,
They'll tell you absolutely nothing.
they would tell a whole story. Speaking
With
of
you?
stories, so this is an ex that I had in my 20s. I knew he was bisexual. We had
Yeah.
at the we dated for 2.5 years. Matter of fact, he tried out for American Idol this season. Oh, I'm about to date myself now. We tried out for American Idol this season. Well, he tried out and I went with him. And the fact that he was like, well, since you stay here with me, I might as well you might as well try. So I was like, okay, and I made it further than him. But the year Fantasia and Jennifer Hudson was on there,
Season
he
4.
tried out for
No,
American
season 3.
Idol.
Season 3.
Season 3, yeah. That's how far back this is.
2004.
Damn,
Um,
you old.
fuck you.
Methuselah.
2004.
You
20,
been
21
trying.
years ago.
I told y'all he was old.
You mad
2004.
about it?
Black don't crack unless you do it.
You mad
two-
about it?
2004. I was in junior high
I
school.
heard you was looking for
Who-
me. Who
You was
I'm
in
looking
junior.
for?
Here, you were in junior high.
Yes.
Oh my
Talk about
god,
I'm
I was
looking
in
for
high
you.
school.
I'm right here. I ain't got to look. I ain't went nowhere. Say it with your
Now
chest.
let's just get something understood. Where the
What?
whore at?
Wait, we can
Where
make
the
you
whore
big.
at? Cause it ain't
Listen,
here.
the ghetto can make you big. We can make you big in the ghetto. What?
Where the whore at?
What,
Where is the
bitch?
whore at?
Please let me know.
What whore?
Where's the whore?
Unhinged behavior.
I done
What
told people
whore?
I am saved.
Them the biggest whores out there. Did you
Me and
not
Harold
open your
saved
heart?
What
together.
is the
Show
definition of
live.
a whore?
Show
Let's
live.
define whore first. Let's define whore first.
Somebody who sleeps with a lot of people.
Listen, I'm assuming that Chef Don Don get paid for his services, okay? Now, had I called you a slut or a skank and you just out here laying it low and spreading it wide for free, then that's a whole different story.
No,
But
a slut is a slut is Ricky from Noah's Ark. That's a
a
slut.
whore,
That was a past
you
one.
out here, you might be laying it low and spreading it wide, but I'm getting paid, bills getting paid, my kids is fed, I'm fed, and I got everything I want, and this car note need to be paid
Now
too.
that is the truth. You know, there's a price on this thing right here. So you know you're right.
You know, I ain't got a problem. You know what I'm saying? We have to get it honestly. Us whores we could have to get it honestly. I'm just saying. Back to what I was saying. So this was 2004. So I knew he was bisexual. I knew that. But I was young. I was in my early 20s. I was, about this life. I was, shit, I was bitch.
Hmm doing what
That shit was
20
cute.
20 year olds do.
Child, that shit was cute back then. And we dated for 2.5 years. Things was going beautiful. And I blame myself for everything though. I would say I was stupid, young, dumb in my 20s and blame myself because he literally it was one of his ex-girlfriends, and they dated in high school. She moved away. She was in the military. She moved away. All of that good jazz. And
Always
he's
the military hose.
right. Ain't they some hoes?
Excuse me?
Yeah, always
Yeah.
doing something. Always laying low,
The
spreading
fuck
wide, and
is you
having
saying about
somebody.
people that was in the military?
I'm just saying that y'all hoes and y'all need to stop.
You're not helping your cause, Cams.
That's what
We
they
know
said,
you.
Xavier.
First of all, when I was in the military, I was fucking married and I was faithful
Oh,
Mm,
to me.
oh,
mm.
But where
Actually,
your
no, I
platoon
wasn't.
played faithful?
That's what they
Actually,
all say.
actually, no, I wasn't. No, I wasn't.
That's what they all say. Every military man I know, they be married. They cause you get more money and more benefits when you marry. But them hoes cheat left, right, and sideways.
We had an
Having wife over
arrangement.
here, wife over there.
It was very much a lavender marriage.
oh.
Mm,
Lavender.
No,
mm.
Are you married to a woman?
yeah, she's
Oh,
definitely
okay.
married to a woman now. Yeah, we were definitely in a lavender marriage.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's
Did
still
y'all
Yeah,
get
counts.
married for benefits?
damn right.
I
That's what I
figured.
want to do. I'm trying to find
You know,
someone to
when you
marry
in
me
the
Yeah,
for their
military, they
benefits.
damn near force you to get
I'm gonna be
married so you
honest.
can get
yeah,
benefits.
I enjoyed my lavender marriage
yeah.
infinitely
That's
more than
why
being married for love. Fuck that.
whenever I heard of like military people marrying and marrying people they didn't like, it was for benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Contract
Mm-hmm.
marriages were very common when I was in the military. I mean, like legitimately, there was some signed paperwork. You
Hold
marry
on
me,
for
and
a
I get out
moment.
of the barracks. You get this, that, and the other, and I'll give you my health care. Yeah, it was a lot of that going on. But then they started sleeping together and then had kids, and I was like, "See, you done fucked up the whole arrangement now.
You can't be doing that. See, this is what I'm
You
talking
can't
about.
be fucking the person that you in a marriage of convenience with. It don't work like that."
Yeah, people do too much. They give them an inch, they take a mile.
But I love my little nieces and nephews, so you know. But no, not everybody in the military cheats. But if that nigga going on deployment or she going on deployment, you might as well just file the paperwork. Might as well just file the fucking paperwork because they was having
But even in that
abortion.
instance, that might not be the case because they still want to hold on to them benefits.
I don't know. The healthcare is not that damn good. It's really not. You just don't
It's
pay for
not.
it. I mean, I don't think
The
it is.
deductibles are too high.
No, I mean my annual is like 300.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not. I mean, it's just trying to get certain things covered. Like, ugh, they want to do generic for every fucking thing. Give me the name brand shit. I want no damn generic.
Where else did he go?
He tells me he gonna be back.
Oh, he must have to go answer the door.
This the shit he be doing to me to see. This why I don't come up here by myself no more. I say he always run the show. I'll be back. Excuse me, see my damn
That's probably
show.
4x4 at the
He went
door.
to go answer the door for the John.
Not the John. That whore.
Oh my God, not a John. Not y'all saying Teddy got to pay for it now. That is so.
El Teddy gets paid for
He
it. He
got to
don't
pay that
pay.
light bill.
Paid.
Right, we got to pay these light bills to keep these lights on.
Are you
Georgia
echoing, girl?
Power. Cable
Why you
Grid.
think I'm still with 4 for 4? 4 for 4 ain't satisfying my ugly needs. He's here for a reason.
But you make good money.
He don't need to know all that.
He
That
Exactly.
ain't
You
for
never.
him to know.
Exactly.
Something I
You
made.
be keep your bread underneath you while you begging.
Right.
Because they will rob you blind, as we can
Ain't
Exactly.
none of
see.
his business.
That's
Let
why
them know you are
that's why
poor,
I think he was
destitute, and
like that's why he was like, you could come over to my switch over to my bank and I got a lot of extra.
Mm-mm.
No, I'm not
Ooh.
Mm-mm.
switching over to your nut so you can look and see what the fuck I got going on. Nah, bitch.
Uh-huh.
And dip in it. No
That's a
thanks.
setup.
Yeah. Oh,
that's the
I already do.
storyline for every
the
Tyler
only
Perry
thing I'm trying
movie.
to dip in is some good.
I
Mm.
done dipped in them. They nice and plump and warm and sweet.
Oh
Oh, not you
my.
done dipped in them.
Spoons have been dipped into sugar bowls.
Girl. Not you
Not
done
four
dipped in
by
them.
four of
You
flipping
done
and
dipped in
turning.
you been dipping in 4x4?
The 4x4 done got dipped in. The spoon has been dipped into the sugar bowl.
Cause
Oh,
How
I'm
Oh
recent is
my.
oh,
this?
oh, oh.
Not y'all flipping and turning and doing all that verse ungodly stuff. Oh my.
I
Swirling
hate
in
a
the
verse
sheets.
motherfucker. Get away from me with that. Away from me with this. Apollo, get away from me.
Diverse agenda is real.
it's
So what you're
it's
It
only
is.
been
saying is,
twice.
El Teddy, we should be getting wedding invitations soon, right?
No, we should not. We're not even together. So
I
Oh,
really want to go to somebody's wedding, so somebody need to get married soon.
El Teddy,
not me.
I don't want to be in
you're
the
the
wedding party
closest.
though. That shit too expensive. I don't want to be at
I'm
the
not even
wedding.
in a relationship right now.
And whose fault is that?
well, maybe it'll be Terrence
Four
and
by
Janae.
four say
That'll be
you
the
just need
first
to act right.
pupils wedding.
El
We
Teddy,
You
don't
need
going
get
to
to act
Terrence
right.
and Janae wedding. I'm gonna be right there.
That'll be the first pupils wedding.
I'm gonna be on the pew. See, I got to be on the pew in like the back, like the second or third to the back row. Uh, I did that to my cousin. So one of my cousins, who we all knew from the time he was born, he was gay, got married to this girl, right? So
Was she
our
cute?
family was girl. Our family was on the right. The groom family was on the right. The bride family was on the left, and in the middle was just like random people and a lot of their friends. Child, tell me why the middle looked like bulldogs and the Marquette. And so I'm sitting on the groom side with my family, and me and my cousins, we on the back row, bitch. My aunts and my mama and all of them, they was all up front and shit. We on the back pew, sitting like that girl reading down, bitch.
Reading down.
Girl, so why my aunt gonna come back there? And so I was real open with at that point, my family knew all about me. My aunt gonna come back there and say, "Now, you brought all your friends," and then she was like, "I ain't gonna even do that to you, nephew. I know that's all his friends. Why the fuck are we even here? Why is he marrying her? I don't believe they had sex." I was like,
Was
because
that
she was pregnant with his child. She was
wait,
Oh,
what?
mom.
yeah.
Mom
So it
was
was a
like,
shotgun wedding?
I don't believe they had sex anyway. I said, girl.
Oh,
Wait,
Whoa.
was she big and
So,
pregnant?
huh?
Was she big and pregnant?
No, she was about 3, 4 months.
Oh,
Oh
not
yeah,
that bad. Not that
shotgun.
bad.
So it was a little IVF action, a little
I don't know if
fertility
it was
clinic.
IVF. They ain't had no money for IVF. The bitch was poor as hell. Uh,
The turkey
they was
baster
still
method.
like, I
They use
think
a
this
little
was
turkey
like
baster. Okay.
this was either his senior year in college or the year after his senior year.
So 23, 22. Oh, poor thing.
What does said cousin look like though? What he look like?
Huh?
What he look like?
Well, actually, I don't think y'all can see him though. If you listen to my silly Saturday intro, he's the one who says, taken from the people who play cards with him, he
Yeah,
be
he
cheating.
be cheating. Yeah.
That is who this is. But I know
Oh,
you do see him in the I think you do see him brief, real quick, like real, like real. Hold on, let me see if I can play the video. Hold on.
You can just send me a picture. You ain't got to play the real. You can
wait,
just.
we need to circle back to this story about this baby
Are we
mama
gonna get
drama.
there? Xavier, damn. Okay. So hold on, let me see.
He's doing the Capricorn obfuscation. We love to do that.
You want to go round and round and around.
Don't do that, Xavier. Don't do that.
Anything to get you to stop
Okay.
asking me some fucking questions.
Worthy of an app. I always
I'm
say,
Let me
sad. We
let
had
me
a baby
find
this
it.
whole time. The same
That's my
person.
coffee.
If I drink coffee, I
Here's it here. Hold on.
that looks like
So that's him right there. That is him right there.
oh,
Mm,
Oh, he's
oh,
light skinned.
mm,
Well,
oh,
he's lighter than me, yes. Hold on.
mm.
Yeah,
oh,
that's him right there. Hold on.
oh.
He look like
Take
Why
it
Mark.
he got Uno?
take it from the people who play cards for him. He be cheating.
No,
I only cheat on Uno. Only Uno.
Oh,
How you
Only
cheat on
Uno.
Uno?
oh no,
it's
Suno.
very
That's
easy.
him.
Who is
oh.
this we
He
looking
said,
at?
El Teddy cousin.
The one who
Uh,
was getting married.
my husband.
Jay, please.
Jay,
Is it
mama is
still
a
marriage?
slap bottom. Mama is a slap bottom. She can't do nothing for you, honey. Okay.
Oh no.
Ah,
Oh,
She's
rebuke
a
that. I
slap
rebuke that in the
bottom.
Bumping
name of Jesus.
we can
pocketbook.
go out and conquer the world together.
Yeah, that's about all y'all can do because mama is a slap bottom. Okay.
What a
Slap
shame. What a
bottom.
waste. Oh
Not a
Lord have
waste.
mercy.
No waste.
Baby is such a pillow princess. Oh my god.
No, we can't do nothing together.
I am not a fan of bumping pocketbooks. I just what we gonna try to do, collect change?
Mama don't even
Okay,
try to
go to the
mama don't even
laundromat.
try to be versed.
I mean, what
Mama,
if what about the side people? This is side erasure.
Oh no,
Girl, they
no,
can go
no,
they
no,
don't
they
exist
can
for
go
us.
their
We don't
no.
believe
side
in
away to hell. How
sides.
about that? They can go on
Go
their
the fuck
side way to
away from me
hell.
from some side. Talking about you a side. Sides
That's
is mac and cheese and potato salad.
And they
that's
always
why
want to come to your house
that's
with
why
that
I'm
nonsense.
saying.
Like, why do you want to come to my home
Oh
That's
no,
why
no,
just
I'm
to
not
do
even that.
that?
First of all, you're not coming to my home and talk about you aside. No, you're not doing that.
But
Mm-mm.
they always want to try. It's like they're
No,
homeless.
You
They're
better
I don't
tell
talk
me
to
to
desperate. They're
lay on
people
my
who
homeless.
say they
side.
sides. I don't talk to
I
people
just
who say
don't get
they
why it
sides.
doesn't come up before the link up in
Because
person
they're
because
homeless and they're trying
Yeah,
to find a
you. It
place to sleep
should.
for the night.
during the exchange of photos,
You
you
should
sending me a
know
bunch of
whether
booty
they're a side
You
before they
right.
come to your
You
house.
should know before y'all start changing photos.
Hmm.
because you sending
And
me booty. Like, why you sending me all this butt if we not
If you
doing
a
nothing with
side,
your butt?
because they
I just
are
don't
I
want
have
to
nothing
rub.
to
homeless,
look
they
at.
need a place to stay. And they don't, they're like sugar babies who don't want to give you sugar. It's,
hobosexuals.
Homeless
Uh huh.
sexuals. Hobosexuals are straight.
Back to this story. So we were together, me and him. Chick was in the military. She wasn't shit.
Oh Lord.
So he was like, "Oh," and I knew who she was. He had already told. We had already talked about all that. We had been together so many years at this point, so I knew all his exes. So he was like, "Yeah, my ex so and so, she's coming in town. She wanted to hang out. Are you okay with that?" Now he did ask. I said we have been together at that point for like two and a half years. At that point, I was like, you know me, I'm in my 20s. Me and him been together almost two and a half, almost 3 years. I was untouchable. I was like, girl, go ahead, whatever. I don't care.
uh-uh.
And I let him go out with her.
Mm-mm.
So it's all that it was all on me. Like I'll take the onus on everything. It was all on me. He goes out with her, right? They go out. He texts me and everything. We, da 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 da. I'm on my way to the house. Because something happened. I forgot. Something happened to his car. So at that time, he had my car. He had dropped me off to school and would pick me up from school. Because I was at work while I was at work. So he would drop me to the school and then pick me up. And they went out during the day while I was at work. Because he was off that day. So he came and picked me up. He told me all about it. He was texting me all through it. Da 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 da. I thought nothing of it. We go on about life. She go back out of town. Da 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 da. Lo and behold, about 3 months later, he comes to me and he says, I need to talk to you. And you know when a bitch be like, I need to talk to you, that shit is never good. And he said, well, before I talk to you, I just want you to read this. So he sent me the text message. He showed me the text message sent that day. Because he knows not to play with me. He knows the Capricorn in me. You can't just tell me any kind of fuck shit. Baby, I need to go. I need to see the time step. When did they see it? How long? So he knew we have been together way too long for him to play this fuck shit with me. He know how I am. Capricorns, y'all know we are investigators. You come
Yeah.
at us with some bullshit, we gonna poke 1,000 holes in this shit. Shit don't make sense. So he was like, yeah, she just sent this to me this morning. He said, um, the text message said, she said, oh, I think I'm pregnant and it's yours because you're the only one that I had sex with at that time. And so he was like, let me just explain. I know I didn't tell you, but when we went out that day, we had sex.
In the middle of the day?
Hmm. Oh, it's always time for sex. That bitch was like me. We was in our 20s. Me and him would have sex 3 times a day before I go to work, soon as I get home or he get home, and then before we go to sleep. And he might sleep in it. That was our routine every day.
Oh,
Man, every day without fail. We were like rabbits. And sometimes if we watch the wrong thing on TV 4 times a day, did
Oh wow.
your
What
tail
the
went
like
wrong
so?
thing?
rabbits.
What the hell were y'all watching on TV?
It could have been anything. It didn't matter. It could have been anything that got us in the in the mood. Okay.
And nothing was sore.
I just said that your tail went so.
You push through the pain.
No, you don't know. For me, once if I'm with somebody and that's my boyfriend, my body kind of adjusts to what they got going on because he got a lot of stuff. So my body was kind of used to what he got going on. So after about the first 6 months, girl, we can fuck as much as we want. Because my body at this point is used to it. We already know what it is. We have been together 2.5 years, baby. It fit like a well fitting glove. Mm-hmm.
Did.
Did. You know, this shoe didn't need to get worn in. You didn't have to wear this shoe. It was already worn in. It was that comfortable shoe where it fit like a glove. Hmm. So he told me that, which was a gut punch. The fact that he told me he had sex with her, I didn't know at the time that that would be the thing that would stick with me the longest. But he was like, we did have sex. And he apologized. He crying. And I'm looking at him like, and I was like, ain't no need to cry. You did it.
I know.
Ain't no, you did it.
And that
They
was
And
a
he
always
conscious
love to
decision
cry.
What's
because that
done
was
is
a
done, and
grown
that was
woman.
months ago
right,
too.
you did it. I was like, we already here now.
You
And
have
he
to
was like,
perform remorse.
she said, well, I want to keep it and so forth. This is what she said now, right? And I see the text. He like, well, I don't know. We need to talk about this and think about this. And the last thing the last message that was there was her saying, it's nothing for me to think about. I'm keeping it. So he over there crying and all, and I'm looking at him like,
So she planned this.
and so I told him, I said, listen, you need to give me some space and some time. I can't. I gotta wrap my hands around this. And what I remember was this was literally right before the hurricane came and hit Miami, Hurricane Wilma. And I remember where I was staying at the time. I ended up going. The hurricane hit in November, like maybe 2 weeks before the classic. I didn't get my power back on until the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, which is the Wednesday after the classic. So I'm saying like the hurricane hit like the first week of November, and I didn't get my power back until the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And I remember all of this took place like right before the hurricane. So he told me this. I said, I need some time. I said, we got a hurricane coming. You go make sure your mama, your nieces, nephew, sister taken care of. I need some time. I'm gonna just be here. I'm gonna ride it out by myself. And I did that. And I just remember all day, every day. Well, no, I told him that he left. Boom. So the next day I called him back over. I forgot this part. I called him back over. I said, listen, I need to talk. I said, you need to let me know right now what is what. I said, do you do, what do you feel for this girl? Do you have feelings for her? And he said for me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm in a bad place because I love you and I love her almost equally. I told that young man, you can go ahead and go.
Ain't it always some fuck shit around a hurricane?
What? It's like because the
That's
barometric
some shit.
pressure lowered and
Yes,
shit.
I
Shit,
promise
it's
you,
always
all
some
of it
shit around
builds
the
up.
earth. You ain't lying, little baby. You ain't lying. So he told me that, right? Baby, for the next 48 hours, what played in my head was this picture and image of them bitches fucking.
Oh
Like this
God.
bitch, it played nonstop in my brain for the
That was
next
Mhm.
during the
48
storm.
hours. Him sticking
Yep,
his
during the
dick
storm.
in this bitch, and I was not well because
Yep, during the storm.
Yeah.
I'm like, I cannot compete with her. I don't have a cooch. She has a cooch. If
And a
you
baby.
cheated on me with some nigga, you just a fucked up ass motherfucker, and I can write that off as you just being fucked up. She has things that I don't have.
Can do things you can never do.
And now
Mhm.
that you tell me that you went and had sex with her and all of this, how do I know you're not gonna want to scratch that itch again? And this played over and over in my head. I kept hearing her screaming in ecstasy. Like this was this endless cycle and loop. Cause I know how he fucked me down. And I know what that sex game was about. And in my brain, I'm like, I know this bitch is not getting my dick. Like I said, oh. And 2 days later, called him and I said, 48 hours later, I said, let me help you out. You don't have to try to pick between the two of us. Let me help you out.
I
Let me
release
remove
you.
myself from the situation because what I'm not going to do is fight. I'm not going to be fighting over, no, nope.
Mhm. Not
Let's
Not
near
with
go
no
ahead
nigga.
woman,
and
at
get
least.
this
Not
down.
with no woman.
Hey Jay Parrish, I said, let's
And,
go. Let me help you. Let me help you out. Since you over here, you love both of us equally. You don't know what you gonna do. You don't know what to figure out. Let me help you out.
I
that
figured
was
it out
after
for
the
you.
storm passed over.
Let's go ahead. Get this taken care of. You can
That
go
was
ahead
after
to
the
her.
storm passed over. And now
Have
you
a
got
great life. Hey Faye, have a
and
great life.
when that cool breeze after that storm
Right.
left came through, everything was now at peace.
Take care of your child. Have a good life. Let me help
Mhm.
you out. You can go ahead and go on.
Did they get married?
I ain't done yet.
Oh
Oh,
no.
Oh, there's more. So I literally, for the next 2 weeks, I ain't have no power in my house either. I laid in the bed in the fetal position, listening to one song. Every time I break up, it's one song I listen to on repeat. The song this breakup was Whitney Houston, Why Does It Hurt So Bad?
Oh
Oh
goodness.
no.
Girl,
Why you
You
do
listen,
was
that?
torturing yourself.
girl, I was in my house,
I
lights
know you was
off.
so up, buddy.
Baby, I was in my house, lights off, in the fetal position in bed, crying my eyeballs out all day long, listening
Mm-mm.
to Whitney Houston. Why does it hurt so bad? Oh, bitch! I'm over there. My friends would come over, and I would just leave. My friends knew I would leave the door unlocked. I ain't give a shit. I would just leave. My door was unlocked more than it was locked. Okay, I would only lock my door before I went to bed. So my friends would come over, just let themselves in, look at me, girl, you can't just do this and sit here. And you can't just do this and sit here. So I was like, I need to do this. This went on for 2 weeks. The beautiful part was Hurricane Wilma devastated the infrastructure of Miami so bad. We was out of school until after school was out until after Thanksgiving. So it gave me time to just sit at home and grieve. So I sat at home and grieved. So at one point, once I started going back to work, I would go to work and I was not in a good place at work, but I would make it through and go back home and still be listening to Whitney Houston. This went on for about almost a month, about 3.5 weeks. We got to the beginning of December, right?
did your CD get scratches?
Mm-mm, mm-mm,
Oh,
mm-mm. Because I wasn't playing it from my CD, I was playing it from my computer.
iPod. Oh,
I was playing it from my computer. And so even back then, I had they had the little MP3 players that you could download on your computer and play. Hey, Miss Cookie Ray. So girl, I'm over here. And so one of my friends came by. No matter of fact, this is a good friend of mine. He get married this September to his boyfriend, and so I got to go to that wedding. I'm in the wedding. Anyway, he came over. He said, girl, I'm not finna let your motherfucking ass sit in this motherfucking house one more day. He said, if I come back to your house and your ass laid out, I'm snatching you out of the house. I said, okay, I got you. Still over there, laid in the fetal position. So what happened is ex-boyfriend at this point comes over.
Oh no.
Came right on over. He said, and I let him in, did. When it was still too early, I let him in. So he comes over, he says, yeah, I've been meaning to come over here, but I know you ain't in a good place and you don't want to talk to me and you don't want to see me. But I just been meaning to come over here and talk to you and just update you. I was like, we have nothing to talk about.
Update.
So he tells me, he gives me his phone, just read this. So apparently the girl miscarried. The girl miscarried. And she, and I saw the exchanges between them. They going back and forth. She cussing him out because she's emotional. She miscarried. She's emotional and everything. Don't talk to me no more. Da 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 and everything. And I know, I know you like you. You don't even like me. You like men and all of the whole homophobic shit and everything. She going off on him, calling him all kinds of faggots and everything in the world.
But
Sissy,
you
all that.
slept with him, girl.
Exactly. I was saying that, Xavier.
All of
Girl, you
that.
killed me.
All of that, right? So now he done came back trying to crawl back to me.
Oh
Like I
no.
was, and I gave that bitch nothing. He showed me all of that.
No.
Now, that did help me out. That gave me the solace that I needed. I said, my God is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and I am a friend of God. He calls me friend, and he ain't gonna let a girl go out like this, bitch. He just not gonna let me go out like this. And I said, So he said, you know, I just want you to think about it because I things are
Think
different now.
about what?
We could be back together. And I said,
Different how?
no, that's what I told her. I said, I'll think about it. That's the last conversation we had for about another 5 years. Because it was at that point, like I told you, once he cheated on me with that woman, that just played over and over in my head. I could never unsee that. And so I knew it was no, I'm a Capricorn. Ain't no getting back together. No, we don't go back. Once the page is turned, we're not going back to the page we just turned over. Baby, we're on a new page. And we're still reading this, but we're on a new page. We're not going back. That's what we're not doing as Capricorns. So it just wasn't happening. So
So
he
it was
left.
gonna be different as long as the baby was in the picture. Child bye.
Girl, I
Child
wasn't going
bye.
back. So, but I still was in the grieving process. Like he and I had been together for like 2.5, almost 3 years. In gay years, that's like 25 years.
Yeah.
Being honest.
Understandable.
I was in my 20s, baby. That was like 25. Baby, I was still grieving. So I'm still over there grieving this because I knew I wasn't getting back with him. So we got to about the week before Christmas. Because he came to my house maybe that first weekend of December, right? We got to the week before Christmas. So my friend came to my house because he had been busy with working out of town and shit. So my friend came to I'm a January Capricorn. So my friend came to my house, baby. Whitney Houston is still playing. Why does it hurt so bad? It took me a long time to get over that. My friend came, turned my music off, turned on every light in the house, snatched me up. Bitch, get your ass the fuck dressed. We getting the fuck out this house. Bitch, you going to the club with me. I don't want to go to no club. I don't want to see nobody. I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm not trying to be with nobody. I just need to be here by. Bitch, we going to have some drinks. That's what he told me and forced me to go to the club, right? This is where the story gets interesting. Real, real interesting, right? We get to this club. My friend got me dressed. Literally, my friend had to help me get dressed. Like, that's how distraught I was. But I go to the club. We get in this club, right? I walk in the club. It's Club Boy. If you know Miami, old school Miami, Club Boy is a legendary old club in Miami. Club BOI, Club Boy. We go to Club Boy. I walk in this club, go straight to the bar first. My friend go frolic, and play with people. And I go to the bar because I all I need is a drink to help me make it through until I go home. So I go straight to the bar, leave the bar, walk over to the side of the club, and clubs are dark, right? Bitch, I look over. I say, I know that's not what the fuck I think I see. Why this nigga is in the club hugged up with some other punk?
But it could all be so different.
And I
But
know
it
you
could
went
all be
and
different.
No, no, no,
knocked that
no.
bitch
Wait, no,
in
no, no,
his
no.
grill.
Let me walk it back even more. This is the same boyfriend, and I knew his ex-boyfriend before me, right? I knew his ex-boyfriend and the ex, I'm in communication. The ex-boyfriend and me were friends. I was friends with his ex-boyfriend, and he was like, I think you great for him. So the ex-boyfriend was at the club too, because the ex-boyfriend got a drink with me at the bar because he came in after me. So while I'm ordering my drink, he came in the bar and did like me, came straight to the bar to have a drink. So I go, so the ex-boyfriend, this is a man that don't go to gay club, don't go to gay club, don't do all of that shit. So I said, I know I must be fucking dreaming. I see. So I'm on the wall because I'm a wall hugger in the club most of the time. So I'm on the wall. I, and so the ex-boyfriend must have saw me. The ex-boyfriend makes a beeline to me. He says, E. He said, I ain't see that shitty. He said, I'm just as shocked as you. He said, don't do it. Now, you know how they be like, don't do it, Miss Sealy. Don't do it.
Don't do
That's how he looked. Was like,
it.
he don't do it. Cause bitch, I ain't even know. I don't even like to fight like that. But bitch, it was finna go down. Cause I ain't want to be with him. But what was not gonna happen is
You ain't gotta
whoever the
play me in my
fuck this
face.
bitch was. Oh, bitch, you ain't finna be hugged up like this. No, you're not. No, you're not. I don't know who that punk was, but he was finna wear one that night. Was baby, I was making a beeline. The ex came. No, and basically like Miss Sealy, don't do it, Miss Sealy. It ain't worth it. Because he did that to me. Bitch, when I tell you, he grabbed me, stopped me, called my friend over there and said, come get him. My friend comes and and so the ex-boyfriend went over there and started hitting whoever the boy was that he was hugged up with. So they threw all us out the club. All us get thrown out the club. We in the back, downstairs in the back, out in the parking lot. And I'm like, fuck off. And so my friend is literally dragging me with two other people dragging me to the car. And I was the way the ex-boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend's ex-boyfriend was fucking that punk up. Baby, it was nothing nice. He was leaking and everything. He was like, it was bad.
Oh
And
no.
it was bad. We didn't talk that night. We didn't talk again for about another 5 years. It was another 5 years.
Niggas.
5 whole years.
That's where you gotta shoot him.
I prefer to stab you.
But that's how that went down, and that's why after that situation, I'm like, I don't do. I stopped doing bisexual men after that. I
Wow.
said no, because it hurt me more, and I've been cheated on by several boyfriends. I will always say the only time it hurt more than that situation is the time I cheated and got caught. Now I'm not gonna lie, I cheated and got caught. Did that time hurt more than that's the only time it hurt more than this time. But anytime they cheated with another dude, yeah, you was just a fucked up ass individuals. Bitch, going on. You don't deserve me.
But that woman came with a plan. You can't convince me she didn't
I
come
think
in there
she
with a
did. Oh,
plan.
I absolutely believe she did. I
Mm-hmm.
absolutely believe
And
she
that
did.
miscarriage fucked it up. That's why she was so
Hmm.
angry.
Hmm.
Cause why you fussing at him for miscarrying the baby?
She
That you
was
weren't,
living in she was in the Marines. She was in North Carolina.
Oh wow.
and you can't tell me that she didn't have no dude with her then. I know she did.
Probably did. He probably beat it out of her. I don't know. I ain't feel
She
bad for her.
probably
I know that
she
much.
probably was with some no good nothing who was probably trying to angle at her benefits, and she was like, "Nah, I'm gonna go get with somebody who can treat me right." And then she came in, tried to steal yours, and then it messed up. In the
Faye, we
words
having a
of the
drink for
great
you.
Moose, you never win when you're playing dirty.
Faye, is the funeral tomorrow for your mom? We gonna have a drink for you. Pour a drink for Faye. I know her mom recently passed. Is your
Oh
funeral
no.
tomorrow? It's probably the funeral tomorrow for her mom. Her mom passed recently, and she been coming. Faye, one of my usual she replay games. So I know she probably need a good laugh. We gonna have a drink for you, Faye. I got you, Faye. Don't worry about it. I got you because I don't even want to know what that feel. Well, I kind of do know what it feels like when my grandmother passed. That's who raised me. So it took me about a year to get over that. So I took a whole year off work. Did did.
Listen, sometimes you need that.
So we got you,
My mom
Faye.
did the same thing when her father died. She just
But yeah, that's yeah. I don't do that because that devastated me. Yeah, and my situation with cheating happened before this relationship. And I think that, and I always say that was my karma for when I cheated in a relationship before this one. And so I always say that was probably my karma. But I got it back when, cause, and to this day, he lives here in Atlanta. Now he moved up here maybe about 3 years ago. And we talk every now and again that he'd be like, he'd be trying to, circle back around. And I'd be like, no.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Who?
after you
What?
done laid with
Yeah,
that
No.
once you
witch.
done broke my heart once, it's done.
And this is what, 20 years ago, but he's still, he still hurt my heart. And he's a great guy. He's a great catch right now. Still fine as fuck. Oh,
You
shit.
single?
Mm.
He's single. He sure is.
Mm.
Fine as fuck. Dick of death. Cock of doom. Got a
Mm.
great job with Coca Cola. Um,
He went with Cecil and them?
and a great guy. But my brain can't wrap its hands around going back. I'm a Capricorn. We never go back. We just can't do that. We just not going back.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Wow.
I
I
wouldn't
would
do
go
that.
back, get with him, and then cheat on him. See how he feels.
No, Xavier,
No.
no.
The 20-year lick back.
Yeah,
Exactly.
No.
I'm
That's the
not
type of
doing
thinking
that.
I'm on.
That's diabolical.
Hey, Faye, they told me to tell a story about the time I was cheated on by this guy who was bisexual that I dated in my 20s. He wasn't shit.
You
Is
should
he
have fought
still
that
claiming
lady.
bisexuality?
No, he don't even date chicks no more.
Oh, and that's why you say that's nothing but a springboard, a soft launch into being gay.
Well,
Yep.
I don't think that's all of them, but I do think that I, you didn't hear it from me, but I do think it's more by men than there are by women. but that's just me.
I think there are more authentically bisexual women
I
than
agree
there
with
are
that.
authentically bisexual men, and that's what I
I
believe.
don't. I can't believe that
I
because it's
think it's
too
more
many
women
of.
than men too.
I don't, because the thing is, I know too many of the. Oh, I have 3, 4 baby daddies, but this stud who with her long braids, I'm really in love with her. Like,
If you
no,
want
you're
A
to know
lot
not.
of
about
women,
numbers,
a lot of lesbians I know have a bunch of kids. They be done got ran out
Hmm.
and got their back blown out by
And
every
you gonna
man
come to this stud
imaginable,
with all your little with your litter.
by every man
Not your
imaginable,
litter.
and then they want to become a lesbian.
see,
Huh.
Yeah, they
that's
always
where
turn
I
into
don't even think it's
45-year-old lesbians.
right. That's me when I don't think it. Why I don't think it's serious on a lot of their ends. Because I'm like, so you allowed yourself to get used and abused, and now you want to run the women. Like it. You don't really
It's like
like
Mimi
women. Your
Foss.
issue is you don't have boundaries.
It's
It's
like
not
Mimi on Love and Hip Hop. She ain't no damn
right.
Studs
lesbian.
do take care of kids. Studs do not mind taking care of kids.
And
And
that's
I
the
do
Right.
know that
problem.
about a good stud. They do. They
The
take care of
issue
some
isn't the
kids.
man. Like you knew he was no good. Everybody told you he was no good, and you still got with him, and you still had kids, even though you knew he had kids that he wasn't doing right by. Like
A
you
lot
did
of the lesbian, especially the lipstick lesbians, like the femme lesbians,
Mm-hmm.
are the girls who was the biggest hoes in high school and in
yeah,
our
Yep.
early
Yep.
20s. They got
yeah,
7 kids. They done
Yep.
been ran through, and
yep,
now they get with a stud, and now they living their best life.
Yep.
Yeah,
Living
off
my
the
best
stud's
life.
dime.
yeah.
I'm going back and forth with you.
That's my whole thing.
I'm
And
sorry, I ain't mean to
and
disrupt y'all.
No, but them studs be happy paying for everything.
I'm
They be
sure a
real
fool is
happy
happy
with
with
it.
their part of.
Them little sir mad mamas be ready to spend money on them.
Do
Brittany
They love a
Griner,
trick, but it's a trick because they're
They're
not
ready to
real. Because
spoil
they.
somebody.
Griner paying for kids she didn't agree to get.
OMG.
Brittany Griner's voice is deeper than
Like,
mine. Let's be clear. Her
Child,
voice
okay?
is deeper than mine.
but
No,
she
that's a
paying for
pocketbook I will
children.
buy.
Her and her ex didn't even agree to the sperm, and she like the girl cheated on her, and you're still going to sign up for child support. Like, who
No, did
does
she
that?
talk about herself? Yeah, that's my child.
No, it's
Yeah, I'm the
not.
See,
daddy.
that's what I'm talking about. It's manipulation. It's exploitation. And y'all ain't gonna like this, but it's what did to Ralph.
I can see that.
Because you can't convince me that Drew is straight. I don't think she's straight at all.
I think
I
Drew
don't
is
know
one
what
of
to
them
call
girls
them.
that we're
I,
talking about.
I don't.
She was
Yeah,
a hoe back in the day, and then she
but
started going in
yeah,
liking
but I
with
don't think,
women.
but I don't even think Drew is like even bi at all. I don't think she has an attraction to men at all. Because if she did, she would pick better men. She just was looking for
Oh,
any man who could take
No,
her.
she just got ain't
She
shit
was a
taste
I,
in
hoe.
men.
A
I,
good piece of dick
I
is a
think
good piece
Ralph
of dick.
love bombed
Now
her.
she just
I,
prefer a good piece of dildo.
Yeah, I
no,
can
I
agree
think
with
I
she
that.
think Ralph
always
love
preferred.
bombed her. I
I
really
think
do
she
think he
always preferred
did.
women, and then she just settled for Ralph because it's so
I don't think
like
she
she's the
settled
part.
for Ralph.
Yeah, I think he
You don't.
love bombed her. I really do think that.
I I don't think she could be love bombed because I don't think she loved Ralph at all. I think she was like, oh, he's a man. I'm an unwed Christian mother with a kid, with a father in jail. I need to get married to him. Like this.
I will say Drew has a type because Ralph and her baby daddy got the same head. I don't know
You
where that
know what?
head shit come
I'm
from.
not doing this with you. Hold on, somebody at my door. Hold on.
But like a shark head, like a hammerhead
Yes,
shark.
they got the same cone head. I don't know where they
And they
come
don't have no
from.
neck. And they don't have no neck. It's like
Yes,
a.
it's the same. I'm like, where are you finding these people?
I'm telling you, she settled for
I don't
somebody
remember
who
what
could
the
just.
baby daddy looked like.
I do because I
Like
was
They
Ralph,
so
but
showed him.
taller and
They
because
darker
that
showed
skinned.
him
was
one time.
because that was the first of Drew's biggest lies, and I think that people forget about that lie, but she was
Old
lying to
daddy
that.
and new daddy.
Yeah, she was lying about all of that, and people forget about it and be wondering why we call Drew a liar. Like, no, she's a liar and she's a lesbian, and it's
What was
okay.
the? She's a liar and a lesbian.
And guess what? She's not the only one, because that's the reason why Portia can't find a man either. She
Yeah,
gay
I
as
was
hell
just about to say
too.
all them heifers lie. So,
Yeah. Well, we
No,
know
Portia.
Portia been a liar.
No, I'm not. Portia might be alive, but I'm talking about Portia being gay. Portia is gay.
oh yes, absolutely.
Oh
We
yeah,
just
yeah,
saw that this
yeah.
past
She's
Sunday.
definitely a lesbian.
Shamia sat her whole chin in Portia's ass.
That's why
She
Portia
absolutely.
can't find no man. There's no
Yeah.
reason why a pretty woman like Portia can't find a man.
Well, I
It's
mean,
because
there
she's.
is a reason why she can find one, she just can't keep them.
But even if that's the case, she should be like Portia doesn't need. Portia is not one of them girls who is like concerned about fidelity. Like nothing about Portia gives. Oh, I'm concerned about fidelity like that. She just
Now, but you got to remember the Portia that we were first introduced to. This is
who
the
was
Portia
married
that
to
she's
Portia
another,
is a
who was in a
whole
transitioning
lavender
into.
lesbian.
marriage, who was in a
Portia is a
lavender
whole
marriage.
lesbian, which is why she be with all them ugly ass men. I'm
Exactly.
just
That's
gonna
what I'm
put it out
saying.
there.
She
I,
y'all heard what she
That-
said in South Carolina. She told the women. She said one of y'all bitches gonna eat me tonight.
exactly.
That's why she with them ugly ass men. Nobody in their right mind would really just willfully get with these dudes that Portia be with.
I
Because
blame
Girl,
Portia's a
Karen.
how
pretty
bad?
girl. Portia's a pretty girl. She could find a good man. She
Of
could. It's not
course,
a.
she's
It's
been
not
with
she can't.
them.
If she can't find a good man, she could find a handsome man. She should be able to at least find that. But she can't because she
Portia's
wants a
attracted to money.
woman, and she probably
She
wants a.
attracted to
And
money.
but that too. She's a lesbian hoe, and that's
You
the
can't get
problem.
with a good looking rich man because good looking rich men are going to treat you the same as an ugly looking rich man.
And that's okay.
Here is Portia's issue, and Portia's issue exists in the same in a vacuum because she and all the chicks she runs with are all looking for the same man, and that's this
okay, a
wealthy
rich African,
foreign man,
a
and
rich
Right.
those are
African.
a dime a dozen. When it's again, it's a numbers game, and I know people don't like doing that, but it is true. First off, you don't have that many wealthy people in the world. Let's start there. Then we
You
want to break
don't.
down gender. We already know worldwide women outnumber men. So the number of wealthy men available for all of these women thrusting themselves after these wealthy guys, it it's very skewed. So there are certain things that you're going to have to actually end up saying, hey, if you
I,
want X, Y,
it
and
is
Z,
what it is.
right. You want X, Y, and Z, you're going to have to put up with one, two, and three.
But she doesn't, and that's the strange part. Because everything about Portia's lifestyle says that she would put up with all of that. This is the same lifestyle her mother put up with. So
She does it as
w-
long as until she needs to.
because
Once
she's
she gets to
not,
a place where she doesn't need to necessarily, she can get what she gonna get, like 40,000 a month.
but
She
she's not
don't.
getting
She
forty
can move
She
thousand.
on.
won't be getting that 40,000. He's over in Nigeria at creating email accounts to email y'all with. Maybe she won't be getting none of that 40,000. I mean, let's just be honest. He's
What
over
But
they
there
said.
on Yahoo, Gmail, AOL.com, and all of that stuff, creating email addresses for y'all.
Oh
Y'all
and I'm
play
Oh,
going to
this,
be
around with
one
this,
of
his
the
time and
people.
gobbledygook.
I'm going to be one of the people who will tell you she was dead ass wrong for divorcing him because, ma'am, you wanted the money, so you can't leave America and go live in Dubai. You can't go live in Durban. What's wrong? You wanted money, right?
but that's my thing. So if
she
Portia
wanted
really
money in
liked money,
America.
like I think Portia likes money to an extent, but Portia's problem is that she doesn't like men. She really
But
doesn't.
let's be
I don't
clear.
think it's about her being a lesbian.
She come on. If let's be honest, if
I
Portia
think
was a
Portia
man
like
with the
I
same
whatever.
qualities, would we say she's straight?
I'm gonna say like this, Xavier. Portia likes, you know how pansexuals like anybody that likes them. Portia likes anybody that's gonna get her the money that she needs.
Mm-hmm.
So you think
Now, if
there's
she
just some
had a
wealthy studs?
preference, if she had a preference, I think it would be a woman. It wouldn't be a man, because if you tell me your preference is going to be sleeping with men, you don't date, or you don't marry, I should say, the men that you married. Because even with the numbers that little baby gave us, there are still more men that are at least able for me to wake up in the morning. turn over and look at you and not come out of my body and have my soul escape and go up to heaven from looking at you. Okay? I mean, Simon and what's the first husband? First name of
Cordell.
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 Cordell is not an
Cordell.
ugly man.
Cordell.
Yes, he
I
is.
beg
Yes,
to
he is.
No, he is
Baby, when you
not.
Cordell's
roll
ugly
over,
now.
no. When you wake up,
no.
roll over and roll up next to that, baby, your whole soul exits your body.
And
Like
let's
He
be
you
ain't
went
that
clear.
for
across.
Simon, but
And
Cordell
to my
was a decent looking man. He had a
He
nice
But
little
let's
No,
he
think.
had
body.
a funny shaped
no,
head. That's
no.
all.
And to
no.
But
my
think
That
about
point
it.
earlier,
Look.
neither one of them were nice, dressed nice enough to
It
even
was
knock
just the
the ugly
mouth.
off.
It was the mouth.
And think about it. The women that Portia has had dalliances with are not ugly either.
Let me also tell you why it don't make sense.
And he got
Portia,
cakes,
no,
right.
wait. Portia was living in Atlanta, where if you're a groupie skank, the place you want to live first is if you're a black groupie skank. Now, if you're a white one, you want to stay in New York or LA. But if you're
Yeah.
a black groupie skank, it's Atlanta first because all of the black
What about Miami?
athletes and entertainer, no, it's still
That's the
Latino.
Atlanta
Puerto Rican
first.
skanks.
Yeah.
Miami
That's
is
Latino skank.
after Atlanta, but Atlanta is first, right? And that means that you had your pick of the litter of all of these NFL players and entertainers, and you were stuck with Cordell, who was a second string quarterback, not making that much money in the NFL in the grand scheme of things when you talk about quarterback contracts. Cordell wasn't making money like that.
looking
Cordell wasn't
back,
that kind. He
looking
was a
back, I don't
backup
even think
quarterback
Cordell is
at
her
best.
type.
I
Well,
mean,
you
Looking
know,
his
back
at
on
Because
best
her
one
Cordell,
friend.
not
type
even her
is a
type.
woman.
Maybe that
at one
pussy
Exactly.
point,
That's the
trash.
point I'm making. And you end up with Cordell, and you couldn't find. It's a lot of fine players in the NFL.
well, at
I
one
mean,
point she
Especially at the
was
time that
dating
she
Clinton
was
Portis,
coming up.
and she had claimed she had gotten pregnant by Clinton Portis, but I think
Oh
she
yeah, I
ended up,
forget.
mhm.
yep, either
Oh
having
yeah.
an
But I
abortion
got stories
or
on Clinton Portis
miscarrying.
that will tell you. Let me shut up. Now
Uh
that's a
oh.
members only live for real.
And in her book, she said pretty much Clinton Portis and his mama was like, "You can have that baby, but we gonna take it because they weren't gonna pay her no child support." Because
Oh,
again, she was one of them girls who was on the scene. She was in the
Now
picture.
another chick that's secretly bisexual, and y'all never gonna agree with me, but
Who?
I think she is Monique.
Monique the
Monique.
didn't
comedian.
she didn't she admit to that on one of
She
her
Monique
said
is
her
interviews?
and
open
daddy
with.
bring women in.
Yeah,
I think she's a whole ass lesbian and
I
was
can
I don't
see
only
think
with
that.
so.
I can
Chris
see that.
I can
and was
see that.
only with Chris for the money.
Oh wait, you talking about Monique
Oh,
Oh,
Samuel?
that
Monique
Monique.
Yes.
Oh,
Samuels.
I thought you were talking about Monique Hicks.
Oh, we thought you were talking about Monique the comedian.
not, Mo-
No, I'm talking about Monique Samuel.
not Monique Samuels.
Oh, child, we don't know her.
I love her, but I could see it. I could see it. I could see it.
I don't
I
know that lady like that to say that.
I
I'm not
can
gonna
see
say.
it because for me, what I really didn't like about Monique
Darn, darn.
was I always said she was fake. Like her whole life was
Been
fake.
fake her
Everything was
whole life.
fake.
Remember, the best friend came and wore her out and read her to the gods and told her whole life story. And nobody wanted to take the best friend seriously. And the best friend told the whole truth about
The
her.
friend that Sharice brought on the show.
Did she bring her on the show? I think that was that girl. But remember, the best friend, the
She,
year that the same
Chef
year
Don
of
Don.
season 5, she came out and laid Monique out. Talked about how they would go after men and talked about how they went after how she went after Chris and everything.
I'm not gonna listen. I am not against gold diggers, so I root for gold diggers. Listen,
I got
there's
a
not a
friend
lot.
that do Phoenix. I got a couple friends that's in the circuit, that circuit of gay men. I got 3 friends that are in the circuit of gay men that sleep with athletes, entertainers, and all of those people. They're in that circuit, and they got a story.
Oh, oh,
Listen, I'm not mad at gold diggers. I'm okay with Monique. Just like I'm not mad at what's that Heisman Trophy dude?
It's a lot of Heisman
Turner.
Trophies.
Travis
The
Hunter,
the newest one, the one that Deion Sanders
Oh,
Travis
was
Travis
Hunter.
coaching.
Hunter.
Yeah, I live for his girlfriend.
Yeah,
I like
Travis
her.
Hunter with that whore.
And you know
I
they
love
claim.
her.
I don't know how true it is, but you know they're claiming it's no prenup. I don't know how true that is, but if he didn't
I
get no
can believe
prenup,
it because he been an idiot this whole
I
time.
hope she take you
And
for
she got
everything you worth. You
exactly
do.
like why are we against smart women? We should be championing these intelligent women.
I'm in the
No,
minority. I like them together. I think people give them a hard
Me
time.
too.
I don't like it.
I don't
Why
either.
not?
She ain't shit.
Why not? Why
Right,
What
because
she
she ain't
so?
shit.
do?
She
She
trash.
ain't
She's a
shit.
What
trash
she
And
box.
he
do?
ain't shit to
She
be for
is
being with her. Why are we
trash.
mad?
She's a funk
And,
box.
Oh,
and so
I
is
feel fun
he.
about.
Like, why are we mad that two
Exactly.
people? Why are we mad that equals found each other? What happened to that?
Thank you.
What? Some
Equally
people
Trashy
yoked.
deserve what
hooker.
they get.
Not that y'all say equals find each other. Ow.
Yes. What happened to you meeting somebody who is on your level, no matter how low or as high you may be? What's happened to that? Why are we always
She
trying to
not on his
cross?
level.
Yes, she is.
She
Yes,
just
she
sucking
is.
dick real good. That's why.
Well, then there's
Oh,
that.
And that could be worth more than gold. So
oh,
people have built entire
Phoenix,
industries off of that.
Phoenix, go to the description box for this video, and a link to join a membership is there. If you go to the description box for this video, there's a link to join the membership there.
I'm just saying, we gotta promote the gold diggers. I'd rather you be a gold digger than rather be ass out with nothing.
Now they say prostitution is the oldest profession. Gold digging is the oldest profession.
It's
Before
all
there were
linked together. It's
prostitutes,
all in the
I'm
horocracy.
sure there were gold diggers before there were prostitutes. I'm just being honest.
Well, well, honestly, when we want to talk about marriage and its whole entity, marriage was always a business contract in the first place.
And it was
People,
always
Oh, I did
prostitution.
it was
watch
all
it,
about
Chef Don Don.
marrying
Oh,
for. It was marrying for money. It was marrying for status. We watched
And even
Game
if
of
not
Thrones,
those things, you are marrying for a better cow to pull on your
right?
farm. You are marrying for
Right.
a better
That was
access to a
money.
well. Y'all
That was
laughing? I'm being
money.
not you
serious.
marry him for a better cow. Bitch, I need a better
Yeah.
cow.
I
These
bet a
chickens
cow.
Seriously.
around here ain't shit. These goats you got around here ain't shit. I
That
need
is
better
not
goats.
hysterically accurate.
Yes, it is. And
Yes,
That
and
is
it is.
made up.
especially
No,
and
Ow!
let's
people.
They
and
was
let's
not
think about
trading
it.
for a better cow.
Yes,
No,
you
for real. Like
were.
you had
They
dowries.
was trading for maybe 50 better cows, but not a better cow.
No, no. If
It
you were
No,
might,
poor,
I could
it would
see 50.
depend.
And there probably was
It would
several
depend.
cows. You know, cows were currency, so you couldn't just go with one cow. Now let's
Yeah.
be
Well,
clear.
it depends
you
on how
know, if
poor
your
you
cow
were. If
died
you
this
did
the
not have a
winter
You
cow,
before,
you was not exchanging
No,
your
now when
child
you
for
talk
some
about the
American
no. If
barter
you
system
did
people.
for
not have
real,
a cow,
because there are still some societies and civilizations that have the barter system. Them cow, if they're dealing in cows, baby, you can't come over there with one cow. Baby, you got
Yeah.
to have
yes, you
a,
can. If you
a
don't have a
whole
cow to get, if you
bunch of
don't have
cows.
nothing
You got
in
to have a
exchange
fleet of
to give, if
cows.
Yeah,
you
you
if
got
you
got to
don't
have a
have no
whole
cow to
fleet of
get, like
cows.
I'm talking about on the lowest ranks of society, y'all thinking rich
right,
people.
No, we ain't thinking
They
about rich
ain't
people
rich.
because
if
even
they
the
ain't
ones
got
that's
no
just
money,
making it
if they
by.
don't have no cows, if they ain't got no land, yeah.
Uh-uh.
If you come to me with one cow, yeah, you can have one of my children.
If you got one cow, they're not going to marry their child off to you for one
If
cow.
they don't
They're
have
going to be like,
a cow at
mm-mm.
all,
No,
A
because
if you
woman
don't have a
if
cow
is
at
something
all,
happened to
worth
that cow and that
more
cow
than one
die and get
cow.
sick, it's useless. And you done married your child
Yeah.
off.
If you got a daughter, you're not giving that daughter up for no one cow. Baby, you better come on. My daughter, you see this? You see these titties? You see this cooch? You see this ass? Baby, I need several cows. How many cows you got? I need
and
cows.
that's the
I
barter
need
system.
goats.
That's the
I need
barter
everything.
system. That's the barter system.
But again, that's gold digging. That's where that origin. You're not marrying without getting some sort of gain, whether it's
And
money,
it's not even you who's getting the
status.
gain. It's your
Hold on
guardian.
one second. Thank you, Phoenix Rising, for becoming a member. Please be sure to send me a DM on Instagram so that you can join the members only chat. And when you join the members only chat, you're not allowed to You're not allowed to communicate with Xavier or Harold because they are bad influences. I'm just
I
telling you
am a
that.
good. Well, I haven't even done nothing so bad. All I do is
Xavier
post
and
Bible
Harold.
scriptures.
Xavier Myers and Harold Cordero. You need 6 weeks before you can
Not
go.
e- all I do is post Bible scriptures and links to music. I don't know
Really,
what yet. Yeah,
really,
that's all
really.
I do. I serve the Lord. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Chef Don Don, to answer your question, yes, I saw Chasing Dallas. Yes, I think if you want to know my real thoughts, Lamont, you ain't to nobody. Because there's this faction of the gay community that thinks them having a girlfriend gives them a trump card or makes them have a better or makes them upper echelon from the
They think
rest
they
of the
trade.
gays. You know, them claiming to be not only claiming to be bisexual, but having this beard or this girlfriend makes you better than the rest of us gays or whatever. And so Lamont comes off like that type. Oh, you don't see me? Oh, I got this nice body. I got these pecs and this not and these dreads and stuff. And it helps legitimize them with some of the straights in their opinion. And so that whole situation with him and the girlfriend, to me, it came off as, baby, this is a orchestrated situation. I don't believe no parts of she really like him like that. I don't believe he likes her like that. And I think the whole integrating of a third party in it is so he can get his rocks off. Let's be clear. He lied by about why he didn't want a threesome. He didn't want a threesome with you for real, ma'am, because he didn't want you to see him get his back blown out and his box beat in. That's why he couldn't stay with Robert Ray, because Robert Ray wanted his back blown out and his box beat in too. And you got two wanting bottoms, all they gonna do is have a double-sided dildo and go in on each other, and that don't kind of work after so long. But when I saw that last night, I was like,
El Teddy, I can see where you're coming from because, like you said, like you detailed some of his dating history, Robert Ray, and then we now learn that he slept with Rachel. I think that's a relationship of convenience.
and if you know anything about our trans sisters, more often than not, the trans girls be tops. The trans girls give the boys all that they want. They
But didn't
getting
a video get
titties on the
posted
top
Because
and titties
Rachel
at
today?
the
does,
bottom.
Didn't a video
Rachel
get
says
posted
that she,
today that the girlfriend knew about Rachel and they actually wanted to invite Rachel in to be a third?
That I know about.
I think it just got posted today.
and I can see
So
what
she
you're
knew
saying,
about
El
it. That's
Teddy,
why the scene
because
looked awkward because she knew about it.
Because it did seem real
Rachel,
awkward.
Rachel says that she does still date women.
You know the trans girls, baby, they'll dick you down. The trans girls be having, third ass legs be built like tripods, be having big old stuff, and the men go up for it. They love to have
Mm-hmm.
titties on the top and dick at the bottom and having titties slap their back while they getting that same back blown out. That
Oh
shit
no,
irks
honey,
me
y'all
out.
can
I
keep
can't
it.
do it.
I
I
can't
can't do
do it.
it. Me neither. I can't have no titties slapping my back. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Absolutely, your
I
nails is
will
not
say
digging in my
I
back.
don't want it, but I would just want to see it in life in person.
No,
Let us know how that works out, Xavier. Just tell us the story,
send us
Xavier.
the cliff notes.
Yeah, let us know how that went, Xavier. Okay.
Just think about it. There are just
No, I'm not
I
things.
trying
don't
to
want
think
to think
about it.
about it.
Mm-mm. We're okay. I'm good.
Because then you don't have to worry about the beard and all
Oh,
that,
No,
mm-mm, mm-mm.
and you don't have to itch your
Nope.
back afterwards.
Nope.
Like,
nope.
Xavier, we're fine. Xavier, I promise you we're fine.
We're all
I
good over here.
I promise you. We ain't got no problem over here. None. We're
I'm just
good.
saying, I would like to see.
Mm-mm.
Let's
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Now look at this one coming in. Look at this one. Look at her.
Let me Thea.
But no, that shit look like
Like,
I
T
don't
Man, is
believe
this the ghetto around here?
at this point, I don't believe nothing Lamont says. You know what I'm saying? What I do believe, I believe Lamont and Carry On probably fuck.
Carry on,
That I
carry
can
on.
believe.
Who's carry? Oh. For sure. Carry on could pay for that haircut.
Wait, what carry on who?
Goods and
Franklin,
services. It's the barter system.
Which
Carry On
carry on?
Franklin.
Carry on,
So
Him?
Franklin.
listen, so listen. I can give an account because Lamont is the one who started my locks. So listen, okay,
Okay.
this is like T. I can't really. How can I approach this? Okay, so here's the thing. She knew behind the scenes. He didn't want to. He lied on camera. He definitely lied on camera.
Oh, you could tell.
He definitely lied on camera. Um, but I'll drop this little T. There was a point in time where there was more than one girlfriend,
I can believe it.
and they were all staying in the same house.
Oh,
Mm.
they're Polly.
So they're
A
broke.
harem.
And
Broke
the
ass bitches
baby,
love to do that shit.
Sure do.
Ain't
Splitting
nothing
bills
wrong.
and shit.
Listen, there ain't nothing wrong with no harem. When that first of the month comes, you be glad to be in the harem.
I like Lamont, but I want to say this though. Like my only thing is, I did not feel like he should have done reality TV at all. Like especially doing something like this, because it comes off to the audience a certain type of way. You're approaching it a certain type of way, but it comes off to the audience probably the opposite of. My issue is that I knew that something like this was going to happen, and I didn't know who it was, but I felt like something like this would happen. Somebody on the cast is messing with him or something like that. He got a girlfriend. I kind of figured that was going to be his storyline. I mean, he hasn't. Again, I like him, but he hasn't brought anything this season at
Mm-hmm.
all. And so I feel like this was like that kind of like feeling thing. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. And also, please remember this. Um, I don't know to the extent of his relationship with Robert Ray. I really be trying to figure that out in my mind. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Um, Robert Ray, you know who Lamont is. That's all I gotta say. Like
Right.
you know
And to
exactly who
me,
Lamont is. So
that
I
whole
feel like
thing with Rachel was real performative. Like I was like, Robert, you doing all of this about Rachel having sex with this? First of all, I feel like Robert Ray, when you found out that Rachel had sex with him, if you were not bothered, you should have paid it. You should have been like, you should have even went with Rachel with that shit. You should have been like, girl, I don't care. I ain't with him if it wasn't that serious. And then you would have went to her differently. You would have went, a friend would have came to me and said that didn't really care about that person. They would have came, girl, you know, so-and-so told me you and them had sex. Girl, I don't even care, girl. You could have a buddy. I don't even care, girl. It ain't that big of a deal to me. So to me, for you to be like you was, you did care. You didn't want Rachel to have sex with him and have the same story of getting her back blown out by him, like you got your back blown out by him. Well, I'm sorry. Let me correct that. You didn't want the story of Rachel blowing his back out and him blowing your back out, because that puts you on the bottom of the total pole. You got Rachel, Lamar, and then Robert. You way down here. I don't buy. Robert seemed real performative in this whole situation with Rachel, because my friends. No, first of all, if you my friend, like y'all claim y'all were friends, you already know. Because Rachel said she didn't even know. And I think either one or two things that happen. I think y'all either being performative about how y'all are friends, and gays are good for that. Oh, this is my friend, and y'all ain't really friends like that. Oh, this is my wifey, and y'all don't even really know each other like that. Or you lying about whether or not you really care, because you really did care, or you wouldn't have went through all of that. Like the shit was
I
real
think it
for
was. I
40
think
minutes.
it was more so of them giving him a storyline. I'm just being honest.
Because you're not even on the show, but you want to be on the show so bad. You should have just been on the fucking show.
No, I'm talking about Lamont. I feel like they did this to give Lamont a. But I agree with you. I think Robert Ray should have just been on the show because he's there all the time. But I think they did it to give Lamont a storyline because he. I
But they
mean,
didn't even
again,
do it on the show. The shit happened all off the show.
exactly, which tells me that they did pick up scenes to film this type of stuff or to get it on the show because I don't think it was.
But you could
I don't think it was
tell,
a.
but you could tell they did extra shit too, because if you remember the shit with Rio and that sign happened right before the season was supposed to start, and they told us they were done with production at that point, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
how
That's what they
all
do
of a
though.
sudden this make it on the show?
Yep, that's what they do. They
They
go
still
and they
trying to
pick up.
force feed Rio down our throat. Take his discriminatory ass, who don't really see it for black people, who want to just be able to call us in words whenever he want. Take his ass out of here. We don't want no parts of him. And y'all continue to try to force feed him down our throat. I can't even watch Rio.
It was the fakeness. Uh, we'd love to see you back, Rio. We'd love to see you back. I don't want to see Rio back. I don't want
Mm-mm.
to see Zesty back. You can
Nope.
demote Jeff. I
Hmm.
don't want Kelly to come back. I don't want Chloe
Y'all
to
can say
come
what
back.
y'all want about Mother. Mother is good television.
I like Mother. I like Mother. I don't
Mother
have a
is
problem with
good
Mother.
television. She
I
is.
don't have a problem with Mother. Uh, but the rest of them, and keep Teddy Lee. Keep Teddy Lee around. But the rest of them,
I'm
man,
in the minority. I actually like Jet Jeff.
Jet Jeff get on my nerves. Jet Jeff is okay if he's not a main character.
I feel like he should be a friend.
But
I do.
this year they propped him and Ted Lee up as like the anchors for the show, and neither one of them are anchors
I can
for,
agree to that.
for the show. Now, if Jet Jeff is just one of the side players, okay, just going over there, just shut the fuck up because you like a little gnat and all of that. Same thing with Ted Lee. Ted Lee come around, say a little bit, and keep it moving. They're not anchors, and they try to prop them up as anchors for the show.
I agree. They are looked at as the anchors, and uh, I feel like Jayla. Jay is it Jayla? Jada. Jayla is more of an anchor to me. I um
You know who Jayla gives me? She gives me like a candy
yeah, yeah.
for the
I can see that.
show.
I can see that.
She ain't gonna cause a whole lot of drama. She'll facilitate a whole lot of shit. If she need to jump in, she can. She
Baby,
can.
she had me Kiki yesterday. I was the one that said it, but it wasn't like that. I said it because I don't got time for
Oh,
that.
I would
I
have
like her.
dog walked that
She's
whole zesty.
straightforward. Like I like her.
Oh, them hoes are way better than me. The way I would have dog walked that whole zesty. Mm-mm, mm-mm. No, ma'am. Mm-mm,
My
mm-mm.
issue is Rio. You come out here at your own event talking about ain't none of that gonna be going on in my own event, and you pimping them girls. I don't care what nobody say, but anyway, ain't
Ain't
nothing
doing
going on in my event. But then you come outside to cause a scene,
And they say you only had 20 people there, but you got 12 girls.
and
How
they say
much
the
of these
food was
girls getting
cold.
paid? That's what I want to know. It was only 20 people there. You got 12 girls there. So half the people there are your dance girls. Girl, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. You ain't lying, Chef Dada. He pimping them girls because they can't be getting paid that much.
My girls is doing their thing. Yeah,
That's
my
why Kelly
girls is
ain't
doing. I'm
come.
like, You sound like you pimping them. You might want to fall back a little bit.
That's why Kelly ain't come. She knew she wasn't gonna get paid shit. Girl.
I'm,
Y'all
I'm,
silly.
I'm, I'm. Listen, this reunion will be a little interesting.
Are you going?
Um, huh?
Are you going
Huh?
to the reunion?
Huh?
Girl, you heard me.
Huh?
Girl, it's in your city. I ain't never been to a Chase in Atlanta reunion.
Oh,
So
Now, if you asked me if I wanted to choose a reunion to go to, it would have been Chasing Atlanta. And when Q was a producer on LA, I'd have liked that because I know how they felt about him.
I don't be wanting to go because I know the people don't like me and they be liking to try to fight. And I walk up in there, bitches be wanting to fight me. I'm not gonna fight. I'm gonna fall on the ground, call the police, be paralyzed, and sue you for your rest of your natural born life. Because I'm gonna take you to civil court. We're not going to criminal. We're going straight to civil. I need a $8 million judgment minimum. Baby, go ahead to work. I need my money. No, you're not going to jail. You're going to work. Go run me my coins. They're going to garnish your wages. Don't worry about sending it to me. Your wages are garnished. That's what we're doing. In the adjudication, it says that you cannot file for bankruptcy and get out of this judgment. So please go to work. Please go make me my money. That's what I'm going for. I have great lawyers on retainer. Well, they're not really on retainers. They're just good friends and frat brothers of mine. And they, all I got to do is call them and I got that. Pro bono.
Well, bless God.
But that's why I don't go because I don't need all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't need all that.
There's some new girls on Atlanta, though. Well, they
I
got, what,
heard.
two returning cast members?
Which two?
Dominique and Tony.
Tony. Who is Tony?
Tony Bryce.
Who is Tony
The
Bryce?
one that got her nose done last season.
I don't remember nobody getting their note. Oh, really?
Hmm.
I guess. She wasn't even really a major player last season.
Everybody else supposed to be new. So it's gonna be interesting to
Well,
see
we knew
this.
Oliver wasn't coming back.
yeah. I was about to say it. The
We
way
knew
that
that wasn't
last
gonna happen.
season
Oliver, you'll
dissipated,
come back when you clean your box. When you clean your booty hole, you can come back.
Oh my God.
I didn't even know why Oliver was even acting that way because Oliver was already carrying on like he was the Don, the duh, and the duh, and
No,
didn't want
no,
to be around them.
no,
And then here
no, but
you are.
little baby. If you go back, I'm gonna be honest. I watched the show season 3. I did not review it. I started reviewing it season 4, right?
Hmm.
If you go back, my very first review of season 4, episode 1, my first review says Oliver ain't shit. Y'all trying to make Oliver the focal point of this show, and he's not a great person. He is not worth it. He's an ain't shit ass motherfucker. I see through him and all that he is. He's from Broward County, and Broward County people generally ain't shit.
I
Thank
remember
you,
that.
Catherine Powell.
I remember that.
I
You
called
didn't
her
like
out.
Oliver from jump.
And remember, really being Abby made me feel bad about it. Oh, don't do that. Oliver, and I said, I know these Broward County assholes. Them hoes ain't shit. I don't trust them. They ain't about shit. So I knew Oliver wasn't coming back. But I could see Dominique coming back. Dominique is a good anchor. I think Dominique is a good anchor.
Dominique grew on me. First season I really wasn't a fan. Second season I was like, but he kind of grew on me.
I just like Dominique as an anchor because it gives me good thumbnails if I decide to review it. Because y'all remember that season, every thumbnail was a thumbnail of Dominique and his outfit.
Yes, in his outfit.
Every thumbnail was one of Dominique's outfits. But I think Dominique keeps up enough drama, but still can kind of be grounded. Because I think you need that kind of balance. You got to be able to keep the drama, but you still
Yeah,
got to be level headed and grounded. And I
yeah,
think Dominique over the years has learned that balance of
yeah.
being messy as hell, but still keep it drama. Wait, so Chef Don Don, who made it then? Since you don't want to tell us. Now he quiet.
What you mean?
Who made it?
My bad.
Thank you,
That's fine.
Catherine Powell.
Y'all come now.
Who made
But
it on the show?
um, meaning Chasing Atlanta?
Chasing Atlanta.
I don't know. I just
Oh,
knew about Dominique and Tony Bryce. I don't think any of the old people
because
on
I
this have.
feel like Tony Bryce was a friend of really last season. She wasn't really like a, you know?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
So how we
I
feel
found
about
that
T.S.
about her and
LaKendra and Wayne the Pain not coming back?
Well, T.S. Lil Kendra wasn't really there last season, if we're being honest.
I can do without Wayne the
I
Pain,
think
but
they forced Jet Wan down our throat. Wayne the Pain, he's not good enough by himself. He wasn't good enough by himself. Without T.S. Lil Kendra, we didn't really care about him like that. Uh, but yeah, last season with them trying to force Jet Wan down our throat with
We Are Born.
yeah, and then you had Kane.
Oh yeah. Ugh.
and what's that gal name over there? And
I
we are
still
born.
don't understand why they brought Kane back. I still don't understand why they included him in the fold.
I don't understand either. Y'all just gave him more clout than he needed because that woman feels like, oh yeah, they need me.
Yeah,
I'm the staple around there. Everybody wanted me. They had me on chasing Dallas and chasing that other bitch. I don't even understand why the big boy. What's the boy that Kane was allegedly dating? I still don't believe they was really dating like that, but that's a whole nother story.
Tonka.
Talk. I
Tonka.
don't know how he was on there. He ain't add nothing. Let's be clear. He ain't add a fuck thing. Didn't. And I don't believe. I think Kane just needed somewhere to stay and needed somebody to siphon money off of. And Tonka was easy, and he
I
drained
can
him for
see
what it
that.
was worth.
I can absolutely see
Um,
I've
he's the
never liked him.
succubus. I'm just saying. That's what Kane is. A fucking succubus. Now I know a succubus is is the female kind. That's why I'm saying that he's a succubus.
I was like, because I was sitting up here, I'm like, do you mean an
Mhm.
incubus?
No, he's a
Yeah, a
succubus.
succubus.
Oh, I
Okay.
know. You got incubus and succubus. Oh, I know full well that a succubus is the female demon. He's a succubus. Let's be clear. They say that woman got 2.5 inches of peen
Oh, I get you
and like
now.
to get her back blown out, but claim that she's a top and be back there thinking she doing something with her 2.5 inches. Remember, Trey Howard told us that first about when they first met.
Yeah, yeah, I remember now.
Hmm. And that's been confirmed by several other people. My question is because Tonka, we know like to get his big back blown out. How was you even fitting in there? Like I'm trying to do the mathematics on
Yeah,
Kane
it's my dinner. Have a good night.
2.5 inches and Tonka and all that he had going on. Like I'm trying to do the math and make 1 + 1 = 2.
But it's
I'm
turning out to
really
be
trying.
four.
I'm just trying so
With
hard.
that pre-cal.
Unless he just stuck his whole fist or something in there. I'm just trying to figure out how this worked out.
It is a conundrum. Calls for college level math.
That is college level math. If we ever need it. Can I get you to explain that for me? Chef Don, I figure you know better than me. And he got look at
Oh,
Chef
he
Don.
dropped off.
Yeah, Chef Don done dropped off because Chef Don say, I don't even want no parts of any part of this conversation. Girl, Xavier, you back? You here to help us make sense of how King Kane fit into Tonka? You here to help us with that, Xavier?
Motion, ocean.
Ain't that much motion in no ocean to make that make sense. There ain't that much motion in the world. Now he's sick of my ghetto stuff. I'll
When there
have you
is a
know,
will, there
Chef
is a
Don
way.
Don, my stuff is not ghetto. It is high class. It is the stuff that dreams are made of. They call it the pearly gates. My stuff is called the pearly gates because when you enter into there, you enter into heaven. Can you say the same, Chef Don Don? Your stuff is the ghetto from what I hear. That's what the Dallas girls told me, Chef Don Don. Anyway, listen, I've been on here 3.5 hours. I need to go get me something to eat and start production for Silly Saturday if y'all want me to have Silly Saturday tomorrow.
Child, I'm full.
Can y'all let me not have Silly Saturday? Can I
No, you need to do so Saturday.
see what I'm saying? Y'all looking for me to do Silly Saturday. So if y'all are looking for me to do Silly Saturday, I need to go do some production. I'm
Well,
just saying.
production wise, I'll listen to that Shaka Khan song Clouds. I ain't know Whitney sung background on it.
Listen, ain't that song Clouds? That is quintessential Shaka, but that was in Whitney's days. In those days, that's early 80s. Whitney was singing background for a lot of people back then. Whitney was doing a lot of background back then before she had her first album. But
And
that Clouds song,
that
Clouds, that
that
is
that's
that's
big. It
Shaka.
should be a lot bigger. It should be on the radio just
Mhm.
as much as we hear her other Shaka songs.
That song Clouds is pure Shaka. Backgrounds with Whitney and everything. Listen, but back in the day, people used to do Michael, Stevie,
Uh-huh.
Whitney, Hate
Luther.
Retha, Luther. They all used to do backgrounds and stuff like that and had no problem with it.
Well,
Now,
that was Mariah's thing. Mariah, she started off as backgrounds, and she
yep,
was like, pretty much, if you can't do backgrounds, you pretty much can't do the
right.
foreground because you got to be able to hear the music.
Which is why Mariah probably had the three best background singers of all time. You shudder to find Stevie had some good ones, like back when it was Denise Williams, that other chick and the other dude. That was a good background trio. But you talking with Kelly Price, her sister, and Melanie Daniels. And
It was nasty.
Melanie Daniels can sing circles around both Kelly Price and her sister put together. And ended up going into gospel once she stopped doing background for Mariah. But listen, them three right there, we used to call them the Fat Pack because all them hoes was big. Melanie Daniels, Kelly
Listen,
Price,
you
and her
couldn't.
sister.
There was no space if your background singers weren't 250 or more.
Exactly, baby. They
Don't.
had that. Baby, they had to have some weight on them.
They
Did
did. They did.
did
Otherwise, they were deemed non-singable. Uh-uh.
And what happened was Trey Lorenz came afterward. I forgot who left. I think Melanie Daniels left first. No, Melanie, I think it was Kelly Price's sister left first. But whatever happened, Trey Lorenz came along, and and what happened was Trey Lorenz would do some backgrounds, but he wasn't one of the main background singers with Kelly Price, her sister, and Melanie Daniels. Because even when Trey Lorenz would come, he would do some backgrounds, but not all of them. Hmm.
Now, El Teddy, we gonna fight and we gonna tussle, and I might have to shoot you. Whitney is not R&B. Whitney
I've
got
been
like
saying that for years. They do
Whitney
the
has
same
like
thing with.
one or two R&B albums, and that was after her voice dropped like 2-3 octaves from the cigarettes, and
I
Babyface
will
got a
admit
hold of
that
her.
I can go. We're not gonna fight on that. Whitney's first two albums, not the first three. Whitney's first two albums, there were R&B songs,
Yes, songs.
but the whole
Very
album
few.
wasn't R&B. I'll give
No,
you that.
because
Whitney's
Clive
first,
Davis had her over there with no white folks.
right. Whitney's first two albums were mainly pop. Her ballads were R&B. The ballads
I
were
can see that.
R&B. The upbeat tunes were pop.
Yep.
But the ballads that she would sing would always be R&B. And so that was the balance. You would have the upbeat songs that were not R&B at all, and then the ballads would come in, and those would be really R&B. But to me, the reason I got to give it to, because her ballads that were R&B were so good. Like, oh, I'm going on the first album, All at Once and You Give Good Love. All at Once and You Give Good Love, just those two songs alone is better than whole catalogs of some of these people.
I can agree to that.
And then when
You
you
give
add the second album, to me, her greatest ballad ever to me, the greatest Whitney Houston ballad to me, and people will fight me on it, it's not I Will Always Love You. It's from the second album.
it's not.
And it's Didn't We Almost Have It All. That is her greatest ballad ever. But you got Didn't We Almost Have It All on that album? You got Where Do Broken Hearts Go on that album that are heavy. Now, when she got to the third album, I'm Your Baby Tonight was R&B. And when I say
Pure R&B,
R&B,
but that was
it
Babyface.
fit the R&B. When I think R&B, you got to think of the R&B of that time. The first two albums was when you had the old guard, the Hate Rita, Anita, Patty, Shaka. They defined what R&B was. You know, Stephanie Mills, Mickey
Yeah,
Howard, Shirley Murdoch. Those were the black women that were
longevity,
defining what
vocalist.
true R&B was. And Whitney wasn't really doing what they were doing, except when she got to
Uh-uh.
ballads. When she got to 1990, she
But
was doing at that time, like with I'm Your Baby Tonight and stuff like that. R&B started to go more like that at that time. So that kind of fit more into what would have been R&B at that time.
Do you
but
think
Um,
again,
My
that
Love
was
Is Your
because
Love is R&B?
Babyface had gotten a hold of her. Cause she
yeah,
wasn't
My
even
Love Is Your
working
Love
with
is R&B. Yeah, absolutely.
because she wasn't
Hmm.
even working with Babyface primarily. She was working with David, I forget his name. And the white lady who wrote
Oh, I know which white
Tony.
lady you talk about too.
Yeah, she wrote
I
Tony
know
Braxton's
exactly who you talk about. Oh,
her
oh,
biggest hit.
because she actually, the white lady had a couple songs of her own that
Yeah.
were that
David
hit.
Foster's which who she
Yeah,
primarily worked with. David Foster, but I can't think of the white lady's name. But that's who she was primarily working with.
but no, I'm not going to disagree with you. My that album that came out in 1998, that was her R&B album.
Yes, that was
Just
her
like
most. Yeah.
Prince. Prince's
Diane Warner,
R&B
thank you,
album
Phoenix.
was the album with Diamonds and Pearls and The Most
Yes,
Beautiful Girl in the World. That
yes.
was his R&B album.
Yep,
His albums before that weren't really R&B.
they
Let's just be
weren't.
clear.
So,
Diamonds and
question:
Pearls is my favorite Prince song.
Yeah, that's my
What
favorite Prince. Well, mine is between that and maybe The Most Beautiful Girl in the World. That was my jam too.
what defines an R&B act? Is it how much albums they do in R&B, or is it the
No.
most recent
R&B has
genre?
a sound, just like country has a sound, just like rock
Rock
has
has
a
the
sound.
sound.
But I mean,
Um,
Every
how what
R&B,
qualifies
just
it?
like gospel, has a sound, and a lot of gospel that we have nowadays is not real gospel.
it's
But
R
what
and B.
qualifies
R and
you
B is
It's
being an
morphed.
R&B.
artist?
It's R&B.
Gospel has morphed into R and B.
Yeah,
What
But
defines
that,
R and B is the blues. You have the rhythm, you have the blues. What we
yeah,
have right now,
is
they have,
rhythm.
yeah,
no, we
we
don't
have
have
more
rhythm.
rhythm and less
We do
blues.
not have rhythm.
They know there's rhythm, but less
It
blues.
Yeah,
I
less blues.
disagree.
It's more. It's pushed more into hip hop.
I
Yeah.
disagree. Oh, I disagree with
There
that
were, and that's why
heartedly.
to me, and I mentioned this yesterday when we talked about the top 75. Chris Brown,
It's not
when you
R and
listen to
B.
his catalog, it's more hip hop than it
But
is
Chris
R&B,
Brown does.
whereas Usher was R&B.
Chris
But
Brown is more hip hop
Yeah.
dance.
but also
Hmm.
Chris Brown. But Chris Brown doesn't make a lot of rhythm songs. He makes a lot of that sad, dopey. I'm high and I'm drugged out of my mind. That
I can't.
music.
He makes a
And
lot of,
we, yeah, but and to your point, Xavier, it's not R and B.
yeah, he doesn't make
I'm
R&B.
gonna say that, but I don't think. But I think at this current day, I think our problem now
I
is that a
think
lot of R
Trey
and B.
Songz has had more R&B songs than Chris Brown.
I will agree with that, but I think primarily our problem now with R&B is that we have so much of this sad stuff. We don't get a lot of up tempo
R&B was
R&B.
always sad,
Well, I mean,
always.
they're sad, but there's a way to express it.
But no, to your point, Xavier, the new school artists don't know upbeat, up tempo R&B. They don't know how to
Mid
do,
tempo.
because
They
up
don't know
tempo
mid.
songs today,
Like "I'm Your Baby Tonight" is R&B, but it's up tempo.
Yeah,
right? But no, the difference is, I'm gonna tell you what the difference is. Back in the day, and up tempo R&B songs, you still had to have chops. Them women and them men were singing the house down even on upbeat songs, whereas today in an upbeat song they just do a ooh
But
or
they
sound like they're talking more
rapping.
But
than
they
they
don't
are
even have an
They're
upbeat
rapping.
singing.
song. But that's my problem. They don't even have an upbeat song. They'll like I say this a lot of times. When we listen to a lot of the current artists now, they will have a song and they will make like 40 different replicas of that same song.
I get what you're saying. To your point, Xavier, Alex Isley. She is the daughter of I think Ron, not Ron- not Ron, one of the Isley brothers. Beautiful voice, talented woman. I swear for God, she makes the same slow song, and she sings the
Exactly.
same boring
But
way.
wait a minute. Harold, I just checked the Rainbow Coalition compound section of the members only chat. I'm not doing this with y'all today.
What?
Just go over there and check the Rainbow Coalition compound section of the members only chat. I'm not doing this with y'all today.
So
Not
Xavier, I can't agree with that. When today, whenever an R&B artist goes to make an up tempo song, they go straight hip hop. We
Yep.
got to
And,
put a
no,
rapper on
no, they don't even go hip hop. They go Afro beats.
where there's that also.
They'll do an Afrobeat song with an Afrobeat producer, and then and that's their up tempo song. We rarely will have, and it's changing now because think people have complained about it enough. But I think it's happening with the girls. It's gonna be the men are gonna be late on it, but we're
Men are always late. Because my thing with the men is we don't have any true male singers now. There are
Yeah.
very few.
They're gone. They're
All
gone.
of them sound whiny.
like
It's like
and
imagine Keith Sweat crying all the time. That's how the average male
it's not
vocalist sound, and it's
and I would
horrible.
prefer if they were crying, but they're not even.
Xavier, let me help you out. Let me, because we can go around the mulberry bush forever. There is no R&B today. There's
There
no R.
is R and
No,
B.
there isn't. There isn't. No.
You just don't know the
No.
acts.
No. 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 Who? Who?
I'll tell you guys the same names every time.
Who?
Flo,
I don't know who this is.
that's a group. Shindellas, another group. J Don, he just came out with 3 singles this last month.
But here's the deal, Xavier. I'm not saying that those people are not doing R&B, but what I'm saying is
The
because
genre.
nobody knows them, record companies are not promoting or marketing them. So
Yeah.
record companies and radio stations have altogether killed R&B. I'm not saying that nobody's singing R&B, but record labels and radio stations have killed R&B because they are not going to promote people who are still tr- doing traditional R&B. And that's the unfortunate part.
No, that's true because you barely hear them on radio. No, I can
And I
like
don't
I have
even
to go.
listen to the radio, and I can tell you that that's true. Anyway, I've been on here 4 hours almost. Y'all. I'm about to get off here, y'all. Listen, y'all. I've enjoyed y'all today, but I'm about to go produce Silly Saturday, get me something to eat, and
I've enjoyed you all too. This
Yeah, I
gin and wine and champagne was kicking in. It's a really nice combo. It snuck
I
up on
need
me.
to try that. I need to try that.
Yeah, it snuck up.
Um, So listen, y'all, we got Silly Saturday tomorrow at 12. Don't worry about it. Sometime this weekend, my review for Noah's Ark of the movie. I've already watched it one time. I told y'all at the beginning. But my review for Noah's Ark, the movie, will be out at some point this weekend. So look around for that. But right now, I'm going to go produce Silly Saturday. We will be live at 12 noon Eastern, 9 Pacific for Silly Saturday. And that's what I'll do for y'all. Thank y'all everybody for coming up and being with me. Thank you, Xavier. Nothing.
yes, I thank you. I'm gonna be. I can't wait for Silly Saturday. I can't wait to see what year you've chosen.
Mm.
Is it gonna be in the
Because
80s, 90s,
I'm not going
2000s?
to tell you, Xavier.
A
Last
ballpark?
week we did 1980. So there's that.
I know, but
Thank you, little baby, for coming up. You have anything?
Um, um, nothing really, just contemplating on life decisions and shit. Yeah.
little
Okay.
baby, you still
You
haven't
know.
done your blood of Zeus.
Listen, I'm
Oh
all caught up on Blood of Zeus. I'm all caught up.
yeah.
I've watched all 3 seasons.
Listen,
And
I'm
the
on my
little
third rewatch.
remember they had the little one episode spinoff with the chick.
What chick?
Was that Blood of Zeus? No, that wasn't Blood of Zeus. That
Are
was
you talking about Castlevania?
no, that was the other cartoon with the superhero, the one who daddy beat him up and stuff.
Oh,
You invincible.
Invincible, that was the one where they had the little one
oh,
episode
child, I
spinoff
stopped
with the
watching
little
Invincible.
girlfriend.
I gave up on Invincible after they took too long to make season 2. I gave up on that.
Oh, this was
I'm up to
damn
speed on
good.
Invincible. I'm up to speed on Invincible, and I'm up to speed on Blood of Zeus. I think I don't like how they did Kronos on season 2. They always punk out Kronos, and Kronos is way too powerful for it to be
Wait,
that easy.
Chrono.
Way too powerful for it to
Wait,
be that easy.
Chronos in season 2?
Yes.
I think you
That
When
meant
was
in
three.
season 2?
or was that season 3?
Wait, what?
Three.
What?
Child, we
How
had
did
three or
Chronos
four.
punk out? We had 3 seasons, but Chronos was only in season 3. But he didn't punk out. What are you talking about?
The way
He
they
wasn't strong enough for you.
yeah, it was not for Kronos's level of nah.
Yeah, because even
But
in
Zeus,
mythology, Kronos is very powerful.
but even in the story, that Zeus and the brothers were always gonna together were the stronger. Were always gonna be stronger against Kronos.
That's true.
But Kronos was not even by himself at that point, and the way they diminished the Titans, they it was like okay, we got Kronos, and then the rest of them they just fall down, and that's just not how
Well,
they
that's
went.
another thing. I don't know which Titans we got because I don't know if we
Because
got.
some of them they no, they had some. Remember, if you remember, it was like maybe about 5 or 6 of them.
No, there was
It was
10
about five
Titans.
or six of them.
There was 10.
No, I'm saying on Blood of Zeus when they brought them back,
Oh
it
yeah,
wasn't a whole 10 of them.
but that's well. I'm trying to think about.
And so
That's what
that
I'm
my
saying. We
point
don't know
was
which Titans they brought back. I
they
think they
would have
brought like the
needed
weakest
they
Titans.
would have needed all of those Olympians to to defeat each one of those titans one at a time.
But
Because
they,
even if you say I'm taking out Kronos, he wasn't the only titan, and y'all
but
by
remember the
yourselves cannot defeat all of those titans. It would take all of those Olympians to gang up on a titan
Yeah.
or by
well,
themselves,
what
and then
did
they
it?
can defeat a titan.
Because I don't think because now I'm thinking about now I'm not talking about the mythology, but in the show they made it seem like Kronos was that the Titans were only strong because of Kronos.
No, the
Because
titans
remember,
were strong on their own. It wasn't because of Kronos. Remember, they all came from Gaia.
but
Gaia was first.
Gaia was first, but Gaia
Yeah.
that it made it seem like all because remember Zeus is the most powerful of the sibling of his siblings because he was the youngest. But and Kronos was also powerful because he was the youngest.
I wouldn't say, if you study mythology, I wouldn't say Zeus was the strongest. Zeus was smart about it. And Zeus had strategy.
Yeah, he was more clever.
Yeah, he was more clever and cunning.
You think
I
hey
wouldn't call him the strongest
you
because
don't think
between him, Poseidon, and Hades,
you don't think Hades was smarter than Zeus?
I would venture to tell you Poseidon was probably the strongest of the three.
I always thought Hades was stronger than. Well, I always think Zeus is strongest, but I always think Hades is the smartest. I always thought Poseidon was a little bit of a weakling because in the mythology the shit
Poseidon was more, if you when you study mythology, he was more brute strength of the
but
three brothers.
he was always doing some foolishness. He would use his power to like do the stuff with
Poseidon, they talk a lot about Zeus getting in trouble for sex. Sex and women got Poseidon in a lot of trouble. That's what curtailed Poseidon.
and
But
Poseidon's kids died a lot though. Poseidon's kids always were dying.
but thank you. Uncle Jay is going. Cams, you have anything, sir, from the great state of Minnesota? You're on mute, Cams. 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 Well, let's say he's still up here. He might have some boy over there.
Oh no,
Mm, mm, mm,
a boy and a lady,
mm,
a
mm.
lady and a boy.
He's not gonna have both. He's gonna have a boy over there. I know Cams. He's gonna have a boy. Well, we thank all of y'all for coming up. I'm about to get up off of here. Thank y'all so much. Listen, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed today's live. If you didn't, I enjoyed y'all. If y'all didn't enjoy the live in the chat, I certainly enjoyed you. Um, the stuff that Harold put in the Rainbow Coalition compound, I guess we'll talk about that in Silly Saturday tomorrow, because that's a whole situation.
Ooh,
Dear
do you
God.
just see? Do you see Nico's new video?
No.
Austin Wolf is pleading guilty, and they say that
I saw the headline for that, but I wasn't gonna go in there and watch. I can't watch Nico like that. I can't stand him. So
I wonder who's coming forward. But
anyway, as I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged. They're much appreciated. Y'all could have been a whole lot of places, but y'all decided to hang out and rock out with us today. And I am forever grateful. Thank y'all so much for holding me down and doing what y'all do up here with me. I thank y'all so much. Yeah, that's all I got for y'all. Until next time. Hold on, let me make myself big again. There I go. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out. I love y'all. I will see y'all at noon tomorrow for Silly Saturday.